यो आई एम लाइव। क्या हाल है भाई, कैसे हो भाई? सबके सब कैसे हो भाई? भाई रेस्ट डे के बाद वी आर बैक एंड मेरे आते ही गेम भी स्टार्ट हो चुकी है। बाय द वे थैंक्स टू वीडी फॉर द शाउट आउट भाई। आई रियली अप्रिशिएटेड भाई कि मतलब इवन दैट मींस ही हैज सीन द स्ट्रीम समहाउ, दैट्स क्रेजी। सो कैसे हो भाई लोग, कैसे हो भाई? आवाज ठीक है ना? बता देना यार। टिक्कू भाई का जय जयकार भाई मतलब यार इतनी जरूरत नहीं भाई, इतना भी मतलब ठीक है भाई, मेंबरशिप दे देंगे तुम्हें भाई, इतना भी मत करो इतना ही मत करो भाई। आवाज ठीक है, सब ठीक है ना? बढ़िया। सो चैट ओके, सो कहाँ है हम? The game has started. These are the pairings for today's chat. Hikaru against Grischuk. Hikaru is leading, of course. Then Hari Krishna has to defeat Dominguez if he wants to win. Very, very important. उसकी और वीडी की हालत बिल्कुल सेम है. There's no difference at all. Then, of course, Dubov against Vidit. We have the typical opponent. क्या Dubov वीडी की गेम फिर बचाएगा? आज का दिन ही बताएगा भाई. Let's see what happens. एंड बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है आज। सो चैट, these are the pairings for today and of course बाकी सारे पेयरिंग्स उतने इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है हमारे लिए। हरि कृष्णा अगेंस्ट डोमिंगेज, डुबो अगेंस्ट विदित एंड हिकारू अगेंस्ट ग्रिश्चुक। सो लेट्स क्लोज दीस नाउ। हाँ, चेन्नई प्राइज भाई मैं दूंगा, कल दूंगा। जो टॉप सीड था अपेरेंटली वो चीटिंग करके पकड़ा गया, तो वी कुड नॉट रियली गिव आउट दोस प्राइजेस येट। देखेंगे कैमरा अलग लग रहा। हाँ यार, मैं एक्चुअली कुछ प्रैक्टिस के लिए कुछ आया था एक दोस्त के घर पे, तो इसलिए थोड़ा सा मैं वहीं से स्ट्रीम कर रहा हूँ अभी, तो इससे थोड़ा डिफरेंट है। होपफुली मैंने सब कुछ ठीक सेटअप किया है। हेयर स्टाइल अलग लग रहा है अरे भाई बस वीडियो का शाउट मिलते ही हेयर स्टाइल अपने आप चेंज हो गया भाई, बाल अपने आप उड़े और उड़ गए चीटर था। हाँ चीटर पता नहीं है, सैंड बैगर था अपेरेंटली। बढ़िया भाई, बढ़िया हो यार। सो चैट, स्ट्रीम लाइक जरूर कर देना एंड वॉल 16 वाज बैंड बाय द वे। So let's go chat. By the way, d4 played by Dubov, d5, c4, e6, knight c3, knight f6, and we have the queen's gambit declined by VD. And now, of course, white has to choose: will he take on d5, or will he play knight f3, the classical, or will he play something crazy? Who knows, bhai? 3-4 network connections, no lag expected, no pressure. अरे भाई फिलहाल तो भाई लैग थोड़ा सा हो सकता है, अगर होगा तो मुझे बताना। मैं अभी अपने घर पे नहीं हूँ चैट, लेट्स सी। आपके व्हाइट बाल कहाँ छुपा लिए? वो मैंने दे दिए यार, और रात को वो चमकादड़ है तो दे दिए। वीडियो ओपी साल में ओपी फॉर दिस, थैंक्स अ लॉट भाई। आई वाज जस्ट वेटिंग फॉर योर स्ट्रीम। अरे वेलकम भाई। चैट तो पढ़ लो भाई, मैं क्या पढ़ रहा हूँ भाई? गर्लफ्रेंड के टेक्स्ट थोड़ी पढ़ रहा हूँ। लेट्स गो। अरे अक्षत भाई, गुड लक फॉर अपकमिंग टूर्नामेंट्स। लंच की चिंता मत करना, समोसा पैक करवा के भिजवा दूंगा। अरे समोसे का लक्ष्य। थैंक्स टू अक्षत भाई। चैट भाई ब्राउन बाल लग रहे हैं इस एंगल से भाई। वो बस भाई यार आजकल फोटोशूट वाले खिलाड़ी हो गए हम। अच्छा है निम्जो ने खेला, या दैट्स इंटरेस्टिंग बाय द वे, वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग। अब तक के लिए अब तक पूरा का पूरा मतलब विदित हैज प्लेड द निम्जो एक्सक्लूसिवली इन टाटा स्टील एंड आल्सो इन द ग्रैंड प्री अप टिल नाउ। So this is a very important game today and he has chosen the queen's gambit declined and white goes for knight f3 and now he'll probably play bishop e7 VD. Let's see what he plays. नीरज भाई वो चेस को हमने बैन कर दिया, तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं भाई उसमें? Can VD win Tata Steel? भाई yes he can भाई, he can। अगले साल पक्का जीतेगा भाई। अभी कहाँ पे हो? या दो से घर पे हो भाई। केमर और वीडी जीतेंगे तभी वीडी क्वालिफाई होगा ना। देखो अगर केमर ड्रॉ करता है एंड वीडी विंस, स्टिल देयर इज अ डेफिनेट चांस। सो आज जीतना बहुत जरूरी है। अगर आज ड्रॉ हो गया लेवॉन विंस, इट्स ओवर, देन देयर इज नो चांस। आज थोड़ा डिफरेंट लग रहे हो। हाँ यार मैं कहीं और पे हूँ। बस वीडियो और ऑडियो ठीक है ना सब? वो बता दो मुझे बस, बाकी सब ठीक है ना? Do you think this preparation done for Carlsen as most games played here in these lines are by Carlsen? Yeah, interesting. But to be honest, Dubov has not played the Catalan. That's very interesting. He's not played the Catalan. I expected him to play this, but he has not gone for it now. कौन सा भाई? नेशनल्स आने वाला है भाई, नेशनल की तैयारी करनी है भाई। एक साल से चेस बोर्ड नहीं देखा भाई, अब देखने की बारी आ चुकी है चेस बोर्ड की। और ओके ना, कुछ भी होगा तो भाई अगर बाय चांस आज लैग हो चैट तो सिर्फ आज के लिए मुझे माफ कर देना सिर्फ आज के लिए, बाय चांस होगा तो आज के लिए माफ कर देना। डेप्थ 51 शोज 0.0 भाई। यार मतलब यार आई नो भाई रचित भाई आप इतने बड़े जीनियस है, बट हम जैसे मॉडल्स के लिए भी चेस हमें एनालाइज करने दें। वी आर रूटिंग फॉर यू, थैंक्स लॉट भाई। कितने राउंड बाकी हैं भाई? अब 2 राउंड बाकी हैं। आज है कल है, आज और कल ने पता लग जाएगा कौन कौन है। चीटिंग के लिए पकड़ा गया है वो चैट में लिख रहा है प्राइस का। हाँ पता है भाई, ओपनिंग है इसलिए 0.0 भाई। 0.0 नहीं है एक्चुअली, वैलेंटाइंस डे भाई। यार वैलेंटाइंस डे नहीं भैया। म्यूजिक लाउड है क्या? आई कैन रिड्यूस द वॉल्यूम ऑफ कोर्स। हाँ मे बी इट्स अ बिट लाउड एक्चुअली, लेट मी रिड्यूस दिस। अब ठीक है। हाँ बस केमर अटेंडेंस लगा लो और सब कुछ परफेक्ट है. अरे बढ़िया भाई, थैंक्स अ लॉट भाई, थैंक्स फॉर लेटिंग मी नो. So chat, let's go to Hari Krishna's game, by the way. That's also very important. And he's playing Dominguez. We have the c3 Sicilian here. Very interesting choice. Very interesting choice. After c3, knight f6, e5, knight d5, bishop c4, and now of course the knight will go to b6, and the bishop will drop back to b3. Very interesting choice by Hari Krishna because this is not so common at the top level nowadays. I feel. थोड़ा और लो करो, ठीक है, थोड़ा और लो करते हैं भाई. चलो अब ठीक होगा आई थिंक. वीडियो का व्लॉग देखा कि नहीं? देखा यार, मैं पूरा नहीं देख पाया एक्चुअली, मैं घर पे था नहीं आज, पूरा देख नहीं पाया. मैंने लास्ट पार्ट जरूर देखा, लेकिन आई विल हैव अ लुक एट द कंप्लीट व्लॉग लेटर ऑन. मैं भी नीट कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन मैंने छोड़ दिया क्योंकि मैं मन नहीं लग रहा था. आप फिल्म स्कूल में जाना चाहता हूँ, पेरेंट्स को कैसे मनाऊं? भाई अपना कुछ कमाल करके दिखाए भाई, पेरेंट्स को मनाने के लिए भाई कुछ कमाल करके दिखाना पड़ेगा. या पवन भाई चार्ट में है क्या? Wall 16 chat is yeah, but so basically Wall 16 won both tournaments yesterday, the Blitz and the Bullet, and मैंने उनका अकाउंट वेरीफाई करने के लिए टीम को दिया था बिकॉज ऐसा बहुत रेयर है कि कोई दोनों जीत जाए, तो उन्होंने उनका अकाउंट बैन कर दिया. सो अब बेसिकली मुझे जो सेकंड आए टूर्नामेंट में उनको मैं दूंगा, एक आपकी तरफ से और एक चेटबिस की तरफ से. सो वो Wall 16 वाला कह रहा है कि भाई मुझे क्यों नहीं मिल रहा. कोई चक्कर नहीं है, हम तो डिजर्विंग वाले को देंगे पवन भाई, नो वरी. Vidit played Tarash again, confirmed draw. यार Tarash? Really? But why Tarash? Very interesting, yeah. So I think he must have analyzed it in quite deeply. He must have analyzed it, I feel. Very interesting choice by Vidi. Vidi not even trying to win. I don't think so. I think this is very interesting. And after knight c5, e3 played. उसने पिछली गेम देखी होगी. The game he played against Keymer. So let's see what he plays now. आज केमर जीतेगा भाई, लेट्स सी भाई. केमर जीतेगा तो फिर तो भाई चांदी ही चांदी है हमारी. आपको शाउट दिया भाई ने? हाँ यार, वीडी ने शाउट आउट दिया खुद अपने व्लॉग में. दैट्स क्रेजी. थैंक्स अ लॉट वीडी भाई, लव यू भाई, एंड वी आर गोइंग टू सपोर्ट यू मैन रिगार्डलेस, एंड वी होप यू प्ले सम अमेजिंग चेस टुडे. Pro Manisha missing your stream for last few days. Let's cheer for Vidit. Thanks a lot for the super chat भाई and the kind words. Let's go भाई, let's go. भाई आज मैं अपने दोस्त से घर पे, so I can even dance around the chair a little bit. That's kind of crazy. I'm not limited यार, मतलब that's crazy. दोस्त से घर पे नेशनल्स के लिए हाँ यार प्रिपरेशन कर रहा हूँ यार, बिकॉज मैंने यार, और आई विल बी ऑनेस्ट, पिछले 6 months में बिकॉज ऑफ स्ट्रीमिंग चेस बोर्ड बहुत कम देखा है, एंड इट रियली हेल्प्स कि मतलब इफ 2-3 people can get together and practice, so that's why 10 दिन 15 दिन प्रैक्टिस करूंगा तो आई कैन प्ले वेल यार. नेशनल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 25th. दोस्त भाई दोस्त क्या रजीश गिरी स्टिल क्वालिफाइड कैंडिडेट्स? आई मीन ही कैन, बट अभी उसने खेलना स्टार्ट ही नहीं करा ना, सो वी कांट रियली प्रेडिक्ट राइट नाउ. तराश टू डुबोव का स्पेशलिटी है ना यार. देखो द थिंग इज चैट, व्हाट हैपेंस इज अगर आपका ओपोनेंट कोई ओपनिंग खेलता है ना, लेट्स से इसे तराश, मान लो कि मेरी फेवरेट लंडन सिस्टम है, ठीक है. अगर आप अच्छे से लंडन प्रिपेयर करो और मेरे अगेंस्ट खेलो, तो कई बार मैं उसको ओवर एस्टिमेट कर सकता हूँ, बिकॉज आई थिंक इट्स अ वेरी गुड ओपनिंग. सो समटाइम्स इट्स अ गुड चॉइस यार. हाँ भाई, बट आपने एनालाइज किया, होपफुली दैट्स हैज हेल्प्ड इन सम वे. अरे हाँ, ऑफ कोर्स दैट्स ऑफ कोर्स गोइंग टू हेल्प, बट कई बार प्रैक्टिस की जरूरत तो पड़ेगी. Really second I have first, what's the difference in impact? यार देखो, if he comes first, he qualifies for the knockout stage, and वहाँ basically what will happen is he will get more number of points, and that's why it's very important. टॉप लेने चीट किया उसने, मेरे साथ भी खेला था, और मैं अभी ज़्यादा वो हमारे हाथ में नहीं है. ऐसे तो बहुत चीटर होंगे यार, बहुत चीटर होंगे ऐसे जो उनके साथ गेम पड़ा होगा. वी कांट कंट्रोल एवरी चीटर. व्हाट वी कैन डू इज, जो लिस्ट में आएगा टॉप पे, वी कैन रिमूव द चीटर्स एंड गिव द फर्स्ट प्राइज टू द पर्सन. यार दैट्स व्हाट वी कैन डू. वो हमारे हाथ में है भाई, वो हमारे हाथ में है. हैज डैनी एवर बीटन वीडी इन क्लासिकल? आई डोंट थिंक सो यार, स्पेशली इन द लास्ट 2 games, नॉट रियली. US Highway days and opening call Dubov Tarash, I'm not wrong. I don't know about it भाई. ऐसा कुछ होगा तो भाई आज उसी को पेलेंगे भाई. Let's see. सेकंड देखो, फर्स्ट पे 7 points, सेकंड पे 4 points, थर्ड पे 2 points, लास्ट पे 0. तो क्लियरली सेकंड तो आना ही आना है एटलीस्ट. अगर थर्ड आए तो आई थिंक यू आर बेसिकली आउट. या यू बेसिकली आउट. So let's go to the game of, oh by the way, nice is played by Vidi, and A3 played very quickly by Dubov. Very interesting. वैसे आप कौन? रिश्ते में तो हम तुम्हारे स्ट्रीमर होते हैं. नाम है टिक्कू. How did he cheat in Bullet? Did he have? No, he did not cheat by. He was just playing. I think he did not use his account for a long time. So basically, what happened was कि उसका level अपनी rating से ज़्यादा था. That was the basic thing, and that's why he played so well. बेस्ट ऑफ लक भाई, विल डू ग्रेट, थैंक्स अ लॉट भाई। रिफ्रेश है भाई, रिफ्रेश है। A3 played by white and Dubov is now thinking. And to be honest, I think it's time to take on C4 or D4. It's already time because if you move the bishop chat, then if you play bishop E7, then white can take on C5, and you are wasting a move because your bishop moved twice here. You moved it to E7, then to C5, and white can now play B4 and get a lot of space. So that's why taking on C4 makes a lot of sense now. And white will of course get the isolated pawn now. Good evening. Sandbagger था भाई कल, हाँ. Yo, banana, कैसे हो भाई? So let's go to Hikaru's game once. By the way, Hikaru is leading, of course, in his section. And भाई Grischuk ने King's Indian खेला है. भाई Grischuk has played the King's Indian. That's very interesting. Very interesting choice. King's Indian played by Grischuk and Bishop E3 played by Hikaru. So we'll see some crazy chess here. Some crazy theory. हाँ, लैग हल्का फुल्का होगा चैट में भी. अगर ज़्यादा होगा तो I'll of course try to stream from my home from tomorrow. Let's see. Yeah, Vidi mentioned chessassist. Yeah, Ankisha bhai, that was insane, bhai. That was insane. Thanks a lot, Vidi bhai. We love you, bhai. Totally. Each and every person in the chat really loves you, and we hope we do really, really well, bhai. Duba वापस आ गया पिटने के लिए. भाई exactly यार. By the way, he took on C4. He played the best move. He's still in preparation. Very important. Bishop C4 played, and now A6. And chat, the obvious idea is to go B5, Bishop B7, then take on D4 and have this isolated pawn. And chat, mano ya na mano, I think we have reached a position जहाँ पे it's not an immediate draw. Last position में क्या हुआ था? When Keymer played, he basically kind of got a position जहाँ पे जीतने कोई chance नहीं था. This is not that position, and I feel both people have chances now. लेवल एस नीरज भाई, आपने बहुत टाइम बाद चेस खेला होगा शायद अपने अकाउंट पे. आई सॉ कि आपका अकाउंट बिल्कुल फ्लैट था रेटिंग पे. एंड व्हेन यू प्ले चेस आफ्टर अ लॉन्ग व्हाइल, व्हाट हैपेंस इज आपका लेवल कई बार हाई होता है. एंड chess.com considers that as cheating, even though you did not do it intentionally. It can be considered cheating. So actually I would say कि you cannot win the membership. That's the thing. लेवॉन का मैच लगाओ भाई. लेवॉन का भी देखते हैं लेवॉन क्या कर रहा है भाई. लेवॉन विंसेंट केमर भाई, अगर आज तू जीत गया, अगर केमर आज जीत गया तो मैं नाचेगा भाई स्ट्रीम पे. भाई मैं स्ट्रीम पे मूनवॉक करूंगा. केमर जीता भाई, मैं केमर को भाई मतलब जाके उसके घर पे आके उसको समोसे डिलीवर करूंगा भाई. केमर जीता. कम ऑन केमर भाई, यू कैन डू इट फॉर वीडियो. लेट्स गो. यो साकिब भाई कैसे हो भाई? 420 की वाचिंग है चैट. डू लाइक द स्ट्रीम. लेट्स गो टू 420 लाइक्स. एंड इफ यू हैव फॉर फर्स्ट टाइम डू सब्सक्राइब चैनल गाइस. बढ़िया अप्रूव भाई, तुम कैसे भाई? तुम बताओ. वीडियो जिसको कहाँ मेंशन किया भाई? अपने व्लॉग में मेंशन किया भाई. क्रेजी भाई, ये कैसे हो? बढ़िया हो भाई. लेट्स गो टू वीडीज गेम अगेन. एंड फाइट हैज कैसल्ड. ब्लैक गोस B5 immediately भाई. Immediately B5 played. Both of them will go for a win. अरे yeah, I know both of them want to win. Yeah, both of them want to win. So I think it's very interesting. Okay, all sexy. यो लक्ष्य भाई कैसे हो? अपनी सीक्रेट रहनी चाहिए. Levon was 27 says yes he was. Chessassist India. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for chessassist to be considered in the same line as chessbase India, that's really awesome for me. You are really skilled. You deserve more, and ultimately you will get there. I think you are brilliant. Great presence, awareness, everything spot on. All the best. Thanks a lot, KGB 2015. Bye. Love you. Bye. I don't know if you're 2015 born. That means you will be 6 years old or 7 years old. But regardless, thanks a lot. Bye. Time to get video on stream. Nankishore, I have already talked to him beforehand. I've already mailed him. He already said he will come on stream after the Grand Prix ends. So I expect to call him on stream somewhere in March, I guess. Okay, sir, but don't insult by saying he's cheated. But he is a cheater, Neeraj bhai. It does count as cheating because other players suffered because of your account, and they might have won. They could not win. So it is technically a cheater by definition. Did you contact Vidit for this vlog? नहीं भाई, I did not contact Vidit for this vlog भाई. मैंने ये नहीं बोला Vidit भाई. रुको भाई, रुको. ठीक है, मैं फिर से contact करता हूँ. रुको भाई. यार Vidit भाई, एक सेकंड यार, गेम पॉज पे रखो यार एक सेकंड. हाँ, बिशप B7 खेल दिया ना? हाँ, एक सेकंड सुनो. यार इस बार शॉट दे दिया, मस्त यार. थैंक्स अ लॉट भाई. अगले में दे दो यार. ऐसे सब्स बढ़ते रहे, कितना मजा आएगा भाई, है ना? थैंक्स अ लॉट भाई यार. अगले में दे दो यार. अगले में दे दो शॉट यार. हाँ, एक और व्लॉग कर लो नेक्स्ट वाला, मतलब GP1 का. तो उसमें मुझे शाउट दे देना भाई. मजा आ जाएगा भाई, फील आ जाएगी भाई. हाँ, थैंक यू वीडियो भाई. हाँ, उसे क्वीन 2 खेल दिया भाई. खेल दो भाई, खेल दो यार. मूव खेल दिया. बाय बाय. हाँ, ठीक है. हाँ, सो मैंने बोल दिया भाई फिर से. ओके नीरज भाई यार, अब मूव ऑन भाई, मूव ऑन फ्रॉम इट. बड़े स्ट्रीमर, घंटा बड़े स्ट्रीमर. आप तो बड़े आदमी बन रहे हो भाई. कहाँ के बड़े आदमी भाई? Where did he give a shout out? On his vlog, bhai. Why streaming? Clipped meme incoming. Thanks a lot, bhai. IIT Kagre, Pura, nice, yeah, nice. I am Ahmedabad, nice, yeah, very well done. उत्कर्ष माथुर जी, आप लगता है उनके दोस्त हैं, I don't know. Is this event not giving ELO points? It will, bhai. ELO will increase and decrease. It's very important. बहुत कुछ change होगा यहाँ पे. How are you, brother? Still waiting for your mail reply. अजय अचानी भाई, कौन सा mail reply भाई? I have replied to all my emails and there's no email pending there. टिकू PewDiePie को भाई PewDiePie को भी contact करेंगे someday. Will be covering Grand Prix 2, of course, yeah, Rishikesh, I will be covering it. I'll be playing the Nationals and I'll be covering the Grand Prix both at the same time. So I'll have a game at 9:30 AM till 2 PM. Then I will have a game from 4 PM till like 8:30 PM and I'll then cover the Grand Prix from 8:30 PM. तो उस टाइम पे अगर मैं ऐसे हालत में मिलूं तो प्लीज भाई मुझे माफ कर देना. भाई शान ओपी, यो भाई, यो आशीष भाई कैसे हो? Next time Magnus will shout out. अरे crazy. If Aronian wins today, VD chance is totally gone, right? Vinit bhai, if Aronian wins, I think he will go 2 points ahead. Then VD has to win, and then Aronian has to lose the last game. So it's kind of very complicated, and I don't think Aronian will lose the last game. That's the thing. Neeraj bhai, now I have to hide you from the channel. Well, I gave you enough chances, so I have to hide you now. अरे देख लो मैथमेटिक्स विजार्ड भाई, कैसे हो भाई? नीलकंठ बानू के छोटे भाई कैसे हो? ठीक भाई, सुबह नाश्ते में क्या खाते हो समोसे के अलावा? यार मेरा ब्रेकफास्ट और स्वीट सब समोसा ही है भाई. VD gave a shout out to you. How do you feel? I feel really nice. By the way, chat, the game has progressed. Bhai, let's look at the game. A6, B5, Bishop A2 played. Very interesting, chat. Because यहाँ पे usually you put the bishop on D3 because you want the bishop towards your opponent's king, yeah. सीधा लेजर की तरह H7 की तरफ जाते हुए. But he played bishop to A2, also very interesting. That means he keeps the option of D5 alive. And after the move bishop B7, queen E2 played. So white is of course preparing rook to D1, putting the queen opposite the rook. And that's why VD ने immediately मार दिया. And now chat, can you find white's move here? What is white's move in this position? Very important. What is white's move in this? What did Dubov play, chat? Can you find the move? केमर जी तो मेरी जमीन जायदा उसके नाम कर दूंगा भाई. बिल्कुल भाई. अब मैं तो भाई अगर मैं अपनी बॉडी आगे जाके भाई मरने के बाद केमर के नाम कर दूंगा ऑर्गन भाई. बिल्कुल. Rook D1, exactly. Rook D1, pinning the pawn. He played Rook D1, and now you cannot take on E3 or C3. So VD played the move B4 now, and Keymer is now thinking. Keymer nahi. Dubov is now thinking, and he took on D4 very fast. So apparently Dubov is prepared. He is prepared, bhai. Very interesting. चेस स्टार्ट स्ट्रीमिंग. एवं कांग्रेट्स. हाँ भाई, हाँ देख लिया. साहिल ने वीडियो के साथ बस करो यार, चेस के लिए कुछ पूछ लो. कांग्रेट्स साहिल भाई के साथ. भाई कुछ भी. थैंक्स अ लॉट भाई, थैंक्स अ लॉट. 3.5 अगर स्कोर टाई हो गया तो who will proceed? Then they will have tie breaks. अरे भाई क्रेजी गेम भाई. After B4 he played E takes D4 and after BC3 D5 played. भाई ये तो बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड होता जा रहा है यार. So now knight D5 will be played and then rook takes D5. भाई ये गेम तो बहुत क्रेजी हो रही है भाई. Both players are very well prepared. गेम लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में है चैट. चैट हल्का सा लगा तो मुझे अगर माफ करना, अगर ज्यादा होगा तो बता देना भाई. बड़े आदमी भाई, समोसा किंग. अरे समोसा किंग नहीं है भाई. समोसा किंग साउंड्स लाइक अ वेरी गुड ब्रांड नेम दो. समोसा किंग और टिक्की भाई. नाइस. समोसा किंग और टिक्की, दैट्स समथिंग ऑफ. भाई प्लीज कॉपीराइट ले लिया भाई. समोसा किंग और टिक्की कोई छीनेगा नहीं. कोई कॉपीराइट नहीं है. समोसा किंग और टिक्की भाई, याद रखना. आज से 1 साल बाद भाई मॉड बना लिया. इसे शाउट आउट दिया वीडियो ने. अरे थैंक्स अ लॉट भाई. हाँ अच्छा, नाइस. थैंक्स फॉर द सुपर भाई. If Vidit wins today, that would prove that Dubov scrutinized VD. Yeah, if VD wins today, I think we should have like a proper match, like a 50-game match, VD versus Dubov, and VD will surely cross 2900 before Carlsen. Oh, by the way, C2 is also moved here. Bhai, kya crazy line hai. Oh, knight D5 played by VD now chat. He has to play rook takes D5 or bishop takes D5. Both are possible, but I feel rook D5 makes a crazy. By the way, chat, can you find the best move for black after rook takes D5? Why? One of the good moves. Okay, not the best move. Apparently, there was this move knight D4. Why? Insane. This was also possible. Okay, not possible. Apparently, शायद bishop D5 possible है क्या? Bishop D5, knight D4. भाई क्या crazy line है. Bishop C6. भाई ये क्या लाइन है? दिस इज टिपिकल इंजन चैट। अगर मुझे 10 साल भी दिया जाए मैं एनालाइज नहीं कर सकता। सो बिशप डी, इफ ही प्लेस बिशप d5, knight d4 is one of the good moves, and then bishop c6 is the best move. Bishop c6 and now knight d4 because the knight attacks the bishop. भाई क्या crazy! Chess is beauty. Chess is pure beauty भाई. Chess is pure beauty. And भाई thanks to engine we can kind of enjoy this beauty. Yo अर्चित भाई कैसे हो? Salute to अर्चित भाई, कैसे हो भाई? When will the results come out of the bullet tournament? Jugal, tomorrow I'll put out all the results because apparently the guy who won the tournament got banned, so I have to do it once more. So give me some time. I'll do it tomorrow. Don't worry, भाई. सब कुछ मिल जाएगा कल तुम्हें. I don't relate to the brand name, so I am out. लक्षित भाई, please भाई, please become a part. थोड़ी सी equity ले लो भाई हमसे. GM शिवांशु कैसे भाई? Chess is booty. Chess is beautiful, भाई, beautiful. Every time comment on Vidit's game, you must say position and not position. By the way, rook d5 played by Dubov, and now chat the queen is attacked, so probably queen b6 makes a lot of sense. Queen c7 also possible, queen c8 also possible. All moves with different plans, but I feel queen c7 should be the most logical because bishop f4 is not possible. केमर के घर जाओगे तो ब्लॉग बनाओगे? भाई केमर को मैं मैं केमर के लिटरली भाई मैं अपने आई थिंक मैं अगर केमर आज जीत गया चैट, आई प्रॉमिस यू, इफ केमर विंस टुडे, मेरी कल की स्ट्रीम का टाइटल होगा केमर ओपी. सो केमर या उसके सेकंड, इफ यू आर वाचिंग दिस प्लीज मोटिवेट केमर. मेरे कल की स्ट्रीम का टाइटल होगा केमर ओपी. सो लेट्स गो भाई. डेविड हाउ वुमेन ब्लैक इन दिस लाइन. इंटरेस्टिंग यार. अरे अर्चित भाई थैंक्स अ लॉट भाई. अरे क्रेजी भाई 10101. अरे पैसे इतने शगुन का मैं क्या करेंगे अर्चित भाई. थैंक्स अ लॉट भाई. अप्रिशिएट मैन. थैंक्स अ लॉट भाई. चेस इज ब्यूटीफुल. जीएम साहिल टिक्कू. ओके, आई वांट टू से दैट स्टेटमेंट इज वियर्ड, बट आपने जीएम साहिल टिक्कू लिखा है तो मैं कुछ बोल नहीं सकता. आई हैव टू एक्सेप्ट इट. वीडियो इज मैजिक टाइम 2 मैच में आप केमर का सेकंड क्या कर सकता है? बहुत सी कर सकता है भाई. कभी उसको वो पुराने जमाने में क्या होता था, वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप टाइम ना, ऐसे वो प्लेयर के पास जाते थे सेकंड्स, ऐसे कॉफी लेके या मतलब कुछ खाने के लिए लेके, उसमें कुछ सीक्रेट सिग्नल होता था. मतलब कि यार अगर मैं कॉफी लेके आऊंगा तो यू आर बेटर, अगर मैं मफिन लेके आऊंगा तो यू आर वर्स, अगर मैं लड़की लेके आऊंगा तो डेट पे चले जाना. सो ऑन ऐसी चीजें हैं. कैन यू agree that Dubov and Vidit always give bangers when they play? Totally agree. उनकी game is insane भाई, always. Chat stream like कर दो. Let's go to 500 likes. And if you're here for the first time, do subscribe to the channel, guys. Let's go. Queen f6. Now, Queen f6 has an obvious drawback. Taki Bishop g5 is a clear tempo, so the queen is almost trapped, if not already trapped. And now Bishop b1, maybe, I don't know, or even Knight h4, and the queen should be trapped very soon. So let's not move a queen जहाँ पे हम attack कर सकता है opponent. Keep it very safe. Queen c7 जहाँ पे attack करना मुश्किल है opponent के लिए. And then we play Bishop e7, castle very quickly. Very important, yeah. अरे भाई की वजह से आपका नेट वैल्यू 10x हो गया. सो आई वुड लाइक टू गिव यू 20% ऑफ योर कंपनी. है तो नहीं यार, थैंक्स फॉर द इवैल्यूएशन भाई, बट हमारी इवैल्यूएशन नहीं होगी, इतनी तो भी नेटवर्क भी नहीं होगी. अर्शित भाई का सपोर्ट तो एक क्रेजी है भाई. अर्शित भाई, पवन भाई, कितने सारे सपोर्ट है भाई. Glad to see this channel has featured in Vidit's vlog. Thanks for Sakit bhai for the kind words. Sahil Tikku is semi pro. अरे इतनी तारीफ करोगे तो पिघल जाऊंगा रे. Aronian blunder, what the hell? क्या बात कर रहे हो? Please call your parents. We'll have a parent meeting tomorrow. Very important. You're going to fail in the exam. Very important. So, anyways, let's go to Vidit's game. 1-0 कर लो भाई. साहिल भाई यहाँ पिघल गए बिल्कुल भाई. Sucks lot of have you, but यहाँ मैं पिघल गया भाई. 1-0. I'll be back. If Keymer wins his age % discount on course. How much is his age, by the way? स्क्रीनशॉट टेकन स्टिकर बना देगा डिस्कॉर्ड. भाई कल का स्क्रीनशॉट देखा था किसी ने? आई होप कल ट्विच पे लोग नहीं थे. कल का स्क्रीनशॉट लोगों ने नहीं देखा. जिन्होंने नहीं देखा है, थैंक यू फॉर नॉट वाचिंग दैट स्क्रीनशॉट भाई. ओह कल तो क्रेजी हो गया था भाई. एनीवे चैट, सो VD has still not played and that's surprising to me. VD is thinking now, so I'm very surprised by this because this is such a forcing line कि it makes no sense to think now. I think he should pretty much know Queen c7 pretty much, yeah. I'm surprised he's thinking now. I'm very surprised by this. Let's see. I saw the screenshot with your finger in the nose. His age is 150. भाई डुबो को तुमने भाई वर्ल्ड्स ओल्डेस्ट मैन बना दिया, शाबाश बेटा। थोड़ी तो कर लो बेचारे की। ब्लंडर इनकमिंग भाई, ब्लंडर नहीं भाई, कम ऑन वीडी, लेट्स गो लेट्स गो लेट्स गो लेट्स गो। गिव डिस्काउंट सेम एज यूरी आवर passage. Nice one Ajay bhai, nice one, love it. Age is 16. Is this a prep or not now? It's surely a prep. It's 110% prep. I think, yeah, he plays the best move, so that shows you he was just trying to recall the future moves. What happens is, chat, even if you know queen c7, you just want to calculate the future moves. Matlab, you don't want to run into situation jahan pe opponent plays some random move and you're confused. So he's thinking now. Queen b6 looks better, it's more active, chat, but the problem is at some point this bishop will come to e3. So first I will take, and next I will play bishop e3 at some moment, rook b1, and your queen is kind of, you know, very awkwardly placed. So I feel the queen should be here. I feel very important. The queen should be safe. हमारी रानी को safe रखो भाई. This is very very important. अरे पवन भाई, वेलकम टू आयरन मैन भाई, टोनी स्टार्क के जैसे आप बहुत अच्छे ग्रुप में हो भाई. थैंक्स फॉर सपोर्ट पवन भाई, थैंक्स अ लॉट भाई. Hikaru going all out really. Let's have a look. भाई Hikaru has played h4 भाई, crazy भाई. Hikaru आज भाई किंग्स इंडियन मतलब बिजनेस, मतलब भाई, मतलब पूरा, मतलब आंखों के लिए ट्रीट. लेट्स गो Hikaru भाई, h5 खेलो भाई, क्रेजी अटैक आने वाला बहुत तगड़ा. एंड Grischuk is trying to control the c5 square of course, but Hikaru like तू c5 ले ले, हम किंग ले लेंगे तेरा. So let's see what happens. Let's go to the game of video again. हाँ भाई, वॉचिंग तो देखो भाई, वॉचिंग ठीक है, वॉचिंग सब ठीक है भाई, मेन चीज है भाई गेम. आई वुड रादर हैव VD win than have a watching. Come on भाई, come on, let's go. Chance of VD in this tournament, Abhishek bhai, I have to be very honest. It very much depends on today's game because VD is playing Keymer tomorrow. Now I expect him to completely wipe off Keymer off the board tomorrow. So I think he can win tomorrow. Today, आज का दिन सबसे important है. And lucky factor क्या है पता है? The luckiest factor is he's playing Dubov. It's like, you know, मतलब इन दोनों का 36 का आंकड़ा है. वीडी हमेशा जीतता है, तो मुझे उम्मीद है भाई कि आज भी डुबोव जी भाई गेम देंगे. Isn't वीडी a piece up? भाई देखो 1 2 3 पीस, ठीक है, 1 2 3 पीस, चौथा पीस कहाँ दिख रहा है आपको भाई? I think Grischuk knows that position. Yeah, he might know it, but the thing is, Hikaru has prepared it. He's played it fast, and usually, you know, what happens is Grischuk is the guy who will take a lot of time, and once he falls into time pressure, तो if you're prepared against him really well, तो भाई उसको ओपनिंग में हराना बड़ा आसान है. So let's go to Hari Krishna's game once, by the way. Oh, by the way, Wesley, so we are looking at the Berlin defense by Wesley. So ये गेम भी important है because इस गेम के से हरि कृष्णा के चांसेस डिपेंड करते हैं. If Wesley so wins, chat, let me make it clear. If Wesley so wins, I think Hari Krishna cannot win the section. He can come second, of course, but he cannot come first. So that would be a huge blow for him. So let's hope so. Alexei Shidov, turns into this beast he was many years back and destroys Wesley So in this game. But very difficult, of course. Let's go to Hari Krishna's game now. And we saw it till bishop c4, knight b6, bishop b3, knight c6, d4, very normal, takes. And now black will, of course, he could go knight a5, trying to gain the bishop pair. He could play a move like d5, also very normal, still in the opening position. Yeah, and Dominguez is taking a lot of time. Very interesting. Dominguez ने already 20 मिनट ले लिए ये normal moves खेलने के लिए. That means this was a complete surprise for Dominguez. Yeah, good sign for Hari Krishna. Let's go to Vidi's game now. Game लंबा खींचो, Duo will lose. Vidi had a lot of patience. Yeah, by the way, after Queen c7, saving the Queen, apparently Rook g5 was one of the best moves, and Rook d3 is the second best move here. Very interesting. So Dubov does not go for the best move. I think that's, kind of on purpose to try to confuse Vidi. Very interesting choice by Dubov. Now, chat, question for you. Should we take this pawn? Yes or no? Chat, should we take this pawn or no? Come on, chat. Yes or no? Let's go, chat. Dominguez 2750 है भाई. हाँ, खतरनाक खिलाड़ी है वो, मजाक नहीं है. हमने प्रक को भी अंडरएस्टिमेट किया था, अब केमर को कर रहे हैं. अंडरएस्टिमेट नहीं कर रहे यार. If you want to challenge Magnus Carlsen, you have to back yourself up to defeat Keymer. As simple as that. अगर आप Keymer को हारते, then probably you are not at that level yet. So I feel we can kind of assume that there's a good chance we can defeat him. But against Duo, it's not easy with the black pieces. Yes, so if you take on b2 chat, first of all, the bishop will capture on b2. And now you cannot develop your bishop. And suddenly ये दो bishop देख के तो भाई मुझे मतलब आई डोंट नो वर्ल्ड वॉर 3 कब होगी, बट दिस इज अ गुड स्टार्ट टू वर्ल्ड वॉर 3. सो ये ऐसे ही स्नाइपर बैठे होंगे उस केस में भी. So I don't like this at all for VD, and I feel this will be very dangerous. So we do not take this pawn. We just play bishop e7. Very important. Let's go. Sack on this is not enough, chat, because I feel after bishop e7, played. Very good. He's in prep. Very important. Let's go, VD. Visually beast, exactly. भाई असली beast ये bishop होगा भाई. No offense to Adiban and beast chats, but असली beast ये bishop होगा भाई फिर. Sniper sniping. VD OP, yes. Out of 5 games, Vidit and Dubov, none a draw. Oh, very interesting, Ajay. I did not know that fact. Thanks for letting me know. Very interesting, yeah. Yeah, Levon's match, chat. Let's go to Levon's match for a second. This is also very important. Right now, Keymer has a slight edge, but it's just the typical opening edge White has. कुछ खास नहीं है अभी. And I do feel कि black's pieces are really well placed. And कल को the bishop is coming to f5, and this pawn can be weak later on. And you know the black can play on black squares completely. So I do like black's position here in terms of the knight can go to d6 later on. So right now, Ronnie doing quite okay. So let's go to Vidit's game again. India's lowest number of GMs because no parent supports in sports. यार तनिष भाई वो पेरेंट्स की गलती नहीं है भाई. I think parents have a valid point there. जैसे पैसे कमाना मुश्किल है. And by the way, bishop e7 played, and now rook takes c3. So chat, can somebody tell me the main imbalance here? Why this is an imbalance? Can somebody tell me? So we know game जीतने के लिए imbalance चाहिए. एंड यहाँ पे एक बहुत डिफरेंट इंबैलेंस है. एंड व्हाट इज दैट इंबैलेंस, चैट? मेरे को आपका लॉजिक देखना है. कैन यू फाइंड द मेन इंबैलेंस हियर, चैट? फाइंड इट. I don't mind if it doesn't win candidates. I just want to see him there. Yeah, but that's exactly my point. I want to see him in the candidates because then he can totally, spend money, resources, time into preparing for it. But I do feel कि मतलब candidates को qualify करना is the biggest step. Yeah. Yes, it's the pawn structure, chat. Exactly. White has the majority on the queen side, and black has the majority on the king side. So what does that tell you? That tells you white wants to simply push these pawns, make a queen later on in the endgame, and win the game. What does black want to do? He wants to castle, put the king on h8, and start pushing these pawns. Now, the important element is, imagine कर लो. Let's fantasize. हम लोग बहुत करते हैं fantasize भाई, especially stream के बाद तुम यही करते होगे. But anyways, let's imagine you fantasize a lot. And let's say you put the king on h8, ठीक है? Imagine कर लो king is on h8, rook is on f8, ठीक है? My second rook is on e8, and I push these pawns to f5 and e4. I think Dubov can literally resign because once this knight moves, knight can come to d4, this bishop can be a beast, and suddenly बहुत खतरनाक हो जाएगा. And you can totally imagine ये इन दोनों pawns का असर क्या हो गेम पे. बहुत खतरनाक. ये दोनों pawn मतलब गेम को डिस्ट्रॉय कर सकते हैं. एंड समटाइम्स यू कुड लिटरली जस्ट प्ले e5, knight d4, and if black takes, pawn takes, and we have a pass pawn on d4 that can also control our squares. So I think VD की पोजीशन में पोटेंशियल तो बहुत है, but I feel it's like right now white has the initiative. Yeah, the knight is under a pin, the bishop is very strong, black is not castled yet. The bishop is coming to g5. उसके बाद if you take the knight g5 and queen h5. So by the way, chat, ये रुक का अल्टीमेट स्क्वायर किसी को दिख रहा है क्या, चैट? वेयर डू यू थिंक दिस रुक विल गो नेक्स्ट? चैट बताओ, ये रुक नेक्स्ट कहां जाएगा? विल गो टू हरी गेम, चैट, वेरी सून. What is the best move to do now? So it's first of all, I think VD's move now. He's just played rook c3. So I think castle should be the main move. Rook d3 तो आया है, chat. Yes, chat. The rook can also later on go to g3 and h3 and attack VD. So white also has some good chances. So black has to be really careful here. But अगर black develop कर ले fully, if he fully develops, if he keeps his pieces active, if he avoids any attack, so I think long term VD can be better. It's like right now white is slightly better. Right in the end game white will be better. बट एक मिडिल फेज है जहां पे ये पॉन्स अभी एडवांस नहीं है. उस स्टेज में VD कैन बी वेरी मच विनिंग ऑल्सो. सो लेट्स होप सो VD कैन क्रिएट सम काउंटर प्ले. आई एम रूटिंग फॉर Dubov. वाई नॉट? अपने देसी लोगों को सपोर्ट करो यार. ऋषभ टिक्कू भाई इज अनमैच. अरे थैंक्स अ लॉट भाई. बूस्ट इज द सीक्रेट ऑफ नॉट माय एनर्जी. एनीवेज, ऋषभ टिक्कू भाई इज अनमैच. थैंक्स अ लॉट भाई. व्हाट अबाउट बिशप f3? ओके, बिशप f3. कौन सा बिशप भाई? कौन सा बिशप यहाँ पे वो हाई जंप करके f3 पहुंचने वाला है? बोर्ड्स 26 अप्रैल से इंतजार करो भाई. क्या पता वेरिएंट आ जाए कोई नया, कुछ पता नहीं है. You can play bishop 6 chat, but the point is the rook is anyway not going to stay on c3. हम फालतू में white को rook develop करने के लिए move दे रहे हैं. He will play rook c4 and then he'll bring the rook to g4. So I think first of all castling is the most important thing. Levon worse, yeah, but it's the opening chat. It's only the opening Levon's game. It's not really worse for him right now. So let's go to the game of Hari Krishna now. By the way, d5 played by black, so I think the bishop will come to f5 or g4 if allowed to. Then he will play e6, bishop e7, castles and so on. And white should probably just play bishop c2, knight f3, queen d3, and maintain this battery here. And bishop c2 also prevents bishop f5, also very important. We don't want this bishop out of the pawn chain. That's exactly what Dominguez wants. So let's go to the game of Vidit now. I support Vidit, but that rook on c3 is scary. अरे भाई हॉरर मूवी से डरते नहीं हम, भूतों से डरते नहीं हम. हॉन्टेड हाउस में कबड्डी खेलने वाले चेस प्लेयर हैं हम लोग. हम नहीं डरते भाई रुक से. लक्ष्य ने क्या डीपी लगाया है भाई? लक्ष्य भाई ये क्या है भाई? लक्ष्य भाई कहाँ है? लक्ष्य भाई ये क्या कर रहे हो भाई? हमारी तुमने पैंट उतार रहे हो भाई 650 लोगों के सामने. प्लीज भाई डीपी चेंज कर लो भाई. कैप और टोनी भाई. टोनी, आई हैव टू गो फॉर टोनी. Can white play g3 bishop 4? He can, but chess bhai एक important चीज. Once you play g3, the rook cannot come to g3. So g3 is a very committed move. लगता है कि यार g3 बहुत अच्छी मूव है, bishop 4 खेलेंगे. But it has two drawbacks. First of all, एक तो rook g3 नहीं आ सकता, and second, ये bishop का diagonal open हो गया. So white has to be really careful about playing a move like g3 here. So very careful. आज Grischuk खेलने चाहता था लेकिन king c3 चला गया शायद. Interesting. The expression is the highlight to be honest. अरे यार प्लीज भाई वो लक्ष्य भाई पूरा ₹1.5 देगा भाई. डीपी चेंज कर लो. With all this one against Dubov, how much this affect the players? I think it would definitely play on Dubov's mind and it would give Vidit a lot of confidence. For example, I mentioned this I think day before yesterday that I have played against an IM who's an IM he became an IM just now. His rating is 2400. But still, I have a 6-0 record against him. And once you end up winning against him twice, I think they kind of always have the drawback against you mentally. And they will never be able to, fully believe in the position, I feel. New person comes after seeing Vidit vlog, sees Lakshya's DP, leaves. Please, Lakshya, भाई. भगवान तुम्हें दुआई देगा भाई. Please DP change कर लो. अनमोड कर दो, अभी करेगा. हाँ, अरे. Good suggestion, बालानर भाई. लक्ष्य भाई देख लो कौन बोल रहा है मुझे अनमोड करने के लिए. ये बालानर जी है. Hari game chat. Hari game is still in the opening phase chat. कुछ हुआ नहीं है यहाँ पे actually. They're taking a lot of time, so that's why I'm focusing on this game right now. And also Hikaru's game h4 knight c5, queen c2 defending the pawn, and now c6 played. So also in the opening phase we go to Levon's game once. क्या चल रहा है वहाँ पे? Oh यार ये क्या प्रॉब्लम है यार इस विंसेंट केमर की भाई ये क्या है भाई? केमर भाई मतलब ये क्या है भाई? मतलब he made a mistake chat and now his king will be a typical nude king after bishop d2, king d2. Like why is Keymer doing this? Keymer भाई क्या मतलब? भाई केमर के खिलाफ प्रदर्शन करना चाहिए. केमर हमारी मांगे पूरी करो. केमर भाई प्लीज भाई थोड़ा तरस खाए हमारे पर भाई. देश यहाँ पे कितने सारे भाई 700 लोग देख रहे हैं ऑलमोस्ट भाई. प्लीज भाई गेम ना हारे. केमर का रट्टा फेल यार. 27 रेटिंग किसने दिया भाई केमर भाई को? एनीवे लेट्स गो टू विदिट्स गेम. लक्ष्य जाने क्या बोला भाई? लक्ष्य कहाँ है? आई कांट सी लक्ष्य एक्चुअली. कुछ लिखा क्या उसने? जीबी में किसने भेजा दिया इसको? अर्जुन ही बढ़िया खेलता यार. लिटरली 2664 यार. अर्जुन को बुलाओ यार. लेट्स कॉल अर्जुन भाई. अर्जुन बाय द वे कल ऑलमोस्ट वन टाइटल ट्यूजडे एज वेल यार. क्रेजी खेल रहा है वो. 2660 वही यार. मतलब 2660 मतलब राउंड ऑफ कर दिया था मैंने थोड़ा सा यार. जैसे मेरा 2201 है तो राउंड ऑफ करके 2300 बनता है. सेम वे केमर का 2660 राउंड ऑफ करके राउंड ऑफ 2300 बनता है. टिक्कू भाई आपकी क्या रेटिंग है? 2201 राउंड ऑफ के 2300. आज टिक्कू भाई मालदीव से स्ट्रीम कर रहा है. भाई इतने अमीर दोस्त नहीं है मेरे भाई कि मालदीव में जाऊंगा मैं. वेल मैं निहाल तक अर्जुन स्टार्ट प्लेइंग अगेन. आई थिंक जब उनका मूड करेगा भाई. जब आई थिंक इट्स लाइक श्रीनाथ भाई इज द कोच ऑफ एवरीबडी. ठीक है तो श्रीनाथ भाई कैन ओनली सपोर्ट वन प्लेयर टाइम. सो उन्होंने टाइम लेकर रखा श्रीनाथ भाई से. सो अभी प्रग ने टाइम लिया, अर्जुन ने टाइम लिया, अर्जुन खेला. अब नेक्स्ट निहाल विल टेक टाइम, सो निहाल विल प्ले. नेक्स्ट आई थिंक प्रग विल टेक टाइम, देन ही विल प्ले. सो इट टोटली डिपेंड्स ऑन श्रीनाथ. अशित भाई एक्चुअली कैमरा रिपोजिशन किया है मैंने बिकॉज आई एम एट अ फ्रेंड्स प्लेस. वी आर ट्राइंग टू प्रैक्टिस चेस बिकॉज नेशनल्स आ रहा है 25 से, सो इसलिए मैं प्रैक्टिस के लिए दोस्त के घर पे हूँ. आई एम ट्राइंग टू सी कि मतलब कैन आई स्ट्रीम फ्रॉम दिस प्लेस. इफ इट वर्क्स टुडे इट्स परफेक्ट, इफ इट डजंट आई विल स्ट्रीम फ्रॉम माय होम अगेन. सो लेट्स सी इफ इट वर्क्स टुडे. लाइक बार जनता, थैंक यू वेरी मच. भाई कैसे हो? भाई कनाडा भेज दो यार, कनाडा में सारे इंडिया है भाई, कनाडा इंडिया बराबर ही है. 2201 से 2300, ऑफ कोर्स 2300 राउंड ऑफ होगा ना यार. क्यों चैट बताओ भाई, 2201 से कहां राउंड ऑफ होगा भाई? 2300 होगा ना चैट प्लीज. 2300 होगा ना भाई, लिखो भाई 2300 की 2200. और ध्यान रखना भाई, तुमने आगे जाके मॉड बनने का तो मुझे बोलोगे, तो ध्यान से चूज करना भाई चैट. बाल डाई क्यों करवा ली है भाई? डाई नहीं करवाया, वही बाल है भाई, वही रेशमे काले बाल मेरे. ओह 2210 से 3000 राउंड ऑफ. अर्चित भाई इज द भाई क्रेजी भाई, इज द बेस्ट भाई. रेटिंग भी और सपोर्ट भी क्रेजी. 2700, यस नाइस भाई, नाइस. 2900, वेरी वेल डन. या इट साउंड्स अप्रोप्रिएट, यस. यस ऑफ कोर्स 2300, यस चैट एग्जैक्टली. नेशनल कहां पे स्ट्रीम होगा? नेशनल स्ट्रीम नहीं होगा यार, बट आई थिंक आई विल ऑफ कोर्स स्ट्रीम. उस टाइम पे मैं गेम खेलूंगा और शाम को स्ट्रीम करूंगा. इट वर्क्स एग्जैक्टली, परफेक्ट. क्योंकि यहाँ की स्पीड एक्चुअली पता है कितनी? आई टेल यू, यहाँ की स्पीड इज लाइक आई थिंक 5 Mbps. तो इट्स लाइक मतलब बहुत बेरली चल रहा है, बट इट्स वर्किंग एज ऑफ नाउ. So chat, by the way, VD has still not played. I'm surprised by this, and this basically tells us that VD is not in his, his prep is kind of running out now. How can one be so sweet? Wait, yes, bhai. Thank you, bhai. Hopefully मेरे लिए ही था. Hopefully मेरे लिए क्या आपने? Thank you, bhai. I appreciate it. 5 MPs upload, हाँ. I can understand हिंदी नंबर सिखाओगे? 1 2 3 4 वो गाना है गूगल माधुरी जी से 1 2 3 4 5 7 8. उसमें सारा हिंदी में जितना आपको जानने की जरूरत है, यू वुड अंडरस्टैंड भाई. कैमरा जरा व्लॉग बनाऊंगा भाई, ऑफ कोर्स बनाऊंगा व्लॉग भाई, नेशनल से बनाऊंगा भाई व्लॉग. कैन वीडी विन दिस ग्रुप? ही कैन भाई, बट हमें केमर साहब की हेल्प चाहिए थोड़ी सी. बट केमर साहब हेल्प करने को तैयार नहीं है, उनकी डिमांड्स बहुत हाई है. वो कह रहे वो मान ही नहीं रहे. सीओबी, हाँ भाई सीओबी होगा आई थिंक. कब होगा यार? फेब्रुअरी मार्च में होगा आई गेस, बिकॉज समय ने बोला है बहुत जल्दी होगा, तो आई गेस तभी होना चाहिए भाई. 14 को हिंदी में क्या कहते हैं? अरे यार भाई 14 को हिंदी में क्या खेलते हैं मुझे पता नहीं यार, एक्चुअली आई डोंट नो. गेट अ बेटर राउटर, मल्टीपल कनेक्शंस कॉज लो स्पीड्स. हाँ अर्जुन, मैं अपने दोस्त से घर पे हुआ इसलिए. बाय द वे कैसल प्लेड चैट, ही हैज प्लेड द बेस्ट मूव कैसल्स, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. लेट्स सी नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस. आपने आते करके घर हो क्या? उसके घर पे नहीं हो यार. कैसे हो साहिल भाई? लव यू बता. थैंक्स धवल कुमार, थैंक्स फॉर काइंड वर्ड्स. गुड लक, थैंक्स अ लॉट. रुक D8 फॉर कैसलिंग वुड बी बेटर कॉज ऑफ ओपन फाइल मिल जाएगा. यू मीन रुक D8? आई मीन यस, बट आइडियली चैट आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन फॉर यू. जब भी हम कोई रुक D8 इज फाइन, बट आई थिंक हम पहले वो मूव खेलते हैं जो हमें खेलनी ही खेलनी है. ठीक है, मान लो आप स्कूल में हो, ठीक है, आपके 4 टीचर है, ठीक है. 3 टीचर कहते हैं कल होमवर्क करके ले आना भाई. 1 Mbps until was high. हाँ, it should work in 5 Mbps though. It should work in 5 Mbps. That's true. Feel like after stabilizing B2 can also become weakness, right? Yeah, B2 can also weakness long term. That's absolutely true, Akshat भाई. तो imagine करो कि 4 टीचर है, ठीक है. 3 टीचर है, कहेंगे हाँ बेटा होमवर्क कर लेना. एक कहती है बेटा होमवर्क कर लेना, एक कहती है बेटा होमवर्क कर लेना, एक कहता है अगर होमवर्क नहीं किया तो मेरा हाथ और तुम्हारा मुंह. तो पहला होमवर्क तुम कौन सा करोगे भाई? उसी है करोगे ना. आई थिंक दैट्स वेरी ऑब्वियस. तो इट्स द सेम थिंग. यहाँ पे सबसे क्रिटिकल है कैसलिंग करना. किंग रंगा है हमारा, किंग को कैसलिंग करना है. सो दैट्स व्हाई पहले कैसलिंग वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. बिशप सैक्रिफाइस, बिशप h6. 6000 की वॉचिंग नॉट फेयर. 6000 की नहीं भाई, 600 की है. Chat, do like the stream chat, and if you're here for the first time, do subscribe channel guys. My point in 5 MPS, it's working fine. Arey nice, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think it's because of other issues probably. What about chess based stream? That happened yesterday, Sanjeev भाई. जिसने प्यार से बोला अपन किसी से डरता नहीं है. अरे राहुल भाई, that's insane भाई. Best position is to take sick leave. That's also true भाई, that's also true. बट लेकिन भाई आई डोंट नो, मेरा टीचर एक थे फिजिक्स के भाई, वो बताया करते थे व्हाट ही यूज्ड टू डू इज, वो पहले होमवर्क देते थे एंड देन ही वुड आस्क एवरीबॉडी इन द क्लास टू स्टैंड, एंड देन जिसने होमवर्क किया उसको बिठाना, जिसने नहीं किया तो भाई भाई फिर तो भाई ओहो भाई क्या पिटाई होती थी. Anyway, chat, bishop e3 played by Dubov now, and that's very interesting because chat, usually what you do is you move the bishop only once. And I'm not sure if e3 square is the best square for the bishop here, because the bishop is not really doing much unless he wants to exchange the bishop c5. And now, chat, bishop f6 does make a lot of sense. So VD will be okay as long as he's not under time crunch. Pawan bhai, that's literally the only problem he's had. एक ही प्रॉब्लम रही है पीडी की, that is time. अगर वो टाइम को मैनेज कर लेना, I think he can easily qualify from this pool. Like there is no doubt. जितना उसने कारसिल में खेला था in the first half, it was so good. I mean, it was inspiring, yeah. I mean, I got goosebumps after that game against Dubov, जहाँ पे he played rook f6 and so on. It was insane. So I think if he manages his time well, he should be favorite. आपका डुबोव की पार्टी वाला इंटरव्यू देखा है? नहीं देखा यार. What are the standings right now, chat? BD is 1 point behind. 1 point behind. So if he wins, he catches up with Aronian. And बाद में सारा का सारा दामन आता है भाई केमर साहब के ऊपर. क्या वो ड्रॉ होल्ड कर पाते हैं? Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Let's go to the game off with again. चेस बेस वाला, वो वाला मैं कल रिवील करूंगा डिस्कॉर्ड पे. संजीव भाई डिस्कॉर्ड ज्वाइन कर लो. टनासिल फर्स्ट वाज इनसेन. एग्जैक्टली भाई, इट वाज सो गुड भाई. मतलब it was like the बोलते हैं मतलब artistic form of chess. मतलब you look at, you're like, वाह यार, I didn't know it was possible. It was crazy. Keymer stares a lot. I think that would be his nickname, yeah. Keymer stares a lot. अगर वो हारा तो यही नाम रखूंगा मैं उसका. Aronian pushing यार, कहाँ पुश करेगा वो? कितनी आदत है उसको पुश करने की. If there's a time to Levon video at the end, will there be a decider match? There'll be a decider match, भाई. There'll be a decider match. I hope so कि ऐसा नहीं है कि मतलब 1-on-1 count होगा, but I think it's kind of tie break होगा. Let's see. Yeah, Wall 60 was banned by there was some sort of issue there. Because now it's possible, chat. Now you can play Bishop is totally, you can play this, and the rook of course will have to move somewhere. And to be honest, I look at rook d3 as one of the options and rook c4 as the other choice. Depends on the strategy he has. Does Dubov want to attack? Then rook c4 makes a lot of sense. Does he want to, go for a slightly better position with rook d3 and try to develop rooks? Then rook d3. So let's see what he plays here. Rook d3 वैसे कोई issue हो सकता है क्या? Maybe हो सकता है. Yeah, maybe just rook f d8, and I feel then these two pawns kind of make a deal, and the b2 pawn is a bit weak. So probably rook c4 is the best deal, like going for the attack. अरे बेटे, thanks for super chat भाई. साहिल भाई, आपको fluent language आती है? हाँ भाई, fluent language आती है भाई. ये जो language है ये वाली नहीं आती लेकिन. वीडी का देखा क्या भाई? मैंने व्लॉग देखा नहीं, मैंने लास्ट का पार्ट देखा बिकॉज मुझे लोगों ने बताया कि इसको शाउट आउट दिया है. थैंक्स लॉट टू वीडी. मैं पूरा देखूंगा भाई स्ट्रीम के बाद. टाइम नहीं मिला आज. हरी गेम, यस हरी गेम. सो हरी लेट्स गो. एंड ओ बाय द वे, आफ्टर d5 bishop c2 played. Best move, knight b4, trying to get the bishop pair, and he just placed the move h3. So Hari Krishna probably still in his prep. फ्लेम्ड भाई, ये गेमर फ्लीट की लैंग्वेज है क्या? मुझे बता दो भाई. अगर इस लैंग्वेज से 1 मिलियन हो जाते हैं तो भाई डेफिनेटली कल से यही लैंग्वेज बोली जाएगी चैनल पे. व्हाट हैपेंस वाज ही विल नॉट गेट द प्राइज. संजीव भाई जो सेकंड थे उनको मिलेगा. फ्लीट लैंग्वेज नॉट फ्लुएंट. अरे नाइस. कैन यू सर प्लीज? ओके, लेट्स गो टू द गेम ऑफ वीडी अगेन चैट. लेट्स गो. कम ऑन वीडी. सो चैट नाउ आई थिंक बिशप f6 and chat, by the way, very important. Bishop f6 kind of forces white to decide, because right now the rook is very flexible. It can go to d3 and try to attack on the d file. It will go to c4 and try to maintain this pin and go to g4. So bishop f6 के बाद the rook has to choose. Once it goes to c4, it can no longer control the d file, and once it goes to d3, it can no longer come to g4. So I think bishop f6 kind of forces the white rook to decide कि भाई जाना किधर है बे, किधर जाना है. That's the point of bishop f6 also, and also puts a lot of pressure on b2. Sandbagging थी I think. I am Nitish. Welcome Prince. कैसे हो भाई? Come on VD भाई खेल दे यार. By the way, VD has used up a significant amount of time. 16 moves played and he has used up 27 minutes. Very interesting. He might face some time pressure later on, considering how complicated this position is. Come on, Vidi, let's play fast. Why isn't Vienna played at the high level? I think because Vienna is like it's like slightly drawish and the theory is well established. जब theory में नए idea निकलने बंद हो जाते हैं ना, तो people kind of don't play at top level. Yes, you can hope for it, bhai, if you're in the top 3. Vidi, warm me time. Let's hope so, Rishabh bhai. Let's hope so, bhai. Rishabh bhai, आपका वही सरनेम है क्या, by the way? Bhai, play Ice for Ice song. Okay. Ice for Ice, baby. Yes. प्ले कर दिया. How much time we had? 40 moves. 60 moves का कोई टाइम ऐड नहीं होगा. 40 के बाद 30 में, so it's not a lot of time. Why King's Gambit not played Nepo, Demolish, Alieza? यार King's Gambit में क्या होता है कि यार मतलब it's like a drawback. You're taking a disadvantage from the start itself. That's the issue. आप imagine करो यार, imagine करो. हम कहते हैं king safety, king safety, king safety, and suddenly दूसरी वो white f4 खेल दे और king बोलेगा भाई dude what the f, like मेरा कुछ तो ख्याल कर. So that's the issue with the King's Gambit. That's a surname, Pranshul, but that's actually a surname. I've heard it before. We blamed Anish for his loss. Yeah, that's slow problem, bhai. Yeah, I think I forgot about it. Let me add it. Okay, 5 second card should be good enough, I think. When will Anish play? Anish will play Grand Prix 2 and Grand Prix 3. Vincent, second inaccuracy. यार ये केमर की इशू क्या है? By the way, oh he's not played yet. क्या इशू है केमर को भाई? I mean, chat, honestly, just think about it. Like, if I ask you, chat, what should white play in this position? Your king is kind of in the center. So, bishop d2, king d2 aane wala hai. So, the obvious move here should be queen d4. I think it's like the most obvious move. There is absolutely no doubt queen d4 is the best move. I don't know why Keymer is playing like this, and it's not like he's in prep. He's using up a lot of time. So, that means he's not in prep. केमर भाई आज ही तुम्हें गेम देनी है क्या भाई? आज ही गेम दोगे तुम? केमर भाई प्लीज भाई, मतलब हमारे देश की इज्जत आप पे लगी केमर भाई. मैं कितना तुम बुलाओगे केमर भाई? कम ऑन केमर भाई प्लीज भाई. सच में आंसू आ गए भाई, कितनी एक्टिंग, कन्विंसिंग एक्टिंग कर लेता मैं, आंसू सच में आ गए भाई. करण जोहर प्लीज, माय ईमेल इज इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन. Vidit gave me shout out. Yes bhai, yes true. Thanks to Vidit bhai. Keymer helping Levon to win his group. यार भाई Keymer का क्या चक्कर है भाई? Carries on the line of bishop takes. Yeah, so basically, chat, the thing is, जब भी आपका king नंगा होने वाला है, I think queen d4, queen exchanging queens makes a lot of sense. So queen d4 might be the best move, and probably black has to take now bishop d2, king d2, and I think Keymer did not go for this because it's slightly worse for white because black will of course get the pawn back. But now after queen f4, bishop d2 now, king d2. And now you can see the king कर क्या रहा है king d2 पे, and now even just playing a move like g6. I don't like this for black because for white, sorry, because I mean rook d1 खेल सकते हो maybe, but then knight d5, your queen is attacked now. मारोगे तो भाई queen d5 and king e2, queen g2. काहे मतलब काहे खेलना है सब? queen trade करो ना. Imagine if the queens are not on the board, white would be absolutely fine here. So that's the important deal. So queen f4 is a definite mistake. Let's see how Levon takes advantage of this. Probably he does not take it. Let's hope so. Let's go to Vidit's game again. Thanks for Prince bye. Different Swiss and round robin. Swiss होता है यार, मतलब like they put the people on the rating list based on the rating decreasing order में, and the first guy plays the guy who's in the middle. And second place the next guy, third place the next guy. Round robin means कि जब हर कोई हर किसी से खेल रहा है. It's like a मतलब battle royale of WWE यार. No prediction trade दक्ष भाई, आज नहीं करी हमने. आज में टाइम नहीं मिल पाया, आज मैं 2 से घर पे था. मैं करूंगा कल फिर से. Vincent trying to win maybe, yeah, but I mean I don't know man. Like मतलब अपने किंग को नंगा करके विन के लिए ट्राई करना कौन सा स्ट्रेटेजी है? Keeping queens on board, yeah, but if your king is here, I don't know if keeping the king queens on board is the best strategy. आपका king d6 पे लेके नहीं भाई, हाँ मेरा किंग नंगा है थोड़ा, बट नहीं, we will not do this. We don't do this here. We don't trade queens. Like we have to look at the position, analyze the position, उसके बेस पे करना है यार. Royal Rumble exactly भाई. So chat, let's go to Hari Krishna's game now because chat we have to remember Hari Krishna is lagging behind Wesley So, and Wesley So तो ऐसे खेल रहा है ऐसे मतलब वो मतलब होता है ना, इसे होता है कि आपने कभी हुआ ऐसा, कभी आप बारबेक्यू नेशन में या कभी कहीं बफे करने गए हो और आपने जानबूझ के लंच नहीं किया टू काइंड ऑफ रात को ठूसने के लिए। भाई मैंने तो किया है भाई। सो दिस इज व्हाट वेस्ली सो इज डूइंग राइट नाउ। उसने 1-2 साल से इंटरनेशनल टूर्नामेंट्स ओटीबी ज्यादा खेले नहीं, सारी रेटिंग यहीं पे लेके जाएगा वो। सो वेस्ली सो इज रनिंग अवे विद द टूर्नामेंट नाउ एंड हरि कृष्णा हैज टू विन टुडे। इफ ही डज नॉट विन टुडे, Hari Krishna cannot come first in his group. That's absolutely clear. So let's go to the game of Hikaru once. Bhai, Hikaru was better already. By the way, Queen C2 C6 we saw after the move H5, CD5, CD5, Queen A5, trying to pin this pawn. H6, Bishop H8, F3. Bhai, crazy. Bishop D7, Rook B1. And by the way, chat, this is very common idea by Alpha Zero. H6 तक पूरा पॉन अंदर घुसा देने का। एंड द बिशप ऑन H8 के बारे में क्या सपने देखे थे इसने भाई, कहाँ रह गया बिशप? आई डोंट नो इफ दिस कैन एवर कम इनटू द गेम चैट। कैसे आएगा? देयर इज नो वे। आई मीन बिशप F6, बिशप E7 लाना पड़ेगा। दैट्स अ लॉन्ग वे। आई थिंक दिस विल बी रियली बैड फॉर द रेस्ट ऑफ द गेम। सो आई फील व्हाइट इज स्लाइटली बेटर हियर। एंड लेट्स गो टू द गेम ऑफ विदित अगेन। हाँ, हिकारू टाइम क्या चल रहा है? हिकारू के पास 3 मिनट एक्स्ट्रा है। मतलब वो उसने सोचा ही नहीं अब तक गेम में भाई। दिस इज नोन एज ओपनिंग प्रेप भाई। दिस इज ओपनिंग प्रेप एट इज फाइनेस्ट। ग्रिश्चुक का आधा टाइम खत्म हो चुका है और हिकारू ने लिटरली अब तक 1 सेकंड के लिए नहीं सोचा भाई। क्रेजी भाई, क्रेजी। लेट्स गो टू द गेम ऑफ विदित नाउ। प्लीज टॉक टू द बिशप। Oh, by the way, he played after the move Bishop E3, he played Rook C8. Now that was not the best move. यहाँ पे Knight G5 was possible for White with the idea of, you know, Queen H5 and so on. And Bishop G5 would have given White the Bishop pair and probably slightly better. But he played the move Rook C1. And now Bishop F6 is the best move. Will VD play it? Come on, VD, let's go for it, man. Is chessassist is so trash that the front camera refused to capture his nice. Grischuk game, Knight H5. Grischuk game. We'll go to that game very soon, by the way. In Aronian, Hikaru के चैनल पे बोरिंग कमेंट चल रही है। बेंजामिन बोकी एंड 13 की वॉचिंग है भाई। वो ना ब्रांड नेम है ना यार। मतलब लेट्स से कि कल को ये चैनल ग्रोस टू लाइक 100K सब्स, तो उसके बाद अगर मैं लेटता भी लग जाऊं तो उसके बाद भी लोग देखेंगे, वो फर्क पड़ता है। बट ऑफ कोर्स आई विल नॉट डू दैट ऑफ कोर्स, बट जस्ट सेइंग। लेट्स गो टू द गेम ऑफ Aronian. Chat, by the way, Aronian took on D2 and played the move Queen B4. Now this is not the best move. Apparently the best move was something like, you know, G6, but this is very inhuman. I think Queen B4 is the human move here. And now chat, question for you. Where should the king go, chat? I have 2 positions for you. King E2, King C1. Come on, chat. Where does the king go? Important moment. Chessassist trolling B stats. अरे नहीं भाई B stats is one of the best react content creator I've seen. I can't react properly भाई, मुझे आता ही नहीं है भाई। क्रेजी है भाई। ट्विच पे उनकी वॉचिंग देखो भाई, क्रेजी 400 से वॉचिंग होती है भाई। Yeah, C1 is the best square because we want the king of the D file very soon. If you play King E2, it's like it's not like losing on the spot apparently, but then comes Knight G6 and Knight takes G6 and then Queen takes B2, and this is a huge problem. So I think that's the issue. Of course, you can directly take as well. That's also possible. So I think this is a huge problem. And now King C1 is the only move, defending the pawn on B2 and preparing Rook D1 followed by A3. The Queen will have to go back and slowly we will try to play B3, King B2 maybe. Also, once the Queen goes back, we can, you know, कभी-कभी कुछ कर सकते हैं ऐसे King D2, King E1 कर सकते हैं, ऐसे करके कुछ नाच सकते हैं। King को सेफ्टी भी जाना है। ये बिशप देखो भाई, क्या खतरनाक बिशप है भाई, किंग को काटता हुआ पूरा 2 हिस्सों में। दिस इज द मेटिंग स्क्वायर चैट, द मेटिंग स्क्वायर apparently. So mating position C2 पे है. Let's go to this position and Aronian definitely better. Let's go to the game of Vidit. Manual castle, exactly. Engine showing this game equal. It might be equal, bhai. It might be equal. अरे नंकिश भाई, thanks for super chat भाई, 201 super chat. Thanks a lot भाई नंकिश भाई. Really appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot भाई. Thanks a lot भाई. Thanks a lot भाई. Thanks a lot भाई. Grischuk game 95. Let's go to Grischuk game once. If Arjun was there in place of Keymer, Vidit would have won. Arey Ashika, I'm not sure. Arjun is definitely in great form and would have depended, you know, which color he has. Let's go to the game of this one. Yeah, 95 is possible, but I feel if knight h5 chat, I would not hesitate to sacrifice an exchange here. Rook takes h5, g takes h5 feels very normal to me. I think white is completely winning here, so we want the king open. Nange king चाहिए हमें भाई, that's very important. Let's go to Vidit's game again. Snoop Dogg Legends, he left his live stream. You will not believe ऋषभ भाई आज क्या हुआ. आज मैं यहाँ से I was trying to test if I can stream. मैंने दिन को एक अनलिस्टेड स्ट्रीम करी और मैं स्ट्रीम कर रहा हूँ अपने लैपटॉप कैमरा से. मैंने भाई कुछ भी नहीं करा हुआ है ऐसे, मतलब मेरे को कोई स्ट्रीम पे आ सकता नहीं है. अचानक से भाई अक्षय चैट में यो भाई क्या हाल है, ये क्या चल रहा है भाई. मैंने कहा अक्षय भाई तुम्हें कहाँ से लिंक मिला भाई. क्रेजी, इट वाज क्रेजी. सुपर चैट का नोटिफिकेशन है भाई, वो लोग यूपीआई से भेज रहे हैं भाई. दैट्स क्रेजी भाई, यूपीआई से लोग भेज रहे हैं इसलिए वो नोटिफिकेशन नहीं आया. थैंक्स अ लॉट यार भाई, थैंक्स अ लॉट भाई. साहिल कॉलिंग इज एक्टिंग कन्विंसिंग. गरुड़ पुराण में के लिए अलग सजा है भाई. ये गरुड़ पुराण क्या है भाई, मुझे पता नहीं है भाई. दोस्त के पास भी ग्रीन स्क्रीन है भाई. मैं खुद की लाया हूँ, तो मैं खुद की लाया हूँ बिकॉज इट बिकम्स इजियर फॉर मी टू बिकॉज कल को मुझे दिन को स्ट्रीम करना पड़ा, कुछ करना पड़ा. सो आई लाइक मेरा सेटअप वहां पे होगा तो बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाए करना. तो दैट्स व्हाई आई थॉट कि एक जगह पे रखता हूँ, इट माइट मेक इट इजियर. उसको लिंक कैसे मिला भाई, पता नहीं भाई. जादू से भाई, जादू से. अक्षय जी जादू करते हैं. सो लेट्स गो टू द गेम ऑफ VD. Okay, so Rook C1 played now, and to be honest, VD is thinking, and he has 54 minutes, 17 moves played. Very interesting. अगर आज लेवॉन हारा तो क्या करोगे? अगर लेवॉन हारा तो कल की स्ट्रीम का टाइटल होगा केमर ओपी. मेरी शर्ट पे लिखा होगा केमर ओपी, मेरे माथे पे लिखा होगा केमर ओपी, मेरे ग्रीन स्क्रीन पे केमर की फोटो होगी और भाई आप केमर को एक मूवी में स्टार कराएंगे भाई. हेयर कलर करवाया क्या? नहीं यार, हेयर कलर नहीं है यार. क्यों लग रहा है यार? लगता है कैमरा एंगल चेंज करके मेरे सफेद बाल छुप गए. अरे वाह यार, कैमरा एंगल का जादू. I love Vidit, but I also love Dubov. I don't want Dubov to lose to Vidit 3 times in a row. Justice भाई हाँ यार, but to be honest, it's not about losing to Dubov. हम चाहते हैं कि Vidit कैंडिडेट्स खेले. That's the most important thing. लेवॉन हारना चाहिए और Vidit को जीतना चाहिए. हाँ भाई, आज के लिए भाई, आज के लिए. So much confidence भाई, कॉन्फिडेंस की बात नहीं भाई. केमर ब्लंडर, क्या बात कर रहे हो? सही तो खेल रहा है रोंडा भाई, सही तो खेल रहा है. ही इज फाइन. यूपीएस से बेटर है, 30% बच जाते हैं यूट्यूब को मिलने से. दैट्स ट्रू बट आई थिंक या मतलब दैट्स डेफिनेटली ट्रू. एटलीस्ट फॉर बिग सुपर चैट्स इट्स डेफिनेटली बेनिफिशियल. यूट्यूब को चूना लगा दिया भाई. चूना नहीं लगाया यार. आई मीन सुपर चैट्स भी आते हैं ऐसे कभी कभी. लेट्स गो टू द गेम ऑफ डुबोव नाउ अगेन. साहिल टेकर लुकिंग यंग यार. नाउ आई अंडरस्टैंड लोग क्यों बोलते हैं मेरा ये वाला एंगल सेक्सी है, ये वाला एंगल में मैं 60 साल का लगता हूँ. नाउ आई फाइनली अंडरस्टैंड. मुझे कैमरा सिर्फ थोड़ा सा यहाँ से यहाँ रखना था एंड सडनली आई एम यंगर. रिश्ते में तो हम स्ट्रीमर होते हैं. व्हाट इफ वीडियो प्लेस ट्रेमेंडस एंड विंस द कैंडिडेट्स. ओहो भाई, फिर तो भाई मतलब पॉम पॉम लेके नाचूंगा भाई मैं यहाँ पे. Grand Prix format is needlessly long. That is absolutely true, but I think it's long. I think even if they wanted 3 tournaments, I think they could have kept like some sort of knockout format from the start. Like start से ही knockout रख दो. Don't keep any group stage. Knockout direct crazy. Modeling के लिए start कर दो रिकू. Exactly भाई, कैमरा एंगल मिल गया भाई मुझे अब. What is the age? I'm 29. Yeah, Bitches is the best move chat, but VD has not played yet, so let's hope so he plays it. If VD wins the candidates, history will be made. भाई exactly भाई, history, present, future सब उड़ जाएंगे भाई future में. साहिल टिक्कू यंग चैंप. exactly भाई, exactly. नेशनल जूनियर चैंपियनशिप खेलने वाला हूँ मैं ये कैमरा एंगल से. जब अपनी फोटो भेजूंगा तो यहीं से खींचूंगा. अंकल टिक्कू, ये विनायक जी को भाई थोड़ा. विनायक जी हमारे पास कुछ मॉर्स है चैट में, वो आपको टाइम आउट दे सकते हैं. सो अपने शब्द बहुत ध्यान से चूज करें. Gautam is one of the 18 Mahapurush texts in Hinduism. अच्छा, oh nice. अच्छा हाँ I have heard. अच्छा, I have not read a lot of scriptures by, but yeah I've heard of it. अब याद आया मुझे, because reference ही नहीं है ना यार. Remember the good old days when you could get into candidates simply by being highlighted? Yeah, I mean Ding is definitely fantasizing about it right now, and I do feel sad for Ding though. Sorry, Auntie Tikku. Anyways, VD winning chassis. Bhai, oh, Queen B8 played. He plays Queen B8, unpinning the knight now. But to be honest, chat, now Knight G5 could be a good move for Dubov. trying to take the bishop pair. If knight g5, you don't do anything, the queen h5 can come, and so on. So white will probably have to take the knight. Very interesting. Let's see what Dubov does now. Queen b8 played, and to be honest, chat, if the rooks are traded off, that's definitely, I think, in white's favor. I'm not sure about it, because this bishop kind of controls his diagonal and does not allow us to push these pawns. So right now, white is tiny bit better, bhai. Yeah, queen b8 might be the best move, but I'm just trying to understand the logic here. And the logic might be to trade rooks. If that's the logic, in that case, maybe the rook exchange is not the best for VD if he wants to win, yeah? Can he take advantage of his queenside majority? He totally can, bhai. If everything is traded off, let's say you take off the queens, you take off the rooks, let's say all this is traded off, clearly white will be better, yeah? I mean, he pushes b4, he starts playing bishop c4, this pawn is weak. Clearly, Dubov could be, better for sure. And VD has to be really careful about what pieces he exchanges. Because ideally, I would like to keep the queens on board, maybe a pair of rooks on the board, and then try to use his diagonals, yeah? Very important diagonals, for some sort of attack later on. And also try to use the D file, because that's the file I have. तेरे पास C है, मेरे पास D है. Very important. टिक्कू भाई नई PFP लगाओ. सीसी नाक की वजह से थोड़ा घोड़े लग रहे हो भाई. घोड़े में प्रॉब्लम नहीं है भाई. घोड़ा चेस का पार्ट है. I will take it. डिंग लोरेन. ओके. 18 प्लस क्या बोल दिया मैंने? कुछ बोला क्या 18 प्लस? अच्छा. सॉरी माय बैड. सब बैटल कब है भाई? ग्रैंड प्री के बाद. You are not GM on IM if you love chess so much. Because I did not play chess for a long while, भाई. I did not play chess for like 10 years from the age of 13 till 23. That's the reason. टाइम की कमी है भाई. समय की कमी है. समय आ चुका है तो भाई अब थोड़ी बेटर हो जाएगा. अर्जुन की थर्ड भाई. अर्जुन तो भाई हर जगह से टाइटल टू द थर्ड. टाटा स्टील फर्स्ट. आई थिंक व्हाट इज नेक्स्ट फॉर अर्जुन? PM प्राइम मिनिस्टर भाई. क्या पता. One minute bullet to release my anger. अच्छा है भाई. That's much better than trying to troll people on YouTube. That's definitely better. Did you die or here? नहीं यार, वही बाल है मेरे भाई. सागर रैना से बात हुई. मैंने कहा सागर रत्ना कहाँ से आ गया भाई? सागर रैना कौन है भाई? भाई 20 चैट्स के साथ सब बैटल कब है भाई? अभी नहीं है यार. आई थिंक वो थोड़ा पोस्टपोन हो गया. So BSAT medical emergency was going to Pune. नहीं यार, उनके पेरेंट्स को कोविड हुआ था उस टाइम पे यार. Actually that was a medical emergency. 18 नहीं 30 प्लस था. I feel very uncomfortable while playing open positions. So close खेलो भाई, close खेलो. उसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम है? So Arjun came third by the way. Chat, let's go to Hari Krishna's game. कुछ हुआ क्या वहाँ पे? Oh by the way, after the move, we saw it till I think knight b4, h3, knight c2, queen c2, bishop d7, knight c3, queen c8. What is queen c8 now? Bishop f5 is the idea, I guess. But this is very weird, right? ये मूव मुझे दो कॉर्डी की पसंद नहीं आई भाई. I don't know. This is too much to kind of just play bishop f5, yeah. I can totally just play the queen to b3 or somewhere else. For example, I play knight e2. You play bishop f5, and now I just go queen d2 and queen f4. I can push the bishop back with g4, h4, h5, and the bishop will probably have to go back anyway. Probably it's fine. It's not bad, but I think it's a bit too much. And yeah, he's thinking a lot, so it's not even prep. So not the best scenario for Dominguez. A good scenario for Hari Krishna now. Sahil, candidates का winner बेचारा थका हारा plays double round robin for a month and then cancel. That's what happened to Nepo, by the way. Nepo qualified from the Grand Prix. So बेचारा Nepo, justice for Nepo, bhai. Please, trending in the chat. Justice for Nepo. Let's go to the game of VD again, chat. Solid lady character, Hami Neo from Squid Game, overacting plus age, looks conscious. भाई कम ऑन है, तुम्हें कोई और नहीं मिला, कोई भी नहीं मिला तुम दुनिया में, और तुम्हें कोई नहीं मिला, बस वही मिली थी. Anyways यार, मतलब Valentine's I don't have a date, so even she had a date apparently. Justice for Nepo. Sagar, Samar bet Amruta and Sagar's name changed to Sagar Rena. Oh, Samar कौन है यार? Do you mean Samay bet Amruta and Sagar's name changed to Samay Rena? अरे nice, nice. Levon now equal after mistake. क्या बात कर रहे हो भाई? Oh, by the way, after the move King C1, he played Queen C5, and apparently this is equal. Like in some random a weird, a parallel universe. This is equal. I don't know how this is equal though, because I can see the king on c1. I'm like, bhai, ye king jayega kahan? But apparently this is equal. Okay, let's see. And the best move here is g4, and that makes a lot of sense because the bishop has no squares, and the bishop, if it has to go back, that's absolutely crazy. And chat, I have a question for you. What is the best move for black? जो यहाँ पे black की best move निकालेगा, उस बंदे को भाई मैं लेट के सलूट करेगा भाई. तो बेस्ट मूव निकालो ब्लैक की. If white plays g4, what is black's best move? I don't think any human can play it. It's just impossible. If Levon plays it, by Bhagwan है Levon. Sagar रहना late होगी. Yeah, the move is g5. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How can anybody play g5? That is the best move. And if you play queen g5, now I play bishop g6, and the bishop is pinned, so you lose the bishop, queen f4, and now b5, and the bishop is lost. Bhai, crazy bhai, g4 pe g5. Imagine, just insane bhai. So chess is beautiful, bhai. Sometimes we play critical lines. So queen c5 played by blacks. Let's see what Keymer plays. Let's go to Vidit's game again. He played bishop to b1. ये bishop भाई पिछवाड़े से साइड में हो चुका है, and king पे attack. Now Vidi has to be really careful भाई. Really careful, because knight g5 is incoming, bishop g5 incoming. Really important, chat. Really important. b5 directly. I will just capture the bishop on f5 भाई. I'll just capture the bishop on f5. I personally think the bigger the pool is, the more exciting it is. For example, the World Rapid was more exciting and inviting. Grand Prix like a bunch of multi-tournaments. Yeah, exactly, Archibhai. I think they should have, if they had this number of players, they could have kept like a knockout format, or they could have kept this format with more number of players. I think it would have made a lot more sense. I totally agree with you, bhai. And they could have kept like 2 tournaments, something like everybody plays 2 tournaments. Instead of like people play 2 random tournaments out of 3, let everybody play 2 tournaments, and that's it. That would have made more sense to me. After we saw the lake, he went 0-0. Lake? Greek gift incoming. Yeah, by the way, chat, this is totally a possibility. Chat, एक important चीज है. Whenever you see this sacrifice, ठीक है, bishop h7. Let's say black plays, I don't know, queen a8. Yeah, let's say he plays this. Whenever you say bishop h7 as a move, the rule of thumb is, अगर आपने g5 square control करके रखा हुआ है, if you have some sort of control with your bishop on g5, that means knight g5 पे I can simply take, then bishop h7 will not work in 9 out of 10 cases. That's a rule of thumb to keep in mind. अगर ये bishop यहाँ होता, तो भाई bishop h7 Dubov मतलब ऐसे एक आंख बंद करके मारता, and it would work. So bishop g5 जब ये control कर रहे हैं, it would not work. So let's go to this position now. If pawn is not on e5, Greek doesn't work. Yeah, that's also a good point. If there is no white pawn on e5 sometimes, but I think sometimes it can work even without the pawn on e5. But if you control g5, it will never work. Mostly never. ये FIFA वाला system है, IPL वाला होना चाहिए था. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, bhai. Best move for VD. So now, chat, I think still bishop f6, trying to possibly go g6 and put the bishop on g7 is the best idea. Because your bishop will of course be very well placed on f6, putting a lot of pressure on the white queen side, and of course g6 के बाद ये bishop block हो जाएगा, so that was awesome. Can rating be a negative? पुल के लिए आपने पूछा है तो आपकी जरूर जा सकती है. I hope so. भाऊ वीडी कैसा खेल रहा है? अब तक बढ़िया खेल रहा है भाई, अब तक बढ़िया खेल रहा है अपना लौंडा. Can VD will VD game will be a draw or death imbalances? चैम टीवी सारे इम्बैलेंस ही है भाई. कौन सा बैलेंस दिख रहा है भाई? यहाँ पे कोई बैलेंस है ही नहीं, सब कुछ इम्बैलेंस है भाई. बिशप h7 आइडियाज, नाइट g5, बिशप h7, क्वीन h5. White is the one attacking, but if black can hold on long term, he can push these pawns like crazy, gain some space or some chances. Bishop f6 is equal, it's not drawn. There are difference between equal and drawn. Drawn is कि भाई अब कोई चांस नहीं है, कोई इम्बैलेंस नहीं है. Equal means कि पोजीशन अभी के लिए इक्वल है, बट आगे कोई भी हार सकता है भाई. Can you tell me what is? अरे छोड़ो यार इसको संजीव भाई. If VD plays f5, f5 is weakening भाई, because this pawn is very weak, and now you can play a move like bishop c5, attacking e6, attacking e7, and queen e6 check is coming up, and then this is very, very scary. So we don't want to weaken our king until our king is on h8. We have, you know, rook f8 played, bishop 6 played, then we can start pushing these pawns. As of now, it's a bit too hurried, man. Hikaru Nakamura versus Sahil Tikku. Bhai, Sahil Tikku will win, bhai, for sure. What can be the future ideas after bishop 6? Bishop 6, g6, bishop g7, and then slowly we can start pushing these pawns. हम चाहते हैं ये pawn पूरा मतलब बोलते हैं ना भाई, मतलब पूरा शार्क टैंक में इक्विटी लेके ही आए भाई, पूरा एंड तक जाए, एंड ये पूरा धक्का लगा व्हाइट पीस, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. लंदन खेल के नेशनल जीत जाओ, गुड लक टाइकून भाई, क्या पता हो जाए भाई, लेट्स सी. कितने मूव्स हुए भाई? टोटल मिला के 18 मूव हो चुके हैं वीडी के. नेक्स्ट ग्रैंड प्री इज फ्रॉम आई थिंक लास्ट वीक ऑफ फेब, समथिंग लाइक दिस. Vidit tries to calculate a lot, find 2 or 3 good moves, but is undecisive of what to play. Still best luck for him. Sachin bhai, I don't know if that's the case. We'll see what happens. But of course, he's had some timetable issues. Chess 20 3 का pick VD है. अरे nice यार. कितने move हुए? 18 move. Let's go to Hari Krishna's game once. Nothing has happened, chat. This game is progressing very slowly. I think इस game में Hari Krishna और यहाँ इतना pressure होगा भाई. दोनों time pressure में आने वाले हैं. बहुत crazy भाई. ये लोग भाई बहुत प्रेशर में आने वाले हैं. Will you get in I am norm in the national country play? Arshit bhai, I can, but honestly because I've not played for such a long time, I've not practiced for many hours every day. I don't expect to play that well in this tournament, but I feel that this will be the first tournament जहाँ पे rating घटेगी of course, but I'll come back into the flow and then I can start to play tournaments in March, April and so on जहाँ पे I can try for the norm. So I can possibly get a norm here, but it's of course very difficult. नाइट ये कैसा है? नाइट e5 के बाद यार आई थिंक हम हारने की आ चुके हैं, बिकॉज फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वाइट विल सिंपली यू नो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ट्राई टू कैप्चर, एंड ऑल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट इज इवन आफ्टर नाइट e5 क्वीन e5 this leads to a lot of pre-straight, so this will give some drawish tendency, but definitely possible. Now white can simply take, black takes, white takes. Oh by the way, we can't take with the rook यार. Oh, अच्छा, takes and queen c2 threatening mate and the bishop, crazy भाई. So bishop से मारना पड़ेगा हमें. And when we have taken the bishop, I don't like it anymore now because ये rook क्या कर रहा है? It's not doing much. So we want the rook on c8, not the bishop. So let's go back. Ideally, I would probably play bishop 6 man. That means feels very logical. क्या close up लग रहा है? अरे भाई, क्या पता sponsor हो भाई. आगे जाके सब पहले से तैयारी कर रहे हैं हम. अरे लास्ट गेम जीता, ड्रॉ हुई थी यार. This match we can see if Vidit has worked on his time pressure. That's true. He plays it. He plays bishop to f6. Yes, go. Let's go. Come on, हरा देंगे भाई. Let's go. Hikaru Nakamura, Sahil Tikku. Hello भाई, साहिल भाई कैसे हो? जयदीप भाई बढ़िया हूँ भाई. Guys, like the stream. Let's get to 1k likes. And if you're here for the first time, do subscribe to the channel, guys. Subscribe कर लो भाई, हमारी family में शामिल हो भाई, शाहरुख खान की तरह. Subscribe. Okay, anyways. You are featured in Vidit's vlog. Yeah, so can Vidit win Tata Steel? जीतेगा भाई, जीतेगा. Vidit ही जीतेगा भाई. If Vidit will qualify, if he wins, he will have a good chance, man. He will have a good chance. Golden die on here. भाई वो लाइट का एंगल चेंज हुआ है भाई. रोज कितने गेम खेलते हो? पूरे 299 गेम नहीं खेलता मैं. This match we can see if Vidit has worked. Oh, yes, we can. Levon finally thinking. Oh, G4 played in Keymer's game. Yeah. If Levon plays G5, chat. Very important. If Levon plays G5, भाई कुछ भी हो सकता है. I might break my laptop. I might break my head. Who knows what happens? I might faint. Anything can happen if he plays G5. भाई crazy जगह सब भाई. Can win under 11 champion. Nice. Yes, if he has this camera angle, I'm sure he can look like under 11 and win this for sure. बहुत मनूस लग रहे हो, खुदा कसम मत करो, रहने दो. अरे साहिल भाई, आपका नाम मेरे नाम जैसा है, मुझे रोस्ट करोगे तो आप भी रोस्ट हो रहे हो भाई. Why do you pronounce Grand Prix and Grand Prix? Because my name, my rules. Sir, which national you play? National भाई. If G5, if Levon plays, just slap yourself. Charity में क्यों भाई? मतलब ये BDSM क्यों करूँ मैं भाई? Just because Levon plays G5, it makes no sense. What are standings in respective groups? देखो, we don't care about group 1 and group 2. We care about group C and group D. Group D में right now Wesley is just leading like crazy. He's like 1-2 points ahead. And group C में Levon is 1 point ahead, so it's more likely that he will win. But if Vidit can win today, I think he'll have good chance. आर यू एन अमेरिकन सिटीजन? नहीं भाई, एक्टिंग के बादशाह। हाँ थैंक्स राजा। ये लूडो खेल रहे भाई, आप पता नहीं क्या खेलेंगे। लेट्स गो टू विडीज गेम अगेन। Bishop f6 played by VD. Now white is thinking, does he go knight g5? Does he go bishop g5? Does he go rook c5? What does he go rook d1? कुछ भी हो, does he go rook b3? Bring the bishop. बहुत moves है भाई. If knight g5 chat now, we have, well technically we don't want to capture now because we have moved the bishop once. That would give white a free move. So now chat, by the way, take the rook or not chat, move for you. Do we play g6 or do we play bishop takes c3? Important move chat. What do we play? You should consider a career change to modeling or Bollywood. Atul bhai, surely bhai. I know many models with my family pack kind of apps. Surely bhai, I will do it. It's actually American अच्छी थी. You can do better. Thanks a lot bhai. Yeah, so we should not take the rook, man. We should not take the rook. This rook does not mean anything. Bishop h7 check, king h8 and queen h5, and VD can basically resign and go home. And that's why bishop f6 के बाद knight g5 पे g6 is very important, preventing bishop h7, preventing queen h5, very important. And now chat, he can play queen f3. That's a dangerous move for black to face. So is VD worse already? Let me have a look. So knight g5. G6 I think is the only move which kind of holds on to some sort of equality. Now queen f3, attacking the knight, attacking the bishop. Wow. Bhai, really under pressure then I feel. Hey Anisha, how are you? Really under pressure, man. What do you play here? I don't see a move. Because if you play bishop g7, then queen h3. Oh my god, this is serious. h6, the knight just goes back somewhere. Knight e6 is possible, and if f e6, just queen e6. Why crazy? And if king h7, then queen g6 and it's mate. भाई तो क्या move है यहाँ पे? Knight g5, g6, queen f. What is the move? So I need to either defend my bishop. एक second. Queen e5 carry chat. Queen e5. Okay, so attack the knight and defend the bishop. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, the Indian agrees chat. So apparently chat में भाई सही बता ना, अमन जी, सत्यजीत जी और पादिया जी, आपने इंजन देखा ना? इंजन देखा ना? सही बोल रहा भाई, सही बोल रहा भाई, सही बोल रहा. इंजन देखा ना? शो दिस बिशप टू समय. रुको भाई, इनका मैं स्क्रीनशॉट लेके समय को भेजता, भाई भी भेजता. By the way, chat, queen e5 is the best move, and that makes a lot of sense because now the knight is attacked. It's like counterplay. मतलब we are not only defending, but we are also attacking the knight. So now queen h3 does not work because I just take the knight. Yeah, and I win the game. So, but VD has to find all these moves. Not so easy. Are you wearing shorts or pants? Both. Maybe nothing. Who knows? ये तो बिना इंजन के दिखा गया भाई. अरे बढ़िया है भाई, अगर बिना इंजन के देखा तो. मैंने पहले नोटेशन गलत लिखा, क्वीन पे क्वीन ए4 लिखा. वाह बेटे वाह वाह, क्वीन e4. ऐसी रानी सबके पास दे भगवान. एनीवे भाई, लेवॉन खेला क्या? भाई नहीं खेला. हाँ भाई, I won't lie, I looked at the engine, how will I get the move? Satyam, that's fine, just saying. What are the positions? Okay, the positions are equal right now. I guess nothing. GF ने बोला था गोल्डन हेयर के लिए. अरे GF भाई, सफन भाई, मेरी GF कहाँ से मिली आपको? मुझे खुद को नहीं मिली आज तक. In g5 line, isn't there a knight d7 fork? Do you mean in the Aronian game? g5, queen g5, bishop g7, queen. I mean, but queen c4 is check, dude. Queen c4 is check followed by queen c2 check. I mean, हम यहाँ पे फोक लगाते जाएंगे, वो हमें कर देगा भाई. हम फोक लगाते रह जाएंगे भाई यहाँ पे. ये क्या करे इस फोक का भाई? वो चेक के साथ मारेगा c4 पे. That's the issue, chat. So fold doesn't matter. If you play b5 and now knight d7, I can just play queen c4, bc4, knight f8, king f8, and clearly with the two pieces, it's very clear black is better. ये king को देखो भाई, क्या कर रहा है king? कुछ नहीं कर रहा है. Let's go to the game of Vidit now. Knight h6. By the way, chat, very important. If you go h6 now, let's say knight g5, h6, Now that does not work so well. Chat, can you find the best move for white? बताओ chat, the best move for white. दिल्ली ओपन खेल रहे हो क्या? मुझे दिल्ली ओपन का भी पता नहीं है भाई. Let's see. फिलहाल के लिए तो मैं नेशनल शायद खेलूंगा. What about bishop c3? That's a mistake, bhai. Bishop c3 would be a huge blunder. Bishop h7 check, king h8, queen h5, and that's mate very soon. So, what do you think is the best move after knight g5, h6 chat? Queen h5 is possible, a good move, but I think even better is the move queen to c2, threatening mate. कोई defense ही नहीं है. And now if g6, now comes the crazy move, भाई मतलब crazy वाली. Knight f7 check, rook f7, and now queen takes d6. And if you play bishop g7, bishop h6 now apparently, and भाई VD के king को भाई I think it's time to go on a huge walk, which will end in some sort of mate. So Valentine's Day is coming up, but I don't think this is the mate we want. So let's go back to this position. After knight g5, I think we have to play g6. That's the only move. Let's see what Dubov plays. Now it's very important. Dubov is thinking right now. That's a good sign. कि वो सोच रहा है, prep में नहीं है. That's good. Dandy march incoming. और हमें नमक भी नहीं मिलेगा भाई. हमें नमक भी नहीं मिलेगा. भाई हमें डायरेक्टली बिशप पीछे क्यों नहीं ले सकते? फालतू पॉन की देना. क्वीन को धक्का लगाने के लिए यार. Right now the issue is in Aronian's game. Let's say you go to this position. If you play b5 directly, I can just capture your bishop. I win the piece, you win the piece. It's balanced. White is in fact slightly better here. And now knight d7. If I play g5, मेरी queen यहाँ आ गई. Now queen no longer defends the bishop. So now let's say bishop g6, and ये bishop hanging here. That's the situation. Let's go to the game of Hari Krishna once chat. After what? He wants to go to g3, but he could have. Queen e3 is not so bad actually. I like it actually. Bishop f5, queen g3. But the issue is, what about? Yeah, I like this move. I quite like it, man. Because black does not want to go g6 ideally. Because g6, then this bishop is kind of stranded. Yeah. Once I play g4, तो bishop अटक जाएगा हमेशा के लिए. And even knight e2 and knight f4 looks strong. h4, h5 looks strong. And dark squares are weakened. So I think Hari Krishna definitely having a slight edge for sure. For sure, at least practically. So black will probably try queen c4 and try to exchange queens. Let's see what happens. Nationals 25 से भाई. Why am I having Russian ads? हाँ यार. Even I was surprised. Like I saw some like Russian ads on my stream like once. I was like भाई ये क्या है भाई? मैंने UPI तो वो VPN तो लगाया नहीं. चिकन भाई थैंक्स फॉर द 1 रुपी UPI. तो मैंने UPI बोल दिया. थैंक्स फॉर द 1 रुपी भाई. शगुन भाई थैंक्स अ लॉट. कब से 25 से भाई? हाँ नेशनल में रेट खेल सकते हैं भाई. कितने मूव्स हुए भाई? 19 मूव हो चुके हैं. हाउ आर द गेम्स गोइंग ब्रदर? भाई वी आर गोइंग फाइन भाई, फाइन. बस अभी के लिए वीडी बहुत उम्दा परफॉर्मेंस खेल रहा है, बट ही हैज टू कंटिन्यू लाइक दिस. रशियन हैकर्स, ओके. हाँ मुझे रशियन मॉइस्चराइजर का ऐड आया. आई डोंट नो व्हाई दैट्स द केस. ऐसा होता है क्या? रशियन आर वाचिंग योर स्ट्रीम्स आई गेस. आई डोंट नो इफ दैट्स ट्रू. हिकारू गेम, लेट्स गो हिकारू गेम. भाई हिकारू गेम तो क्रेजी है भाई. वी सॉ इट टिल आई थिंक f3. Bishop d7 played. Now rook b1 threatening the move b4, winning a knight. So knight a4 played. Queen d2, knight c3, pawn c3, queen c7, g4, bishop c8, preparing a square for the knight on d7 ताकि वो c5 जा सके. And now knight h3, knight d7, and now I think the knight might go to f2, and he might go to d3 later on, trying to counter the knight on c5, and then he will try to just control this. Black is so cramped. Let's go to VD's game now. ये हिकारू गेम का क्या अल्फा जीरो की लग रही है भाई. भाई मैंने बालों का कलर किया क्या? नहीं यार वो लाइट का एंगल चेंज हुआ है, ऐसे लग रहा है वो. तब से आपने ये फेस इन OTB. आई थिंक इट वाज सम 2620 ग्रैंड मास्टर आई थिंक. Chat, we cannot allow this. We cannot allow this at any moment, भाई. UPI ID क्या है भाई? डिस्क्रिप्शन में है भाई. जीसा ब्लेड क्या? रुको chat, please wait. लेवॉन जहापना तुसी ग्रेट हो, तोफू कबूल करो भाई। भाई क्या खेला भाई G5, भाई क्या आदमी है, अरे क्या आदमी है भाई ये। वैसे क्या तोफू मिला उसको समझ नहीं आया भाई। भाई भाई क्रेजी भाई, G5 played by Levon. Let's go to Vidit's game again. Dubov revenge mode active, but Vidi खाता है इसको भाई, खाना है भाई, खाना है भाई। तोफू तो दिखाओ भाई, तोफू दिखाने की भाई, तोफू किसको सब खाएंगे भाई। Levon unbelievable, true भाई true. Chat, this is not drawish by any stretch of the imagination भाई। अभी तो अटैक आएगा वीडी के ऊपर, if he holds on he might be better. जीवा खेलने के लिए गट्स चाहिए, एग्जैक्टली भाई, इतनी हिम्मत चाहिए यार जीवा खेलने के लिए। किंग को आई विल फ्लिप द बोर्ड एंड यू अंडरस्टैंड यार। नाउ लुक एट दिस, अब देखो भाई क्या क्रेजी मूव है G5 यार, क्रेजी क्रेजी गेम, insane move by भाई, insane move भाई। I really have to appreciate Levon here. Even if कल को Levon qualify करता है, we cannot really say कि Levon did not deserve it, because crazy move भाई, crazy move. So let's go to the game of Vidit again. Duo सोच रहा है, गुड Duo भाई, सोचो भाई सोचो। टोफू मराठी में मीनिंग गिफ्ट होता है, ओ अच्छा, तभी वो थोड़ी टोफू बोलता है क्या, ओ अच्छा, चलो अच्छा है, मराठी में आती है मुझे। Peter Sweden, Steven Peter, Peter, where are you from, man? Would love to know your location. Just wanted to show some support for your channel. Streaming every day is no joke. Do you see this becoming a full-time job for you? Steven, bhai, to be honest, the number of subscribers we have is technically not enough, but I feel the support the audience has shown, for example, you have shown, others have shown, is crazy, man. Because somehow, like, in the past 2 months, the support I've seen, I mean, well, sometimes I cry with happiness at night because of it. It's so insane. So I do see it as a possible avenue, but I'm not sure yet. Of course, we need more subscribers for it, and hopefully that will happen. Thanks a lot for the man. Steven, bhai, where are you from? Would love to know, bhai, Indian ho ki nahi ho? Are you Indian or not? Levon still in prep. Arey, Levon still prep pe nahi hai, bhai. Levon nahi hai prep pe, bhai. Support of this community is great in general. That's true, bhai. That's true. And like from the audience, from the streamers, like someone ne raid kari, like Vidit ne shout out diya, like he had no need to do it, but he did it, and that's crazy, bhai. G5 का idea अभी समझाया हमने यार. I'll explain it once more, chat. So basically हमें queen को धक्का लगाना है, because right now the queen defends the bishop. We want the queen to move. Queen यहाँ आई, bishop को square मिल गया, and now of course this bishop is hanging with b5. So that's the to drag the queen away. Queen is trying to defend the bishop, उसको थोड़ा drag किया हमने. Let's go back to the game of Vidit now. टाइटल में डाल दो, डेयर हेयर डाई नहीं किया है, अरे नहीं किया भाई. And the crazy part is now the best move for opponent Levon is given us b4. यार crazy भाई. सबसे ज्यादा मजा भी चेस ड्रामा में है. Oh, by the way, he plays rook c5. He did not play knight g5. Very interesting. And now, chat, for the first time in the game, Vidit can gain a tiny edge. Like इतना सा edge बोलते हैं ना, मतलब ऐसे कैसे मतलब कैसे समझाऊं, विवेक देसाई की रेटिंग जितना edge, मतलब हल्का सा edge, मतलब he can gain by playing the move knight to e7. And the idea is to, of course, bring the knight to f5 or g6, depending on the situation, on the king side. And more importantly, open up this strong bishop and exchange this active rook. It's really important. Let's go, Vidit. Can you find 97? Of course, that leads to some exchanges. So that will mean कि भाई drawing chances बढ़ सकते हैं. But let's see. 400 रुपए दिए तो इंडियन ही होगा भाई, ये तो है इंडियन ही होगा. हाँ, that's true. My bad. -0.5 equal होता है, but I feel it's like, मतलब you could also play rook f8. Yeah, that's also very normal. Yeah, very normal. But I feel कि मतलब it does have some pluses. So even in the end game, I think Vidit will have some chances to push. You can gain the bishop pair, knight e7, knight f5, or knight d5 and take on e3. And with the bishop pair, some pressure on b2, by the way. If this pawn falls, Vidit is winning. ध्यान रखना भाई. Looking at the melt for the games, Dubov doesn't shy from sacking a piece or two if he needs to for an attack. Bhai, do you remember his game in Kalyakin? Like, oh, now I remember why Kalyakin hates Dubov. वो क्वीन सैक गेम याद है किसी को? क्वीन g6. अच्छा करयाकिन उसका उसने गुना लगा रखा था। ओ अच्छा, दैट्स व्हाई करयाकिन वाज सैड। ओ वो दुओ का बदला ले रहा था। अच्छा 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 अच्छा, ही वाज लाइक तूने क्वीन सैक किया। अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, नाइस। By the way, 97, if you play rook h5, unfortunately, it's not enough somehow. You know, I can simply play knight f5, block this bishop, and अगर आप मारोगे, just saying, तो इस रुक को देखो भाई। Now it all makes sense exactly. Now look at this रुक। ये रुक बेचारा इतना जर्नी करके आया, मतलब ये उस चूहे की तरह है जिसको रैट ट्रैप में हमने फंसा लिया। अब ये रुक गया भाई। ये रुक तो गयो, ठीक है। So this is not what Levon Dubov wants. Aronian plays you have resolved by. Aren't you feel that Levon deserves the qualification? Shilpi by, the thing is, I think this is a famous quote by Carlson. I will highly suggest you Google it up. He said, and I quote in some sort of different words, I do not feel that I need to, like, I feel we should play the best moves regardless of what our opponent plays. I do not believe losing is okay, even if our opponent plays a masterpiece. And that's the point, yeah. If you want to become the world champion, you have to basically fight like a world champion, and you cannot afford to lose. कुछ भी हो जाए। शिल्पी भाई, अरे यार शिल्पी भाई नहीं यार, शिल्पी क्या बोलूं, शिल्पी बहन sounds so weird. I don't know why it sounds so weird. Like शिल्पी बहन, why does it sound so weird? I call you Shilpi. Shilpi. Who do you think will be the next Indian world champion? Honestly, I think it will be one of I think most likely three guys: Vidit, Nihal, or Arjun. I think these three are the guys with the most potential. Anybody else could win. But I feel if I will choose the top three, I will choose these three. Shilpi G. Okay, Shilpi G. Levon's top rating is 2.8 and he doesn't deserve it. No, the point is, even if he deserves it, we still play our best game and try to crush him. चाहे वो भाई मतलब Stockfish की first line खेले, even then we try to win. That's the point. Real name क्या है bro? Sahil Chikku भाई. Sahil Chikku is my real name. Levon tested positive for Stockfish virus. नहीं भाई. Guys, stream like कर दो भाई. Let's go to 1k likes. And if you're here for the first time, do subscribe channel guys. हमारी फैमिली में शामिल हो जाओ भाई. यहाँ पे आपको बहुत एंटरटेनमेंट मिलेगा. शाहरुख खान की तरह वेलकम करते हैं. Okay, anyways. एजेंट स्काईवॉकर रिपोर्टिंग सर. अरे शिल्पी बोल दो भाई. ओके शिल्पी बोल दूंगा. Knight g5, g6, queen e5, rook c5, queen b2, 3 folds. So, oh, 1 second. Knight g. Okay, so there's some interesting. By the way, VD has. Oh, he played 97. He played 97. Do GMs watch your stream? I hope not. 97 played. Why 97 played? And White plays the best move before now. And chat, very interesting moment now. So, VD has the choice of taking the rook now. And White has the option of capturing with the bishop or the pawn. Now, bishop takes looks like the most natural move, keeping these pawns connected. But pawn takes is also like a possibility here. So now that gives White a pass pawn, a clear pass pawn. And जब भी ऐसी सिचुएशन आए, चैट वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, देखो जब भी ऐसी सिचुएशन आए आपको ये पॉन ब्लॉकेट करना है. एंड चैट, आई एम गोइंग टू आस्क यू अ क्वेश्चन हियर. टेल मी कि सबसे बढ़िया ब्लॉकेटिंग पीस कौन से होते हैं? Which are the best blockading pieces? So कौन सा पीस हमें C6 पे रखना चाहिए भाई? बताओ. Is it the bishop, the knight, the queen, the rook? क्या king maybe for some fantasizing people? Yes, knight या bishop. Ideally we want to use one of these pieces to blockade because ये कम वैल्यू के pieces है. अगर pawn magically यहाँ ला सकते तो वो भी ले आते हम लोग. But we can use the knight or the bishop. Right now this cannot be played, so we can of course wait a while. We can play rook d8 and try to develop first. But कभी ना कभी हमें ये खेलना पड़ेगा at some moment and try to control this diagonal. So very important, we cannot allow the pawn to push to c6. बहुत dangerous हो जाएगा. So but I think most likely Dubo will capture with the bishop though because it keeps his structure solid. But let's see. Yeah, chart भाई, chart strong है भाई. घोड़ा और bishop की बात कर रहे हैं. Awesome. Isn't it too late for Vidit to become world champion? I don't think that is humanly possible at this age given the quality of Aronian. Amok bhai, what do you think Aronian's age is? You look at the guy Aronian right now. And what do you think his age is? His age is 39. He's 39 years old. He's as old as Anisha's dad. So it's very clear that it's not late at all. He can definitely become world champion. Vishy sir was world champion at the age of 48 or something. Just saying. So always hope. Let's go for the game of with it now. यार वीडी का टाइम नहीं है, बस ये दिक्कत है. वीडी खेलता बहुत अच्छा है. वीडी बहुत एपिक खेल रहा है भाई. आई थिंक आई एम वेरी इम्प्रेस्ड बाय हिज प्ले. चैट, honestly, I'm going to make a video on some day on his game against Dubov. It's just insane. Just insane. I mean, just computer. मतलब Stockfish को बिठा देते वो भी यही खेलता. He will take a bishop. Yeah, he will take with bishop. I think he will take with bishop because that's a very solid way for black to play. Pawn साथ में रखो. Pawn साथ में रखो. They will be much stronger. And this pawn is a bit weak. Clearly, Aronian looks like you. Yeah, many people have told me that though. I wish I could play like him as well. The internet never forgets, Anisha. Exactly. डुबोव आज भी इंडिया का नाम रोशन करेगा. डुबोव भाई कर दो यार. क्या हो जाएगा? देखो 2 बार तो हार गए ना. हारे कि नहीं हारे ना. कल तुम्हारा मैच अरोनियन से है, राइट? वो तुम जीतने नहीं वाले, राइट? अग्रीड, ठीक है. सो आई थिंक इट्स बेनिफिशियल इफ यू गिव अप द पॉइंट. आई मीन, हम रिटर्न में आपको पूरा सपोर्ट करेंगे भाई. डुबोव जी क्रैकिंग के अगेंस्ट पूरा ट्वीट करेंगे आपके लिए. प्लीज भाई गिव अप द पॉइंट. लव यू भाई. विद का ब्लॉग देखा, अभी पूरा नहीं देखा, मैं देखूंगा. प्रणब भाई हाउ आर यू? आई एम फाइन. प्रणब भाई कैसे हो? सल्यूट टू यू भाई. चेस ऐसा कोई बात नहीं यार, फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Is it necessary to take the rook? It's not necessary यार. You could totally play moves like knight d5 and we want this bishop यार. ये बिशप हमें चाहिए. हम किडनी भी देंगे इसके लिए. बिशप चाहिए भाई. हिकारू गेम दिखाओ. Let's go to Hikaru's game. ये हिकारू ही कर सकता है भाई. Only Hikaru can do this. Like पहले भाई सारे पॉन फेंक दिए और बाद में कहता ओह पॉन फेंक दिए, चलो कैसल करते हैं. भाई क्या गजब आदमी है हिकारू भाई. He was very happy when I saw your channel. Yeah, Shitish bhai, I was very happy कि मतलब he sees the channel and it's very nice to know. Shout out भी दिया उसने. It's crazy. Let's go to the game of Vidit. अनीशा जी ने कुछ लिखा है apparently, कुछ funny. Let me read. Finding it difficult to handle my newfound internet fame. Nice. Bro, you never completed Magnus code. मैंने कर दिया था यार. मैंने उसको एक कोड को मैंने पैराग्राफ में कन्वर्ट कर दिया था. बस ये प्रॉब्लम है. सॉरी मैग्नस. कितने मूव्स हुए? बाय द वे चैट 21 मूव्स हो चुके हैं. ओ वीडी हैज 36 मिनट्स. भाई 36 मिनट्स है भाई. थोड़ा फास्ट. सम पीपल थिंक दैट if their opponent plays a beautiful game, it's okay to lose. I don't. You have to be merciless. Exactly. That was the quote. Point to point. Wrong time. Refresh. क्या बात कर रहे हो? रुको chat. I'll go to Lee Chess. Please don't call Danny. Let me check on Lee Chess, bhai. Let me check the exact time. वहाँ पे क्या है exactly with के पास, because time is of utmost importance here. We can't joke about this. No chat. VD has 35 minutes here as well. VD has 35 minutes. That's crazy. That's crazy. VD के शान डू इन्वॉल्व. Yeah, I know, bhai. Obviously, I'm right about Magnus code. I think I can totally imagine, you know, like Magnus and Anisha going on holidays later, sometime in the future, and then with every holiday there's some new code coming out. Go to Maldives. That's where you improve your chess. Something like this. I don't know. With might get in some trouble if he gets to 20 minutes. Yeah, I think if you have, usually I think double the time is good. So let's say if you have 10 moves remaining, you should have 20 minutes left. If you have like 19 moves remaining, you should have 38 minutes left. So it's 35, so it's already a bit low. Hikaru, push, castle and checkmate. Why? That's his philosophy, I have to agree. Your channel definitely saved my sanity. 4th time COVID and isolation is boring. क्या बात कर रहे हो? 4th टाइम? सही बताओ भाई, चारों वेरिएंट लगवा लिया क्या भाई आपने? कोई तो छोड़ो भाई. भाई ये आईफोन नहीं है भाई. भाई ये कैसे भाई? लोन लेना पड़ेगा मुझे इसके साथ हॉलिडे जाने के लिए. अरे तो क्या है, लाइक इवन आई वुड टेक अ लोन टू ट्रैवल मैग्नस. यू शुड आल्सो. डुबोव को बोलो हार जाए. डुबोव हार जा, बोल दिया भाई. वो लेगा, ये लेगा, सब कुछ लेगा. जॉय भाई क्या क्या लेने वाले हो आप? Is Danny wearing a Balenciaga sweater today? I don't know what Balenciaga is, by the way. Manav bhai. Hari Krishna bhai. Hari Krishna की game हम भूल जाते हैं. Let's go to. Oh, by the way, many things happened after the move Queen D3. I really like this move by Hari Krishna. Bishop F5 was played, and now Queen G3 placed, and now E6. So now, chat, clearly this bishop is a good bishop outside the pawn chain, but the issue is कि dark squares are weak, clearly weak. Clothing brand, अरे हाँ भाई. मुझे कहाँ पता होगा भाई. And now after knight e2, queen c4 played by black, trying to put pressure on the d4 pawn. And now Hari is thinking very interesting, and I think he should play bishop e3 now, defend the pawn, then castle, and quickly try to, you know, I mean, black cannot play bishop e7 right now. That's very frustrating for him. So let's see what happens. Will black castle queenside? Maybe, who knows? Who the hell knows? But most likely kingside. No man twice in the first wave, then one is second. Now one more in delta. And vaccinated, but still I am from medical line. Medical professional. Okay, acha, हाँ यार. That makes sense. Thanks for your service, bhai. I think we always give credit to, I think, people who are in the army. I think people who are doctors right now, at least 99% of them have basically worked like, army professionals right now, like risking their own lives. Hats off to you, bhai. भाई आप एक बार सिर्फ डैनियल डुवॉफ बेलेंशिया सर्च करना, मैंने इसके सामने डैनी भाई गैंगस्टर जैकेट पहन के खेल रहे थे. अच्छा, नाइस. लेट्स नो द गेम ऑफ विदित. करूंगा सर्च भाई. Oh, he plays g6, which is not the best move. And chat. Now white has bishop to d3. That's a very scary move. Why? Because the pawn on a6 is hanging. And I must point out, अगर ये pawn गया तो ये दोनों connected pass pawn है भाई. फिर तो भाई मतलब तुम स्टॉक फिश भी हाथ में दो विदित के, वो जीत नहीं पाएगा. सो आई थिंक दिस पॉन इज रियली इंपॉर्टेंट. देयर आर ऑफ कोर्स सम डॉक्टर्स दैट विल ऑलवेज बी अनएथिकल, आई एम श्योर, बट देयर आर मेनी हार्ड वर्किंग वंस. आई नो पर्सनली ऑफ मेनी. सो आई थिंक यू शुड नॉट जनरलाइज. आई फील मैं आपका लोन खुद चुका देगा टू अवॉइड गोइंग विद यू. मैंने भाई प्लीज लेट्स गो ऑन अ हॉलिडे भाई. सागर भाई और समय का हॉलिडे तो हुआ नहीं, बट वी बोथ कैन डू इट. लेट्स गो. गोवा चलते भाई. कार्लसन, गोवा विद कार्लसन. कौन देखेगा भाई? इफ आई गो टू गोवा विद कार्लसन में कौन व्लॉग देखेगा बताओ भाई? व्हाट लेवन प्लेड a5 एंड b5? व्हाट? मतलब यार, मतलब एक छोटे सीमर को तुम मतलब यार स्कैम करोगे भाई ऐसे, मतलब ऐसे फीलिंग से खेलोगे मेरी. लेट्स नो द गेम ऑफ विदित. Every professional is corrupt people, exactly. इतना तो भरोसा डुबॉफ पे भाई. डुबॉफ पे पूरा भरोसा भाई. डुबॉफ पे पूरा भरोसा है. वो बंदा गेम देगा, लेकिन हमें लेना भी है. सो सिर्फ देने से कुछ नहीं होता, लेना जरूरी है. कोई देगा तो हमें लेना ही पड़ेगा उसको. आई थिंक इफ डुबॉफ गिव्स द गेम, यू टेक इट. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. वे तो क्वालिफाई होने के लिए जितना मस्त है. हाँ, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू विन टुडे. इफ ही ड्रॉस एंड अरोनियन विंस, इट्स ओवर. इट्स ऑल ओवर. आई थिंक देन देयर इज नो चांस ऑफ विनिंग. सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. लक्ष्य भाई तुम डीपी चेंज कर लो भाई. आधे से भाई फोटो देख के भाग जाएंगे. प्लीज भाई हाथ जोड़ रहा हूं भाई. लक्ष्य भाई प्लीज, पैर पड़ रहा. प्लीज भाई लक्ष्य भाई प्लीज चेंज कर दो. ब्रो डू सम ब्लैक मैजिक एंड मेक वीडी विन अगेन. भाई मैं काला जादू वाले लग रहा हूं. काला जादू लग रहा हूं क्या? वेस्ली लुक ब्लंडर. भाई ये तो स्कैम है, 100% स्कैम. चलो अच्छा, आई गेट 1 पॉइंट. लेट मी सी, 1 पॉइंट मिलेगा मुझे. यस चलो भाई चैट. इट्स 3-1 नाउ. 1 पॉइंट फॉर मी. इतना ऑब्वियस स्कैम था भाई. कौन था भाई ये स्कैम वाला, रुक ब्लंडर वाला? पिज़ाज भाई, आपके पिज़ाज बहुत है बट स्कैम्स नहीं है आप में बहुत. लेट्स गो टू विनिस गेम. राउंड अप. लेट्स डू अ राउंड अप चैट. लेट्स डू अ राउंड अप. ठीक है, लेट्स डू अ राउंड अप. So first of all, chat, we have Pool A, we have Hikaru against Grischuk. Hikaru is definitely better. It's still kind of complicated, so I think the game is still going to go on for a long while. भाई ग्रिशुक का टाइम देखो, हिकारू का टाइम देखो. ग्रिशुक के पास 17 मिनट, हिकारू के पास 1 घंटा 16 मिनट. भाई क्या आदमी है हिकारू भाई. भाई दिस इज नॉट टाइटल ट्यूसडे. लगता है कल टाइटल ट्यूसडे खेल नहीं पाया तो बेचारा यहाँ खेल रहा है भाई. क्रेजी. Then we have Backrot against Esipenko, which looks like a draw to me. Symmetrical structure, some imbalances of course, but should be a draw. Next is Rapport against Oparin. White is definitely better. I should pawn clearly, but of course still complicated. Some drawing chances, but Rapport definitely pushing. Next is Boracek against Fedosiev. Yeah, this is a draw though. This is an isolated pawn chat, but now the bishop is kind of weird. Knight e4 will come, rook c8, and black has control over the c file, so he has some counterplay for the isolated pawn, and that's why it's just equal. And I expect a draw in this game. We go to now Keymer against Aronian, जहाँ पे Keymer is thinking भाई g5 का शॉक Keymer को खतरनाक लगा है भाई. Keymer के भाई नानी याद आ गई भाई. g5 like भाई ये क्या टट्टी है भाई. g5 played. Let's go to the game of Hari Krishna. Also, first of all, Shiro against Wesley. So, ये draw होगा chat. This is a draw because f3 now and opposite color bishops is usually a draw. No good squares for either side. So I think I expect a draw here. Hari Krishna has to win. That means let's go to the Indian players now. Hari Krishna against Dominguez. He's still thinking. सोच रहा है अभी. Let's go to the game of Vidit now. Has something happened? Bishop d3 played. He plays the best move. He plays the best move. Vidit plays the best move queen e8, but now his pieces are very passive. His pieces are passive now, chat. Very important moment. What will happen now? And now, chat, I have a question for you. What is a good attacking move for white? What is a very good move for white here, chat? Can you find the move? Find the move, chat. What is a good attacking move for white here? विदित स्लो क्यों खेल रहा है? टाइम पे ना करते भाई, वो तो यार पोजीशन भी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है भाई. Kasparov का पीक रेटिंग कितना है? 2851. Chat, do like the stream. Let's get to 1k likes. And if you're here for the first time, do subscribe to the channel, guys. हमारी फैमिली में शामिल हो जाओ भाई. Queen c2 possible, yes, but उससे बेटर मूव भाई, उससे बेटर मूव. King h1 पे शायद मूव. लक्ष्य भाई तुम फोटो चेंज करो वरना अनमोड इनकमिंग. Knight f5 is not so great. I feel it's possible but not so great. The best move for, Knight f5 is black to move. White की move ढूंढ रहे हम. Yeah, h4 is one of the good moves, chat. You can also play bishop h6, also very good. But h4 trying to weaken this square is definitely in white's favor. And also he can just trade rooks now because I feel this pawn is definitely weak. He already has an isolated pawn. Rook c7 is possible, but I feel now Vidit has some chances to sack on f3 and so on, spoil the structure. Also knight d5 can come and that will attack the rook. So rook c7 is probably not the best here. But I think h4 is definitely a good move. Bishop h6 is a good move. Rook c8 should also be good. Even bishop f4 should be good, yeah, controlling this important diagonal and kind of dominating the queen in a way. The queen has no more squares. भाई ये तारीफ हो रही है फोटो की, अच्छी नहीं लग रही है क्या? भाई मेरी वो रूलिंग वो रॉड कहाँ गई यार? वो इट्स स्पैंकिंग टाइम, चैट कहाँ है यार वो? Come on, duo, you can do blunder. Come on, come on. विवेक जी भाई ये कौन सा भाई अपने बिटकॉइन का एड्रेस क्यों डाल रहे हैं भाई यहाँ पे? ये पब्लिक की और प्राइवेट की बिटकॉइन की अपनी क्यों डाल दी भाई? कोई पैसे नहीं भेजने वाला. We believe in you, Dubov. You can do blunder. डेली का है अब तो. Yes, exactly भाई. Let's go. जैसे laws of is there any home of chess? There is no home of chess, I feel, but Tata Steel is definitely one of the strongest tournaments in the world. जो हमने पीछे recently देखा हमने. लक्ष्य जैन बहुत सही है. जो लोग उस फोटो की तारीफ कर रहे हैं आपके लिए एक सनसनीखेज न्यूज है हमारे पास. आप कभी मॉड नहीं बन पाएंगे, सो प्लीज प्रेशर डालें हमारे मॉड लक्ष्य के ऊपर कि वो फोटो हटा दे. थैंक यू. भाई वाइट डजंट नीड knight d2. knight d2 also possible, chat. Also a good move, knight d2 and then e4. But knight d2 के बाद हमें सोचना है. For example, you can kind of imagine, rook c5, bishop d2 or directly bishop g2. Like this is very complicated now. We take on g2. I'm not sure if white will go for this. Pawn दे देगा वो free का. Very very interesting. Of course he can sacrifice a pawn, but I think duo will not go for this. सारे चैट वाले अगर साहिल की फोटो लगा देते हैं, हाँ लक्ष्य की फोटो को लिंक करो. अरे भाई विनायक भाई ये क्या बोल रहे हो भाई? विनायक भाई हमारी भी कुछ इज्जत है भाई, 2% इज्जत है भाई. अगली बार इमेजिन करो वीडी शाउट आउट देगा, कहेगा भाई ये क्या है भाई, ये नाक में नहीं डाली, छोड़ो उसको शाउट आउट नहीं देना. लीचे सोर्स प्लस 1.5 फॉर ओनियन. अरे यार केमर क्या हुआ? केमर गेम दे रहा है भाई वो. डू यू थिंक मैच इज गुड? आई थिंक सो. ही माइट बी इफ ही इज तो कंफर्म. आपके चैनल को विदित अपने चैनल पे प्रमोट किया है. एग्जैक्टली आई नो मजीद भाई. थैंक्स अ लॉट अमित भाई. Everybody changed their DP to Lakshya's DP. अरे यार ये क्या है लक्ष्य भाई? Don't see my DP यूजरनेम रख दिया भाई, ये क्या मजाक है? What the hell? लक्ष्य भाई भाई. Anyway, chat stream like कर दो भाई please. And you want to join me on a vacation to work? Yes, for the Winter Olympics, I guess. Yes. विंटर ओलंपिक्स के अरे भाई अर्जित भाई आज स्ट्रीम फुल चिल वाइब्स दे रही है. अरे भाई क्या बोलूं बस यार, बस गेम वीडी जीत जाए भाई, बाद में चिल विल तो हम कर लेंगे भाई. चिल तो इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट ऑनेस्टली, बस वीडी जीतना चाहिए भाई. हमें वीडी से मतलब है. वीडी एक जीतेगा तो भाई बस कपड़े फाड़ देंगे भाई. न्यू वेरिएंट इनकमिंग. देखो दिस इज अ मैसेज फॉर कोविड, सो प्लीज I know you are inspired by the iPhone. Really, I understand it. Every year a new model comes out. People get it more than the previous one. I understand. I know you want to be up to date. You want some new mutations, some sexy mutations, which might be, appealing to the opposite sex. I know it happens. It's the stage you are in puberty right now. It happens. इस stage में बहुत feelings आती हैं आपको. But the thing is, your puberty actions, you have some excess energy in your inbuilt system right now. It can harm other people. So let's not do this. And let's not harm other people. अपनी कंस्ट्रक्टिव एनर्जी कुछ पॉजिटिव काम में यूज करें. म्यूटेट करें तो भाई कुछ हल्के में म्यूटेट करें ताकि वो लोगों में फैले ना. ठीक है ना? थैंक यू भाई, थैंक यू. अरोनियन ब्लंडर, क्या बात कर रहे हो भाई, ये पक्का स्कैम है। आई प्रेडिक्ट अ स्कैम। अवेस अली, लेट्स सी इफ इट्स स्कैम। भाई स्कैम, अरे भाई 3-2, अरे 3-2, आज तो मैं सारे स्कैम पकड़ रहा हूँ भाई, क्रेजी। बाय द वे क्या है भाई, व्हाट द हेल इज दिस, ये क्या खेल रहे हैं चेस, लाइक ये लग रहा था कल खेलना स्टार्ट किया चेस इन्होंने। तुम देखो भाई G5 और B4, भाई ये क्या है भाई, शतरंज भाई, ये क्या है भाई, ये क्या है, व्हाट द हेल इज दिस। दोनों अपने किंग अंगे कर रहे हैं भाई, ये क्या है, दोनों में किंग अंगे कर रहे हैं। देखो भाई, ही इज ओपनिंग अप हिज किंग लाइक दिस, ही इज ओपनिंग हिज किंग लाइक दिस, भाई क्रेजी। एड प्लेइंग ऑन वर्ल्ड चेस इन योर स्ट्रीम इफ यू कैन, आई कांट प्लस भाई, वो मुझे स्ट्राइक दे देंगे, crazy. And now chat, if for example black takes the queen, I take the queen, and black is definitely, you know, white is doing absolutely fine. So I think black should probably take on b4. And now I think the idea is to play queen d4. At least that should be the idea, otherwise I don't know what the point is. Otherwise if you try to do this, then bishop g6, and now queen c3 check is coming up, the rook is hanging this mate. So crazy move b4 by Keymer. Let's go to the game of Vidit again. हिकारू कैन विन, सात्विक भाई यार किडनी ले लो भाई, मत बीट से जीत जाएगा भाई। यू वर्किंग सो हार्ड दैट इवन बिग स्ट्रीमर्स कैन सी योर हार्ड वर्क एंड अप्रिशिएटिंग इट, थैंक्स सो मच फॉर द काइंड वर्ड्स भाई, मींस अ लॉट भाई, दिल से खुशी मिली भाई। ग्रिशुक ब्लंडर, क्या बात कर रहे हो सोहम भाई, अभी 3-2 किया था मैंने यार, अभी 3-2 किया था। ओके लेट्स गो बैक। डुओ प्लेट, क्या खेला उसने भाई, h3, what? h3, ये क्या मूव है भाई, what is this? What is this? I mean this is a new move, ये क्या है भाई, what is this भाई? नाक में उंगली भाई, नाक में उंगली नहीं कर रहा था, I was scratching my nose like this, like I have this issue of, I don't know, I feel like scratching my nose, ऐसे scratch कर रहा था, it looks like, you know, मैं नाक में उंगली डाल रहा हूँ भाई। तो डुबोव पूरे मौके दे रहा है चैट, हमारा भाई, हमने बंदा प्लांट कर दिया डुबोव पूरे मौके दे रहा है वीडी को। लेट्स गो वीडी, रुक f8, लेट्स डेवलप भाई, कम ऑन। इफ अरुण लूज टुडे आई विल सुपर 500, अरे नहीं भाई, ऐसा कोई कंपल्सरी नहीं है, अरुण हारेगा नहीं वैसे, वो भी है। लाइक गौतम सेज ब्रीदिंग स्पेस फॉर किंग, या ट्रू, थोड़ा तो भरोसा करो डुबोव पे। डुब्बू भाई, ये डुब्बू कौन है भाई, डुब्बू पेड एक्टर बाय साहिल, हाँ एग्जैक्टली भाई, पेड एक्टर बाय साहिल। इतनी सुपर चैट्स मिली है, हमने कहा भाई वीडियो के लिए वेरीफाइड करते हैं भाई, डुबो को बंदा हायर करते हैं। ऐसे सुसाइड फ्रॉम डीप मूव, या आई थिंक ऑनेस्टली आई थिंक द आइडिया, I think it's just kind of saving his back rank. It doesn't have a clear idea because h4 was a good move here. 95 played, chat, he's going for the bishop pair, he's going for the, chat, the engine does not like this at all. Okay, let me analyze why. Crap, why is it so bad? I don't see it. Bishop h6, okay, what if rook f d8, 9 to e5 okay, queen f, bhai ruko, what is the idea, can I just take on c5, what's the issue? Okay, what if I play a passing move? Let's say I play a passing move like, I don't know, queen b8, let's see what the threat is, and now rook takes c8, knight d7, bhai, chat, we cannot give this bishop, हमें ये bishop नहीं देना है भाई। rook c1, bishop c1, this bishop, if this bishop goes, we are much worse bhai. This is a strong bishop, we can't give this bishop bhai, we can't give this bishop, very important, we cannot give this bishop bhai, ये bishop देना है, कुछ भी हो जाए। crazy engine lines, पता नहीं if Dubov saw all of this, I doubt it। by the way chat, 23 moves played, 30 minutes for VD, 55 minutes for Dubov, come on VD, come on। 2 लेग कब से होने वाली है, स्टार्टिंग से 2 लेग्स ही सबके पास भाई। कैमरा चेंज नहीं किया भाई, कैमरा एंगल चेंज किया बस, और लाइटिंग का एंगल चेंज है। बिशप e4 इज द आइडिया, आई डोंट नो बिशप h6 इज द आइडिया चैट। बिशप h6 फॉलोड बाय 95, इट्स फाइट्स, क्रेजी आइडिया हियर। I suffer on the account, not able to chat, I can see your chat though। queen 8 का आइडिया था to kind of I mean defend the a6 pawn, this pawn was hanging, and that's the idea of queen 8, and also to put some pressure on this diagonal of course। विदित क्यों रुला रहा है यार, चैट अभी कुछ खेला नहीं है, कम ऑन, कुछ भी खेल दे, बिशप d2 खेल दे भाई, तू कुछ भी खेल दे, बस ये मत खेल दियो. If bishop h6 chat, you can kind of try to play such moves, but then white takes, you take, and then queen to b2 check, and after king g8, knight to e5, and suddenly you have knight g4 followed by knight h6. Mate, bhai, so very scary as well. I am not sure. I have to probably play f6. I don't like this at all, bhai. I don't like this. Knight d7 can be played. This is not good. Dubov played bishop h6. VD under huge pressure now. VD under huge pressure, bhai, huge pressure. Bhai, VD, come on. It's natural though, but yeah, but does he see the idea? Does he see 95? ये तो खुदा, ये तो मेट ही कर देगा. अरे नहीं भाई, दुबोव है भाई, गलती करेगा, देगा भाई गेम. रुको, अरुण गेम देखते भाई. लेट्स गो टू हरी कृष्णा's game once. After the move queen c4, he played bishop e3 finally, rook c8 and castles. It's still in the opening phase here. Let's go to the game of Levon now. Oh, he played queen d4, so it's roughly balanced still. Let's go to the game of Vidit. Dubov will blender. Let's see. I'm a silent admirer of your streams. I don't chat too often, but your streams really make my day complete. Nowadays, thanks for showing, bhai. Your kind words matter a lot, man. It helps me keep going on. Thanks a lot, bhai. Vidit might lose this time. Chat देखो अभी खत्म नहीं हुई है. अभी किस्मत अभी खेल मेरे बाकी है दोस्त. So let's wait for the moves. And now he has to probably move the rook. And chat, he could also take on c5. After rook takes c5, he could play rook c8. That is definitely a way to kind of, equalize. But chat, very interesting. In this position, maybe bc5 is also very interesting now. Because now this pawn is a bit weak. And we can't move the bishop away. So rook b1 later on can be very dangerous. So I think this should be VD's best idea. It kind of holds on because it exchanges one pair of rooks. So let's go VD. Let's take the rook. Come on, rook. Camera change नहीं है भाई, angle change है, camera same है भाई, और lighting का angle change है. VD should seriously work on time management, Shivam bhai, but I think इस game में we can't really blame him. The game is very complicated right now. This is very, very risky. You can look at the attack. Yeah, I mean the king is a bit weak. Mind the dull हुआ suddenly. White से black of checks. 16 moves to go. Chat, 17 moves to go for VD. 23 moves played yet. He plays rook c5. Thank God. हे भगवान भला करे VD का भाई. rook c5 played very well done. अरे कोई डुबो का पीसीआर टेस्ट निकलवाओ. या कम ऑन भाई, कितने टूर्नामेंट से बाहर निकलेगा वो. It's saying sub only mode. What to do? भाई सब करो ना, सब करके चैट होना चाहिए भाई, ऐसा कोई वो नहीं है. बाय द वे एक चीज है, I think one thing we could do is like we could keep like 10 masks all around Dubov, like अपने चेसबोर्ड के आसपास. वो मास्क को देख के बेचारा फ्रस्ट्रेट हो जाएगा लाइफ में. He might make some mistakes. Why not? Yeah, the thing is, if you play bishop c7, bishop takes, king takes, and queen b2 check, followed by knight e5 and knight g4. Mate के ideas है, and your king can be very weak sometimes. Dubov is depressed भाई, लग नहीं रहा भाई, खेल तो बढ़िया रहा आज. अगर इसने रुक के bishop f8 मार दिया, अगर इसने ये मार दिया भाई, if he by chance, if by chance Dubov takes this, I will literally, मतलब I will gift like my kidney to anybody in the chat. भाई अगर इसने मार दिया तो भाई kidney incoming. Oh नहीं, मार दिया, sorry मार दिया, sorry, my kidney is safe. And now he, let me refresh. उसने उसमें मार दिया chat, and now VD has to play rook c8. Let's go VD. Dubov hitting the gym. भाई I think what we can do is, if Dubov is actually going, जहाँ वो जा रहा है ना, चाहे जिम जा रहा हो, खाना खाने जा रहा हो, वहाँ पे सारे लोग मास्क के साथ घूमने लग जाए. Like everybody around him, like VD should hire like 20 people who are wearing masks and roaming around Dubov. उसको पूरा फोमो दे देगा भाई, वो बंदा रो दे भाई, इतने मास्क क्यों, मैं क्यों नहीं पहन रहा. VD can do a cat gambit, it can really help. Anirban भाई, I don't think so. Do a motivated by Dina's मैं देखा नहीं है, but I have seen the kind of interviews, the very interesting interviews. G5 is on the king side, das भाई. It's true, but the thing is, यहाँ पे white can actually do something about it, yeah. Sometimes you have weaknesses, but the opponent cannot do anything about it. But right now he can. He has a check immediately coming up with knight e5, knight g4, and your queen is kind of on the other side of the board. Yeah, मतलब queen वहाँ पे है, king यहाँ पे है, यहाँ पे मिलते चल रही है भाई, तुम बचाओगे कैसे? Rook c8 played, yes. लेट्स गो पीडी, लेट्स गो। रुक C8 प्लेड, कम ऑन, मार दे डुबोव, मार दे। क्या ही कर लेगा तू भी, मार दे भाई। हरी आउट ऑफ टूर्नामेंट क्यों भाई? अधिवान कहाँ खो गया यार? उसकी शादी हुई है यार, थोड़ा टाइम उसको पर्सनल लाइफ के लिए दे दो बेचारे को। Leeches or Rook D8 is better. I am not sure, man. If really Rook D8 is best, I'm not sure. If I was playing this, I would play Rook C8 like without a second. Of course, I think about it for a while, but I think Rook C8 makes a lot of sense because you try to exchange the active rook for the passive rook, yeah. Levon जीत गया क्या? नहीं भाई, खेल रहा है। Chat, by the way, very important. If for example, you know, Levon loses today, that is really helpful to VD. So I'm really hoping Keymer साहब कोई जादूगरी करेंगे आज। जादूगरी incoming chat। Knight G6 played and Keymer has an idea here with knight takes F7। क्या crazy idea है भाई। Is it so crazy? If Rook F7, then I think we can take on F5, and I don't know which king is weaker, but then Black has Queen A3 check, King D2, Rook F7, G5, Rook F5, by D6 check. Oh my God, King F8, D6 C7. Oh, क्या line है ये? What is this? This is not chess. This is just mindfuck भाई। क्या line है भाई? क्या crazy line है? Come on, Keymer bhai, find this man, find this. He's like, it's maybe roughly equal, but still very interesting game. Let's see who wins here. Crazy game for Keymer, by the way. Let's go to the game of VD again. VD जीत सकता है क्या? बिल्कुल भाई जीत सकता है। Keymer क्वालिफाई कर, अगर Keymer क्वालिफाई कर दिया तो भाई फिर तो ये लोन ही हो जाएगा भाई। That will be crazy. Carlson VD is watching your stream. He means I'm watching your stream. अरे nice. Hope we defense like Tara game. Yeah, I hope so, bhai. Chat, do like the stream. Let's go to 1000 likes. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe कर दो भाई. Come on, शाहरुख खान की तरह भाई. शाहरुख खान को stream लाएंगे, जल्दी subscribe कर दो भाई. Keymer is underrated, I know भाई, but I think for today we have want Keymer to win. आज का boss Keymer और VD. Let's go. Did VD not yet. Blunter नहीं किया भाई. हाँ. Hikaru game please. Let's go Hikaru game once. Hikaru game क्या चल रहा है भाई? Knight C5 कुछ नहीं चल रहा है भाई. बस Grischuk टाइम पे पिल रहा है बुरी तरह। Let's go to Hari Krishna once. Hari Krishna came in. Oh, he has castle finally. I do feel black is roughly balanced. Queen B4, some queen से counter में knight C4 incoming. I do think Hari Krishna has an equal position. लेकिन Dominguez टाइम बहुत कम टाइम है. So Hari Krishna can definitely push. Let's go to the game of Vidit Gujrathi now. दिमाग का भूत हो गया भाई। ओके, दिमाग का भूत हो गया। ओके, नॉट बैड। कैसे भाई लक्षा भाई? बढ़िया हूँ यार। Hikaru is trying to watch your live stream. Which bishop is more crucial for Dubov? Honestly, both are. I think if let's say you exchange any of these bishops for this knight, let's say, I think Dubov's attack is vanished and VD is clearly better now with the two bishops. So I think both bishops are crucial. If these bishops are gone, Dubov wants to exchange it for the bishop itself. He would love to take off this bishop and this bishop because this weakens the king and this weakens the pawn. So both are in Dubov's favor. And what is in VD's favor is to somehow win the bishop pair. If he can, then these bishops will cut across the board. Bhai, crazy attack karenge. Grischuk want to play a rapid game too bad. The format is classical. I mean, I don't know. I think it's like he's known to do this forever. Like since forever he's been doing this. सालों साल से करता आ रहा है। मतलब he will play bad moves by taking a lot of time and then he will play good moves by taking no time whatsoever. So I'm like भाई ये कहाँ का लॉजिक है भाई? इंजन 1 दिखा रहा है। What is that? Idea is chat knight d. I think the idea is, by the way, I completely missed this move. भाई rook to a5 एक insane move लग रही है यार। This is crazy. The a6 pawn is hanging. So what do you do now? You can't play rook c6 because of b5. So probably you have to distract the queen somehow. So knight to c3 probably saves VD here. Just saves VD. But now queen to d2 and knight has to come back. So white, if he wants to, already has a draw. Very interesting. If white wants to, but I don't think Dubov wants to draw because Dubov also wants to qualify. So Dubov will not go for a draw. That's kind of unlucky in a way. Grischuk was playing Tile Tuesday. He left halfway, by the way. Dubov adoption confirmed. VD भाई कर दो यार। भाई 700 लोग देख रहे हैं VD भाई, कितने लोग देख रहे हैं? हजारों लोग सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं। VD भाई आज कर दो भाई। आज दिल जीत लो भाई पूरी ऑडियंस का भाई। आज मतलब बस जादू कर दो भाई। लेट्स गो। चेक इन दिस पोजीशन। क्या चेक करना है भाई? Dubov will go for a draw. That's true भाई। Why there is advantage to Dubov? The advantage is because he has some attack on the king side and he also has a weak pawn to attack on a6. So Dubov had double advantage, slight advantage on the king side, slight advantage on the queen side. Very important. Hikaru बुलेट खेल रहा है क्या भाई? हिकारू का काम यही है. अगर कोई क्वेश्चन फॉर चैट, अगर हिकारू कोई बाइक खरीदता तो उस बाइक का नाम क्या होता चैट? क्वेश्चन फॉर यू. उत्कर्ष होता थैंक फॉर सुपर चैट भाई यू आर डूइंग ग्रेट जॉब, बिगेस्ट फैन बिकॉज ऑफ पीपल आई स्टार्टेड लर्निंग चेस. That's awesome, Utkarsh bhai. That was the dream, yeah, to promote the game. That is the ultimate dream, I think, of doing all of this, to promote chess and, of course, make chess accessible to people who cannot understand the GM moves. Thanks a lot for the kind words and super bhai. Bullet bhai, exactly. No points for guessing that, bhai. Very easy. So, is becoming a GM possible for 18-year-old who's 15 her main chess website? It's possible, but it requires insane amount of effort, bhai. Insane amount of effort. Let's go to the game of VD. Oh, sorry, VD. Sorry. मेरे मुंह से VD निकलता है भाई. कल को लगता है अपनी गर्लफ्रेंड को VD बता दूंगा कोई बनेगी तो. Let's go to the game of Hari Krishna. Oh, he plays H5. तो he's trying to attack. अरे nice भाई. Dominguez भाई ये चाहिए हमें attack चाहिए भाई. So he gives up the G5 square. Very interesting. And now we have some sort of attack going on. Very interesting, yeah. So clearly Hari Krishna is slightly better now. Wesley game. Let's go to Wesley game. I think we'll draw. Yeah, this is a dead draw. Dead draw. Equal number of pawns, opposite color bishops. Dead draw here, chat. कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा. Bishop e3. Black will maybe, if you can't even take this pawn because check and I pick up the g7 pawn. So dead draw for sure. Let's go to this game. Oh, he plays knight e5. He plays one of the best moves in the position. And now VD under some sort of pressure, chat. He probably should take, but if he takes on c5, chat याद है the game against he played against क्या नाम था उसका, वो था यार जॉर्डन साहब. वहां पे ऐसे कुछ हुआ था. he captured on d5 and Jordan got a pass pawn, and वो pass pawn ने भाई नानी याद ला दी थी. तो VD under pressure right now because if he takes, pawn takes, and suddenly c6 is coming up soon. Bishop a6 is the threat, but I think he has to take now, and then he has to defend somehow. And ये knight strong है, bishop strong है, lot of pressure on VD. I have to say, how will VD activate his queen? He has to be very subtle. Maybe queen c8 is the move to activate because you still have to defend this pawn and you have to control c6. So that is one way to activate the queen. But this knight, we have to push this knight somehow. And surprisingly enough, chat, the best move for VD here is maybe bishop h8. Trying to push the knight back, also possible, but let's see what happens. Right now, this is the light position. Just imagine Dubov defeats both VD and Aronian. That would be crazy, why? Then he qualifies, and then we can't. If VD loses, then we can't really comment anything. Then it's fine, yeah. Matlab he cannot win the group. But for now, he can. Hikaru look at the ceiling while riding the bike. भाई बाइक में सीलिंग कहाँ से आ गई? बाइक में तो भाई वो स्काई को देखेगा ना. Rook takes is the move, chat. Knight e7 is coming up. You cannot with the bishop. Knight g4 is coming up. h4 h5 is coming up. Very dangerous. You have to take on c5 immediately. भैया हरी क्या हुआ? हरी खेल रहा है. He has a slightly better position, chat. His opponent cannot castle. That's really helpful. King नंगा है थोड़ा सा. And you can see this diagonal is kind of open. And the bishop cannot be developed because the queen takes g7. That's why he's trying to play h4 to distract the queen. But h4 definitely is a weakness. We can actually play bishop g5 and simply chop off this pawn. So बहुत difficult है. Let's go to the game of Vidit. Round up करेंगे. Is Dubov winning? He's not winning, chat. He's slightly better. I feel not winning yet. Slightly better, I would say. Slightly better. Hikaru's thumbnail always awesome. Why Hikaru के thumbnail awesome होते हैं? But he just kind of takes the stream from Twitch and puts on YouTube. No, so it's not new content. Hello, Sahil uncle. Okay, I will not even read your second part of the sentence because it's very offensive. Uncle shaming ना करें भाई, please. If both players are out, who would you stream knockouts? I'm not sure, Pulkit bhai. I'll see. I'll try it on one day, and if people want to watch, I'll stream. If they don't want to watch, I might not. Or I might start streaming later. Let's see what happens. Hari's queen is a bit constricted, not many squares. Champy, but it's not constricted. To be honest, the thing is, it also kind of limits the black pieces, yeah? So it's very active, I would say. It's very active. It might feel that way, but I think it has a lot of decent squares to kind of go to. It's fine. And f3 and f4 squares cannot be attacked. Yeah, it's all fine. So let's go to Vidit game again. Ishan Singh, thanks for subscribing, bhai. Sir, 2 questions very different with this game. Where did VD go wrong? Chat एक सेकंड यार, मेरी लाइट का चक्कर हो गया. ओके, कहाँ चक्कर हुआ भाई? I don't know. ओके. अरे भाई क्यों लाइट को क्या हो गया भाई? लाइट को क्या हो गया? अच्छा ओ हाँ. Let me do this now. Very disappointed with VD's game. Where did he go wrong? Did he have any wins in switch? First of all, he did not have any winning chances, but to be honest, Dubov has played almost a perfect game. It's similar to what Dubov did, when VD defeated him last time with the black pieces. So I would still not say VD is out of it. I think he still can win this because he has some strong bishops. The only problem is, like, this pawn is a bit weak. If this pawn was not here, I would say if this was here, VD would be absolutely fine. But with the pawn, it's a bit weak, so it's difficult to win this, but I do expect him to fight. The second question is, what do you think about present position? VD can draw the game. He can draw the game totally. This is still a draw. This is objectively still a draw. In fact, if white goes wrong, as Dubov has gone on multiple occasions पहले, बहुत बार वो गेम दे चुका है हाथ में, we can expect to do that again. वेस्ली का किंग देखो भाई, किंग क्यों भाई, क्वीन को देखते ना यार. वेस्ली का किंग देखते. अरे क्या भाई, अगर क्वीन बोर्ड पे तो बोलते भाई कुछ कितना डेयरिंग किंग है भाई, कितना डेयरिंग किंग है. अब क्वीन बोर्ड पे है तो क्या ही डेयरिंग भाई. इट्स लाइक मतलब वो होता है ना, कभी देखा है कई लोग ना फोटो खिंचवाते हैं, कोई ऐसे बड़ा सा वो पहाड़ होता है, उसमें एक कदम ऊपर चढ़ते हैं और फोटो ऐसे खिंचवाते, लगता है पता नहीं कहाँ हाइकिंग कर रहे हैं भाई ऐसे. एक कदम ऊपर होते हैं बस वो. सेम थिंग. या फिर जो माउंट एवरेस्ट की फोटो नकली खिंचवाते हैं. एनीवेज, डुबोव डीना को इंप्रेस करने में खेल रहा था आज. अरे नहीं यार, डीना वीना कुछ नहीं चाहिए हमें सिर्फ गेवडी की विन चाहिए. Knight c3 analyze VD's game. So first of all, bc5 is forced for oh, by the way, he has taken on c5. But knight c3, yeah, I mean, what's the point of knight c3? I mean, he can just go queen e1. I don't know the point. I defend my knight and I attack your knight now. So you probably have to come back. So I'm not sure what the point was. But let's see if he plays it. And white can at least have a repetition there. So at least draw तो हाथ में है ही उसके. When are you going to become GM? भाई पहले IM बनने का प्लान है इस साल IM बन जाए, फिर GM अगले साल ट्राई करेंगे. Why Anand is not playing tournaments? Any idea we are missing him? Dual in places, I think what is happening is, first of all, it's a mix of COVID. He trying to mentor the juniors because he also wants to help them rather than try to play tournaments himself. And also less tournaments happening overall. अभी COVID है तो tournament बहुत कम हो रहे हैं. Europe was completely closed till the few days back. US was completely closed. अब थोड़ा ठीक हो रहा है. अब खेलेंगे सर भाई. Can we push the a pawn? By the way, he can, but the issue, yeah, now he can go a5 at some moment and this pawn will now be safe. That's really helpful to VD. But the issue now is the passed pawn. Chat question for you. This knight is very strong. This is a very strong knight. So should we exchange the bishop for the knight, chat? Yes or no? Yeah, the king is on f5, Ramachandra. But the thing is, that position is very simple with opposite color bishops. Just a dead draw. We do not exchange. We lost. Now let's say the bishop was on c1. ठीक है? Imagine करो mate नहीं हो रही. ठीक है? Even then we never do this. Even then we never do this because कभी ना कभी वो आएगा threat. We have too many weak squares. We don't do this here. Let's go back. And we have to handle this knight. किसने से handle करना इसको? Oh, VD played queen c8. He played the best move. Now this pawn is attacked. And chat, this pawn is not easy to defend. In fact, the best move for Dubov is c6. That's kind of interesting. And if bishop c6, knight c6, queen c6, bishop a6, I think chat, maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe I'm wrong. I think this is a draw. Maybe I'm wrong. Anybody could win this. This is most likely a draw. So let's see what happens now. Maybe Dubov wants to win, then he might not go for c6. Let's see what happens. Vincent Gujrathi is back. Arey. We are all fans of Vincent Gujrathi. Big fans. Knight f4 will be bad, yeah, because the knight will be hanging. The bishops can move forward and go back in life, unlike us. G6 was a mistake, your thought? I don't think so. I think the mistake came later. I think it was the move. Mistake was, I think, somewhere here where he played knight d5. I think knight d5 was the mistake here, not g6 exactly. So let's go to this game again. Do you think 30-year-old doctor should take part in chess tournaments or best left as a hobby in clubs? To be honest, you can play chess as a hobby in tournaments as well. There are many people in the world who play, chess tournaments for fun. You also have some category prize. For example, there are tournaments below 1600 which have a cash prize of sometimes even 2-3 lakhs as first prize. So you can play these tournaments and also earn some money on the side and play for fun, yeah? So you can definitely do it though. Problem with queen c7. There's no problem, you can definitely play it, but the queen was on a8 chat. It was an a8, so first we bring it to c8 and now we attack this pawn, and of course we like to play to c7. Of course, knight attack करेंगे भाई. Make me mod day 27. भाई पहली बार देखा आपका मैसेज. Is there any GM which is Carlsen's age? Of course भाई, बहुत सारे हैं. Very soon, me too. साहिल भाई की हॉबी भी ऐसी ही है. हम आईएम बनने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, हॉबी बोल दिया भाई. हे भाई, हे भगवान, ये दिन दिखना रह गया था बस. बिशप h8 here, I don't think so. It's white to move first of all. पहले white तो खेल दे भाई. मुझे कब बनाओगे मॉड? सिद्धार्थ भाई कैसे हो, कैसे हो? करेंगे, चलिए स्ट्रीम करेंगे भाई. Oh, by the way, c6 played by Dubov, bishop is played, and now he might take on a6 first, trying to attack the queen. Let's see what happens. Chat, question for you. Should white take on a6? Should white take on c6? Question for you. Very important. Not so easy. What should white take on? c6 or a6? Very important question. Have you seen web series Rocket Boys? If not, do watch it. Yeah, I'll check it out. Right? Up to how much advantage the game would be draw with perfect play? I think till plus 1.2, 1.3 is usually a draw. Yeah, so the bishop is quite crucial. I totally agree. If you play bishop a6, now I can play bishop b7 and I can save my bishop and takes, and I don't think black is worse at all. And oh wow, by the way, he played bishop a6. Wow, तो bishop की बिल्कुल कदर नहीं है भाई. This is evidence chat. समय रहना एक पूरा phenomena है भाई. Dubov भी समय रहना को देखता है भाई. This is proven. So after, oh no, he took the bishop. My bad. He took the bishop. ठीक है, शायद Dubov नहीं देखता. Knight c6, queen c6 and bishop a6 now. And now chat, the question is, I think problem ye hai, we don't want to give this bishop, we want to keep it because that gives us some chances for defense also, but then our king is kind of stranded, so we have no choice. We have to play bishop g7, bishop takes, queen takes. And chat, I have a question for you. Objectively and practically, who's slightly better here? Who's slightly better? Come on chat, who do you think is slightly better? And why? And why? Very important. Who will become a GM first? You or Levi or Sagar or Eric? देखो, Eric का तो नाम ही I am Rosen है. He has kind of branded himself, so he will not do that. And in terms of, I think Levi has the best chance because he's in the US, so he has a lot of resources and he's not as busy as Sagar bhai, so I think he has the best chance to become GM first. Yeah, so white is slightly better chat because he has the pass pawn. Slightly better. But the thing is, अगर गलती से ये pawn हम कैप्चर कर ले, मान लो ये pawn चला गया, ठीक है, मान लो. In that scenario, chat मुझे बताओ, knight और bishop better होता है या queen और bishop? Come on chat. Which combo is usually better? What do you think chat? Make him all remember you promised me. Remember to फिर तो भूल ही गए होंगे यार. जी भूला नहीं हूँ. आप डिस्कॉर्ड ज्वाइन करो भाई. आदित्य, white because pawns on both sides, he has bishop. Exactly, अच्छा बिल्कुल सही बोला आपने यार. Bishop is a piece which can control both sides of the board at the same time, and it can not only attack the black king, it can also help support the pawn. But the queen and the knight are usually a good combo. Very well done chat. एंड दैट मीन्स कि वी विल ऑलवेज हैव काउंटर प्ले. फॉर एग्जाम्पल कल को किंग थोड़ा नंगा हो जाए तो क्वीन c1 check, knight c3, knight e2 and whatever, knight f4. You can see knight f4 is already a mating threat, for example. So queen and knight operate really well. So I think this is a roughly balanced game. But yeah, it's like a game jahan pe black has to be careful. He has to be really careful. White will try to push the pawn to a6. Agar aisa ho gaya to white is like almost winning. So we have to be really careful about this. Even for example, let's say bishop d3 khela, knight f4 takes, we exchange bishops. Queen endgame with the passed pawn is again better for white. So queen endgame भी विदित के लिए better नहीं है. And हाँ, very important, queen endgame भी better नहीं है और minor piece endgame better नहीं है. So black cannot exchange any piece. If he exchanges queens, white is better. If he literally winning, if he exchanges knight, if he exchanges knight and bishop, even then white is better. Outside passed pawn. So I think Vidit has to be really careful and not exchange any piece at all. If queens are exchanged stat, then it is really disastrous for VD, because then the bishop versus knight scenario, it's in white's favor. Black should have both pieces, the knight and the queen, really important. Knight c7, it's a passive move. The bishop will always go back. We want to keep the knight on d5. It's an active piece. Let's keep it there. Bishop g7 makes a lot of sense to me. I'm looking awesome. GM Salty को कैम के नीचे लिख दोगे तो किसी को शक भी नहीं होगा. अरे thanks for peaceful mind यार. Can you please tell accuracy of both Indians? Let's check it out. So first of all, VD की accuracy is 96.6. Dubov की है 97.1. In Hari Krishna's game, his accuracy is 97.1 and Dominguez is 95.1. 30 moves, 29 moves played for VD chat. He has to play 11 moves in like 20 minutes. I think that's enough time. Queen c1 is not possible, bhai. Bishops can move back. Very important. Queen mat dena, bhai. Queen mat dena. These people are machines. Yes, bhai. Terminator की machines कैसे खेलते हैं भाई, पूरा accuracy के साथ. Queen and Empire exactly बजा दी. Let's go to Aronian's game. Aronian game चलते भाई. Aronian game चलते एक बार. By the way, we saw the same variation we were looking at. b4, queen b4, queen d4, knight e6, bishop b3 खेला उसने थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस करके, and now king d2. And I think this position is roughly balanced. I mean, the king is kind of safe because the bishop controls the d5 pawn. I want to next simply go e4, bring the king to e2, rook d1. And if Keymer can kind of stabilize, chat question for you. Imagine करो the king is on g2. Imagine करो, ठीक है? और मान लो knight h4 possible नहीं है, even if it is possible. Who do you think is better? If let's say the king is on g2 chat, who do you think is better? Chat question for you. Keymer, please win, bhai. Please, full support for Keymer, bhai. Yeah, so white will be clearly better because now he has a lot of space. He can also go h4. He can also, has his important diagonal. White will be clearly better. So the problem is the king, and that's the issue. So slowly white can solve it. So black needs some counterplay here. Let's go to the game of Hari Krishna. Kuch hua kya? After the game, move h4. He played queen f3. H5 dekha tha humne. H5, rook c1. H4, queen f3, queen c6, and now bishop g5. Apparently g4 was a crazy move, but bishop g5 also good move. Preparing for bishop e7, where he will take and spoil black's castling, and bishop b4 makes no sense because now a3 and you can't really capture because rook c3 and it's really bad for black. So yeah, after bishop g5 he played queen to d7, preparing bishop e7, but Hari Krishna is definitely slightly better with knight f4 now, kind of attacking. Let's go to Vidit's game now. बच्चे पे pressure. भाई बच्चे को जीतना पड़ेगा, बच्चे जीत जा भाई. We should play knight c3. I'm not sure, man. I think bishop g7 makes no sense. भाई Pari Negi stop playing chess because Pari Negi उड़ के चली गई है. Pass pawn was same color as bishop in VD game. Pass pawn same color. It's not the same color. I mean, the pawn will push to a6. I think it's right now. It's not really decided of a particular color, yeah, because the pawn will keep pushing constantly. Queen a4. Now, chat. The thing is, our king is. We have back rank issues. We have serious back rank issues. We want to solve it first. White also has two bishops, so it makes perfect sense to play bishop g7 and try to exchange this bishop ताकि king थोड़ा safe हो जाए यार. एक बच्चे ने एक बार कस्पारोव को ड्रॉ करके उसमें प्रेशर डाला. भाई कस्पारोव के साथ जब कार्लसन ने ड्रॉ किया था, अगर आपने वो वीडियो नहीं देखी है, आप वो वीडियो, कस्पारोव वाज फ्यूरियस. मतलब ही वाज सो एंग्री, लगा उसको लिटा के भाई अभी पिटाई करेगा उसकी. इतना क्रेजी था भाई. विदित हार जाएगा, उसका टाइम देखो, टाइम का चक्कर नहीं है भाई, 30 moves have been played, 20 moves, I think it's enough time to play this game. Why is white better at the starting of the game? Because white has the first move. भाई अगर आपको हम, if let's say you're in a war, yeah, and you get the first chance to shoot your opponent, clearly you are in advantage. Assuming you have the same arsenal. भाई चेसबीस के साथ वीडियो बनाओगे, कभी बनाएंगे भाई, श्योरली. राइट नाउ आई एम इन टच विद सागर भाई, विव भाई ने शाउट आउट दिया, समय भाई ने रेड किया भाई, अभी बहुत लोग सपोर्ट भी कर रहे हैं, दैट्स क्रेजी. थैंक्स अ लॉट टू एवरीवन मैन, इट रियली हेल्प्स. एंड करेंगे कुछ करेंगे भाई. ईगो हर्ट होता है, किसका ईगो हर्ट हो गया भाई? कैसे रेसिस्ट, ये लो भाई, ये आ गया भाई. भाई 1880 में क्या हुआ, पैदा थे क्या उस टाइम पे? मैग्नस वाज अ वेरी क्यूट बच्चा. सो अनीशा, आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन फॉर यू. लास्ट टाइम यू सेड Ali is a bacha, and now you said Magnus is a very cute bacha. Very interesting there. Kasparov जब फर्स्ट टाइम जो हारा था बोर्ड पे 1 घंटा गायब. अरे हाँ, Kasparov did not like to lose. अक्षर भाई कहाँ पे हो भाई? शांति रखो अक्षर भाई, वो सीक्रेट है हमारी भाई. राज खोलोगे तो भाई फिर कभी मॉड नहीं बनोगे. चेस में शुड बी चेंज टू अलाउ 2 moves per player. बढ़िया है भाई, 2 मूव खेल लो भाई. As black, I hate the bishop on h. Exactly भाई. So you have 2 options. You can either play bishop g7, try to exchange it, or you can say, "Alright, Dubov, देख," and you can pick up the bishop and throw it away. 2 options. साहिल भाई मेरे घर आए हैं. अरे लक्ष्य भाई ने फोटो चेंज कर ली. अरे ऑसम लक्ष्य, दैट ये हुई ना बात. Magnus literally walking here and there. Why Magnus walks over all the chess players all the time? Prime Magnus versus Prime Kasparov. I don't know. Prime तो दोनों के पास हो गया यार. I mean 150 का सेशन है, ले लिया दोनों ने. मूव 30 चैट 30 भाई कब की कर ली मैंने अभी देखा. चैट डू लाइक द स्ट्रीम, लेट्स गेट टू 1K लाइक्स भाई जल्दी से. एंड इफ यू आर हियर फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम, डू सब्सक्राइब द चैनल गाइस. चैट एक चैलेंज करे, क्या बोलते हो? हमने लाइक वाला चैलेंज काफी टाइम से करा नहीं है, क्या बोलते हो चैट? एक करे चैलेंज. व्हाई नॉट क्वीन f4? ओके, क्वीन टू f4. ओके, neglecting the fact that it would be hanging. Yeah, the queen, I mean, I'm not sure what sort of queen you have, but my queen does not move 2.5 squares. जब मैं छोटा बच्चा था, बड़ी शरारत करता था. हाँ समझ गया निशा. 770 लाइक्स नहीं, कुछ और चैलेंज है इंटरेस्टिंग. देखते करना है क्या? चैट बताओ, चैलेंज करें. I meant queening square of pass point single. Queening square. Yes, that's very important. That really helps white. That's important. Yeah, very important detail. If the queening square is 8, it helps. But of course, we can block it on a7 in some cases. Dekho, yeah, but this is too slow, man. This is too slow. We don't have time. White will start playing bishop d3, a4, a5. We don't have so much time. Prime मतलब top form में. अच्छा, ये मतलब होता है क्या? अच्छा, thanks a lot for letting me know, भाई. Okay, let's do a challenge chat. You have time till 10:05, 3 minutes. If we get to 1,000 likes, I will give out a Chess.com membership right now. Right now. Let's do challenge. 3 minutes, 220 likes. Let's go chat. Challenge for you. Let's go. Fedosiv draw. Okay, Fedosiv has drawn. What is the chat? They have drawn. This was an obvious draw though. They have drawn. Now let's go to the game of Hari Krishna once. Knight f4 played. Hari Krishna pushing. Let's go to the game of Levon now. भाई ये क्या है भाई? King d2 c5. सब कुछ खुल रहा है भाई, सब कुछ खुल रहा है. 95 gf5. वाह बेटे वाह. I do like the white. I have to say I would rather be white here, chat, because I can see my king going to safety, and long term I'm just better. So I feel, yeah, I would rather be white here. So Levon under pressure maybe. Let's go with it. Don't come maybe just the highlights. किसके highlights? अक्षत भाई. Watching community सब account change करने का यार नहीं भाई. What happens to your rating if you don't play 15 years in the tournament? No, it will stay the same भाई. Queen f4 is the worst impossible move possible. Nice. नहीं impossible ही चलना है तो भाई king board के बाहर ही चलता ना, फिर इसी को बाहर फेंक दो. With give shout out. Yeah भाई, I know. Chat 1 more minute to go. 150 likes. Come on chat, जल्दी करो भाई, जल्दी करो. जल्दी करो chat, जल्दी chat. 1000 likes. Let's go. One of the most favorite. Vidit has to win this game. Yeah, he has to win this game. He cannot control what happens to Levon. He cannot control what happens to Keymer. He cannot control the weather. He cannot control कि कितने लोग वीडियो व्लॉग्स रखेंगे. But what he can control is basically this game, and he has to win this. वीडियो ने व्लॉग में शाउट दिया था यार. Yes, I would also like to be Caucasian. Okay, interesting. Norwegian नहीं क्या? हो गए 1 के like भाई 883 हुए हैं. Chat, you have missed it. Come on, chat, dude. Let's go fast. Will time pressure में आ रहा है यार. Honestly, I'll be honest. ये पोजीशन ऐसी है जहां पे I can play 4-5 moves very quickly if I want to. So once he sees a plan for Bishop G7, ठीक है, एक move, दो move, so Queen C1 check, like so on. So 3-4 move लगातार आएंगी. So I don't think time is an issue here, but of course he has to move now. He cannot think for any longer. Okay यार देखो, अब बैट चैट देखो यार, मतलब तुम लोग कर नहीं पाए. I'll give you 2 more minutes. You have 2 more minutes till 10-7 to get to 1000 likes. Come on chat, last 2 minutes. I'm very generous today. Let's go. Chat जल्दी से. Norwegians are also Caucasian, but honestly South Asian culture is very fun. Yeah, culture is very fun, but I don't like the population. कुछ कर सकते हैं क्या? Culture रह के population दे दे. Who are the most favorable condition with the most favorable condition would be Vidit winning this and Levon losing it. That's the best condition for him. Salve, how to get the most from my game analysis? इस पर एक video game चाहिए. Peaceful Mind, I think there's already a video on this on the channel or the second channel. But all I would say is trying to analyze without the engine is the best way. You go through the games move by move and हर move सोचो, what could I have played here? And think for the critical moments, yeah. Bro, try knight c3. Yeah, knight c3 is okay, but the thing is, our back rank is weak, man. Queen d3, and I have to worry about such threats. Not right now. Is definitely possible. It might be one of the best moves even. But I just feel कि मतलब it's like a move जहाँ पे I think I now understand the idea. You're trying to prevent a4, I think. But I do feel, let's say I play something like Queen b2 also or Queen d3. I feel कि back rank का चक्कर हमेशा रहेगा. And now can you play this? Yeah, now you can't do this because Queen d8 mate has. So maybe Bishop g7 would be my move, but also possible. What about knight e7? Knight to e7. Let me see. So knight e7 is possible. It's not like losing, but he played g5. He played g5. Oh my god, he played g5. Very crazy move played. Insane move played. Insane move played. ये g5 का कल्चर है क्या? आज क्या g5 चल रहा है क्या हर जगह भाई? भाई g5 खेल दिया उसने. Crazy भाई. भाई insane g5 played. And the idea of course to kind of grab this bishop. But now chat can come bishop d3. And bishop d3 might be the best move now. It's still equal, chat. It's still equal. But now it's very complicated. Very complicated now. This has complicated the game, and now time pressure might play a role. Very important situation here. What will Dubov play now? Dubov has 43 minutes. Best at depth 40. Maybe it is best, but I'm sure VD has not seen the version that move 40. So he has to be really careful now, chat. Really careful. Definitely both ideas. Queen c1 check and followed by queen takes a3 is an idea. Knight f4 is an idea. Grand Prix should have been held earlier than Francis. It's so lengthy. I think lengthy is the problem. I don't care when it's held. It can be held, I don't know, Levon ki Duo ki सुहागरात तक दिन रख दो. It doesn't matter to me. But the main issue is कि यार इतना लंबा है. It's a bit long. I agree. मतलब बड़े अच्छे लगते हैं मैं सुना है, but इतना बड़ा भी नहीं यार. Would you now I still feel VD can at least win or draw. Yeah, he can win or draw. There's no doubt about it. I think it's not losing. But the thing is now it's very complicated and he has to find the accurate moves now. He cannot kind of, he cannot just kind of play moves randomly now. So that basically means ki, if he makes a mistake, it might be lost. And he is the one who's low on time. And usually when you're low on time, complications are not your cup of tea. But I think he might have chat. What happens is, I think he might have gone to the Keymer game. He might have seen कि Keymer's king is on d2, and that means Keymer is probably likely to lose this, and that means कि he has to win. So in that scenario, He's trying to win by creating complications, and that's not a bad deal, I feel. Not difficult for Dubai. B5. B5 kahan hai? Bishop B5. That's a useless move. I can just give a check now. Bishop D3, Queen E4. Yeah, Queen D4. It is a threat, of course, but the issue is I can always just play Knight F4 now, and Queen E4 I can just trade. So Queen E4, Bishop E4, and now the question is who's better. So now I can play a move like Bishop D8, defend the A5 square, and this bishop for H4 now, of course. And now, of course, this is very complicated because I mean I don't want to play F6 because takes, and suddenly this pawn is weak. King H2 followed by king coming to G4. I might just lose this pawn, and if I lose this pawn, I lose the game. So very difficult here. Not easy for Vidit now. G4 come to the game for both players, so the player having more time will have upper hand. Exactly, Shivam bhai. Exactly. Really thinking he can get a blunder out of Dubov. Yeah, maybe he's hoping for. Maybe he's hoping for a blunder, but unlikely, bhai. Unlikely. When you love blitz, but you have to play classical chess, Asha. Let's have a look at a couple of other games. First of all, Hikaru against Grischuk. Now Hikaru definitely better, but I still feel his king is a bit weak, and this segment is not open, so we can't really use it too much. Next is of course Aronian Keymer, जहाँ पे position बहुत complicated. It's roughly equal, but still very complicated. Knight F6 is coming up, C4 is coming up, Rook C8, Rook D8 is coming up. Very interesting. Next is Hari Krishna against Dominguez, and यहाँ पे it's still in the opening. Oh, by the way, after the move Knight C4, we need to play it, and he played Bishop B4, which is not the best. And now G4 is a crazy move for Hari Krishna. Even Rook F D1 is slightly better because Black has a lot of weak dark squares, and he can't really afford to take on C3. Next is Vidit against Dubov. Sasha in present time table. By Sasha, I think they kind of automatically, reduce his time by 1 hour already. He sits on the board. They're like, time loge? He's like, हाँ ठीक है भाई, 1 घंटा कम. I think ऐसा कुछ होता होगा. Nice comedy. Thanks a lot, yaar. Who is the best player in time pressure? We have to say Grischuk because he manages quite well. VD in which position in this tournament? I think he's right now tied second with Dubov. And maybe Dubov is half a point ahead. Oh, battery khatam hui chat. Let me change batteries. Give me a second. किस पोज में अटका हुआ है यार? ये मेरे पोज हमेशा ऐसे अजीब से पोज क्यों आते हैं भाई देख, कल नाक खुजला रहा था, आज ये पोज है. What the hell is this? ये क्या क्रेजी पोज है भाई? अरे यार कैमरा भाई जल्दी से चेंज हो जा. Chat, I'm changing the camera. Give me a second, chat. Give me a second. अरे भाई ये क्या है भाई? किस्मत पांडू तो क्या करेगा भाई टिक्कू. रुको भाई, चैट एक सेकंड. कोई स्क्रीनशॉट मत देना भाई प्लीज. डोंट टेक अ स्क्रीनशॉट चैट प्लीज. हरी विनिंग, क्या बात कर रहे हो? We'll go to his game, भाई. Give me a second, chat. Okay, all good. कैमरा हो रहा है सेटअप. आई थिंक आई शुड बी बैक इन अ सेकेंड. जल्दी से वापस आता हूँ. इससे पहले कोई स्क्रीनशॉट ले ले. कम ऑन OBS, लेट्स गो फास्ट. लेट्स गो. Okay, I'm back chat. I'm back. Yeah, all good. ठीक है. सो पहले किसी ने स्क्रीनशॉट नहीं लिया होगा. ऑफ कोर्स चैट पे पूरा भरोसा है मुझे. बहुत इनोसेंट चैट है. They will not take the screenshot. So let's go to the games now. इसमें बैटरी कितनी मुझे पता नहीं भाई. आज आधार कार्ड की जरूरत पड़ सकती है. Show the move by VD can win. So show the moves by which VD can win. Okay. So one move is something like this because that will be piece blunder. One move is something like this because that will be queen blunder. One move is something like this because bishop blunder. But I don't think that will happen. It's on Discord. अरे भाई यार, वायरल कर दूंगा फोटो. गुरला जी, इतनी पावर कहाँ से आपके पास? वायरल कर दोगे? लक्ष्य भाई, ये क्या ड्यूटी है भाई? यार क्या आदमी है यार बंदा. क्या क्रेजी आदमी यार. Which legendary YouTuber's battery goes on every stream? I don't know why, because most YouTubers don't stream for so long. ऐसे ही डीपली लगाओ. अरे यार 50 Shades of Sahil tick to in my gallery. Chat. Let's do a roundup. Okay, let's do a roundup. So first of all, we have Hikaru against Grischuk, जहाँ पे I think Grischuk is under time pressure and position pressure. Bishop g5 can come up, and if he takes queen f6, it's very dangerous for him with the pawn on h6. So definitely Hikaru putting some pressure. Next is backrot against Esipenko. This 99% is a draw, but I do feel white is slightly better because of the knight c4. He can attack the a5 pawn, which is a weakness. So white slightly better, I would say, but not by much, because black has knight d6, knight d4. So it should be roughly balanced as well. Next we have Rapport against Oparin. This is definitely slightly better for white because of isolated pawn. But because white has double pawns, so again some drawish tendency there. So a lot of draws possible. Burask is also drawn here. Next is Keymer against Aronian. This is the bhai kya crazy game hai. After the move queen c3, 95, gf5, rook g8, rook g1 played. Bhai attacking g5, insane game by Keymer and Aronian. Keymer has 14 minutes, Aronian has 25. Bhai kya, यहाँ पे कोई भी जीत सकता है. एक move and the game is over. It's insane. If you play h6, I will play f4 or h4 and start attacking anyway. And next game is Shirov against Wesley. So this will of course end in a draw. So we can expect a draw here. Finally, we have the game of Hari Krishna against Dominguez. Jahan pe I feel Hari Krishna is definitely better, but it's not winning yet. And finally, we have, and Hari Krishna has to win. There's no other chance. He has to win today. And next is Vidit Gujrathi. Where do I still thinking? Very interesting. अभी सोच रहा है लौंडा, अभी सोच रहा है. Guys, 950 likes. Let's get to 1000 likes जल्दी से भाई. And if you're here for the first time, do subscribe channel guys. हमारी family में शामिल हो भाई. Vidit wants to get on Dubov psychologically. Dubov confused. भाई Dubov भाई इतना confused है ना कि मतलब वो जाके ढिंचैक के गाने से लग जाए भाई. इतना confused होना चाहिए. Vidit also thinking Dubov's time. So how does it matter if you're alone time? Because Anirudh, once you're in your position, you exactly know what your opponent has played. So until your opponent has not played, you don't know what he would play. Dubov ऐसा ना भाई, डूब ही जाए भाई, बंदा अंदर आएगा. हरी मिस g4, कोई बात नहीं, g4 was difficult भाई. I came, I saw, I liked. अरे he came, he conquered, he slept. Best player under time pressure, Nihal Sarin. Yeah, Rijul bhai, that's true, but we don't have Nihal here. We have Vidit, and Vidit has some issue recently, but I'm hoping, Dil se hoping he can crush this. Knight f3 in Keymer's game, please. Knight f3. Oh, by the way, yeah, interesting. So knight f3 check is possible here. Very interesting. King a2, knight g1, rook g1. So very interesting. It looks like white lost an exchange. And after h6, we have h4. And Keymer is almost like not winning it, much better. And the only move for Keymer is to try to trade queens like this. And even after this, I think he's really struggling. Takes, rook takes. f6 coming up, d6 coming up, e4, e5. अगर ऐसा हुआ तो Keymer would be much better. Aronian might lose. भाई come on Aronian, check देते भाई, please check देते Aronian, please check देते भाई. तेको भाई 1000, भाई तेको भाई लाइफ में सब कुछ मिले भाई. चेक come on. Screenshot captured. अरे भाई खेलते भाई, चेक देते. Anyway, let's go to the game of Vidit now. इंडिया साथ को पेल रहा है हॉकी में 6 minutes 25 minutes. अरे नाइस यार, अब यहाँ भी पेल दे इंडिया तो मजा आ जाए. I think dual blunder by playing king f1. First of all, it's not a blunder. I mean, and second, why would you play king f1? कहाँ है king, कहाँ चला भाई, यूं ही चल रहा है. What rating can one get purely playing on intuition and not by calculating much? Ashish, I think, let's say your rating is x. If you purely play on intuition, I think your rating will be like x minus 200. So, and then you can you'll be suffering of course, because x is of course higher than x minus 200, and we don't know what x is, but I think x is of course very difficult because x ने बहुत मुझे hurt किया है. So I think x is of course what we want. ये क्या था भाई? Anyways, Indian says bishop d3. Yeah, of course that's the best move. Yeah. So black played g5 and he weakened this diagonal. So let's play bishop d3 and control this diagonal. Really important. PD game is draw basically. I'm not sure, man, because white will try to push because he's an outside pass pawn, and when he tries to push, he can try to pull. Very important. Why is a better player than Magnus? Because there's no reason such does that. Why simple takes also comes with the calculation. If Hikaru was playing, then of course takes here. Yo, Grant bhai, kaise ho? how many moves played? 30 moves played, right? 10 moves to go with 10 minutes on Vidi's clock. It's not so high, I would say, but if he has played g5, probably he has calculated enough, and I'm hoping he has seen deep enough कि भाई कर पाए. Queen e3 best move for Dubov. I don't know क्या सपने क्या पेल क्या है भाई. Dubov की रेटिंग आपको गलत लग रही है. 700 नहीं है, 2700 इसकी रेटिंग. Knight f4 possible, yes, but it's fight to play by chat. It's fight to play. Levon mistake, क्या बात कर रहे हो? क्या बात कर रहे हो Levon? केमर जीत रहा है. केमर जीत रहा है भाई. केमर जीत रहा है. मारो भाई मारो. मारो भाई. G5 के धज्जियां उड़ा दो भाई. उड़ा डालो G5 को. भाई इतना उड़ाओ कि भाई केमर बंदा भाई मतलब अरोनियन. कम ऑन भाई. Your second channel is awesome, exploded right now. Very instructive. Thanks a lot. Of course, मारो भाई G5. भाई let's go, let's go, let's go. Keymer, 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 Keymer. Let's go, let's go. भाई Keymer, Keymer better, Keymer better. Vidi has a chance. Come on, Vidi. Come on, Vidi. You can do it, man. You can do it. We should play by Dubov now. Now Vidi is thinking. And now what will you play? I'm not so sure. शिवम भाई आप मत देखिए भाई. आपको नहीं देखना तो. Let's go. Let's hide him. Then. अरे बच्चा अच्छा खेल रहा है. अरे बच्चा पेलू खेल रहा है यार. पेलू खेल रहा है. केमर का खून खोल. केमर लाइक भाई सारे लोग कह रहे हैं डुबोव जीतेगा. सारे लोग कह रहे हैं अरविंद जीतेगा. सारे लोग कह रहे हैं वी जीतेगा. अपुन जीतेगा भाई. क्वींस यार. क्वीन c1 खेल सकते हो. It's now possible. Now that the bishop is not there. Both are playing blitz. Difference is Sasha waiting for time to come down while Hikaru starting blitzing from first. I think Hikaru को वहाँ पे वो 1 घंटा दिखता नहीं है. Only 30 minutes. G5 मारने के बाद G1. Yes. G5 मारने के बाद we take on G5 king h8 I guess, and now we can simply double up rooks, or we can do other things. But I think rook a G1 feels very logical. And let's say black plays. I don't know what black will play. Maybe he'll play. Chat question for you. Let's say black plays c4 and tries to win the bishop. So what does white do? What is white's move here? Can you find it, chat? Can you find it? Chat, do like the stream. Let's go to 1k likes. And if you're here for the first time, do subscribe to the channel. Bhai, हमारे family में शामिल हो जाओ. What is the move, chat? Am I anywhere close to the mod channel? Just like Salbhai. Sarang bhai, with time. I'll do a mod poll someday. उस टाइम पे अगर चैनल पे हुए लाइव तो I'll add your name. And फिर चैट के ऊपर है भाई. Queen takes knight. नहीं, not queen takes knight. तो आप मूव चेंज करो. Yes, rook g8 check. Rook g8 and queen takes e5, f6, queen f6, rook g7, queen g7 mate. और केमर की भाई पार्टी ऑल नाइट हो जाएगी भाई. Let's go. b5 played. Come on केमर भाई मार दे g5. यो ईशान भाई, ये गुजराती कौन है जिसको सब देख रहे हैं? मैं तो सुना था कोई इंडियन गुजराती नाम का इंडिया नंबर 2 है. Can black play knight f4 Vidi's game? Let's have a look at Vidi's game. So Vidi can totally play knight f4, but I feel knight f4 के बाद white will probably play queen e4, and then we might see a game जहाँ पे it's like the outside pawn might dictate the game. So I'm a bit worried about that, but I don't know what else can he do. Can he play bishop e7? That looks like a possible move. But then, queen e4 is one move, then queen b2 is another move, and this all looks very scary to me. And I think Vidi has to be really careful. He's under pressure for sure. भाई क्या हो गया? रिकैप प्लीज. बहुत कुछ हो गया भाई. साहिल भाई खड़े हो, तुम्हें क्या गम, चले जाना, गाना सुन लेना. टिक्कू भाई 16 को चेस मिला क्या? नहीं मिला उसको यार. आरुष भाई his account got banned. So if you are the second guy, please join our Discord. आपको मिलेगा. I'll check your account and then I'll give it to you. 97 to f5. Yeah, it's possible, but the thing is 97. Let's say आप knight f5 खेल दो, वो bishop takes f5 takes, and suddenly आपकी double pawn है यार. I don't like these double pawns. And the queen will come to e8 once the queen moves, and कुछ meeting आइडिया. Double pawn अच्छे नहीं है यार. Why is queen so bad? Because now there is no bishop controlling c1, so you can play queen c1. And if king h2 now, I mean, you would love to take this pawn. That would be the dream scenario. But now queen e4 and white is completely winning. So here he can play a move like bishop g7. And if black captures here, now he can't really, it's defended. And if he plays captures here, sorry. And now we can try to capture this pawn. But it's again queen e5 check. Yeah, not easy, man. Not easy for VD. What does he do now? King F8, Queen H8 check. Not easy, man. I don't like VD's position here. I don't like it, bhai. VD can't win. He's going to have to play with the draw. Yeah, even a draw would not be bad. Levon can lose, chat. If Levon loses, then anything is possible, yeah? Because tomorrow VD can win and maybe Levon draws and it would be a tie. It's totally possible. अगर डुबोव ने लिटरली हक दिया तो क्या होगा? अरे भाई फिर तो क्या होगा भाई? वो नाइट एफ प्लेट ही प्लेज one of the best moves. Now queen e4 play by white, queen e4. Tomorrow is a birthday. Happy birthday in advance, Uzair bhai. Hari Krishna losing Lene slightly better. क्या बात कर रहे हो? How? Hari Krishna भाई ये क्या है भाई? Why a4? I mean he wants to play b3 I guess, but the knight is of course stranded. I don't like this move of course, but I mean I cannot judge Hari Krishna there. And now rook d1 and suddenly bishop to d8 is an excellent move for black, trying to exchange bishops, and then he can simply castle at some moment. And yeah, Hari Krishna worse now, so not looking good for Indians now. Come on Vidit bhai, you are our only hope now. Hari Krishna struggling. Listen to Kabhi Jo Badal, it's a very good song. I have listened to it, I think. I wish Dubov blunders upon. I hope he blunders his king. VD is not, yeah, VD is slightly worse, but I'm more worried about a draw than a win. I think draw तो हो ही जाना चाहिए, but पता नहीं यार. आज का दिन बहुत important है यार. I came second in bullet and also joined Discord and defeat chess. ठीक है जुगल भाई, I will contact you. I will check your account tomorrow and I'll contact you. Queen e4. So if you play queen e4, then clearly queen h7 is a threat. Now if you give a check, king h2, and now how do you defend the mate? There is no way to defend the mate because knight g6 leads to queen 8 and it's going to be mate very soon. So as discussed, this bishop on h6 is a very strong piece. Dubov के पास 29 minutes है. Vidit has 6.5 minutes. Bhai, lot of pressure. Queen e4 played by Dubov. He's banking on his bishop pair now, and I don't like this for Vidit. White is better, chat, because he has the outside pass pawn and the bishop pair, and that basically queen e4 played by VD. Okay, bishop e4 now. Hari Krishna, bishop e4 played. 8 moves to go, chat. 8 moves to go, and now the problem is this pawn. If this pawn was here, I would shake hands. We can shake and go home. But this pawn is a huge problem for VD. The only hope he has is to start pushing these pawns quickly. Maybe blockade this pawn somewhere. Don't get me wrong, he's just lost. He's worse, Manas bhai, I have to say, but not lost yet. If he loses, he's out. Dubov ने यार Dubov से तो नहीं हारना यार. नहीं about Nihal's next tourney. Ayushman पता चलेगा, अभी तो नहीं पता मुझे. Right now there are no tourneys, but I think maybe CSL2 happens some point. We'll see. Keymer blunder. यार ये Keymer क्या कर रहा है यार? Bishop d1 interesting, और why not rook g1? उसने tactic miss करी क्या? Did he miss that simple tactic? मैंने भी देख ली थी. Did he miss this? अरे यार केमर भाई ऐसे कैसे चलेगा? केमर भाई ऐसे कैसे तुम गेमर बनोगे? ऐसे नहीं चलेगा भाई. Not looking good भाई. Second tournament बाकी है, that starts in the end of Feb. So what about bishop d8 and f6? So that's just the plan. That is the plan. But bishop d8 के बाद white will go h4. And now if you capture, then the knight is lost. And if you don't capture, you play f6. I take on g5, take on g5, now play king h2, and I bring my king to g4. And how do you defend this? The bishop is attacking h7. You can't move your king even. How do you defend this? Not any easy way here to defend. And I just feel white is clearly better. So lot of pressure apart from this pass pawn. We're under huge pressure, man. We're under huge pressure. Will you message me on Discord? Yes, we will, भाई. अपना जुगल भाई, if you are the second guy, अपना email ID प्लीज ईशान को मैसेज करके रख दो, बिकॉज ईमेल आईडी मिलेगा. करेक्टली मैसेज करना, गलत मैसेज किया तो भाई फिर किसी और को मिल सकता है. Best move Vidit. Honestly, that was the best move. The one we saw. Bishop d8 is the best move, and after h4, you probably have to hope that knight e2 check, king f1, and knight c3 is enough for a draw. Bishop c6 controlling a4, and now f6, and you have to just hope that you can keep the bishop trapped for a while. That's all you have, and it's probably a draw. दोनों के चीज का आईडी ले लिए, पहले चेक कर लेना. हाँ मैं चेक कर लूंगा ऑफ कोर्स, लेकिन ईमेल भेज के रख लो, मोस्ट लाइकली सही होगा. Will you message me on Tinder? Okay, I am not Angel Priya, so no. 1 मिनट वक्त बदल दिया, केमर भी दोनों हारे। क्या पता नहीं क्या हुआ यार, ऐसा क्या हुआ उस 1 मिनट में, उस 1 मिनट ऐसा क्या हुआ, पता नहीं क्या हुआ, अच्छा दोनों हार रहे हैं। केमर ब्लंडर, तीनों हार रहे हैं एक्चुअली। विदित आल्सो स्लाइटली वर्स, हरि कृष्णा स्लाइटली वर्स एंड केमर आल्सो स्लाइटली वर्स। Oh, should be on played, sorry. Okay, queen a6 played. And now bishop e2 I guess is the move to kind of pin this pawn. But पहले क्यों नहीं खेला यार जीवन, इतनी बढ़िया मूव थी यार, क्या आदमी है। May Nepos notes bless Dubov. अरे भाई Nepos notes and seconds bless Dubov. हरि कृष्णा losing, I know he's slightly worse. केमर को जल्दी जाना है घर पे अपने। अरे यार केमर भाई थोड़ा ध्यान से खेलो यार, come on, अपने skills दिखाओ। Will you message me on WhatsApp? No. हम लोग ही पनौती है क्या? नहीं नहीं ऐसा नहीं है। Because you were there in the first half Art Seal, उस टाइम पे अच्छा खेला था वीडी। So far chat, recap the situation of Indian players. Chat इंडिया के 2 प्लेयर्स हैं, विदित गुजराती एंड पेंटाला हरिकृष्णा। दोनों 1 पॉइंट पीछे हैं लीडर्स से। It's very clear with 2 rounds to go they have to win, and unfortunately both are slightly worse. Bishop d8 played, he plays the best move, so maybe even if he can draw somehow, it's still like draw is not enough. The only way that can work if Levon loses. Come on Levon भाई हार जाओ यार, बच्चे का दिन बना दो, दुनिया का दिन बना दो भाई। Come on Levon. Video on 3 minutes, yeah, with 6-7 moves to go. I think GMs play obvious moves to not fall into opponent's prep. Rahil bhai, they always play the main lines. They go for the main lines mostly because they know कि भाई बाकी lines में opponent can equalize. They try to put pressure, and White has gone for the main lines and has managed to put some pressure here. Vidit हारेगा यार, ऐसे मत बोलो यार। Positive info. Breathe chat, breathe. Breathe and then hope for the best. टाइम प्रेशर में वीडी का टाइम आई नो 3 मिनट है भाई, बट 7 मूवी है, खेल सकते हैं। विल वीडी क्वालिफाई फॉर मुंबई एयरपोर्ट? अरे भाई ये क्या बोल दिया यार। Will you lose the pawn and lose? You don't have to sugarcoat the words. It's just lost. Must, I don't think it's lost though. I really don't think it's lost. With perfect play, it's not lost. I think so. With perfect play, probably this, because this bishop is trapped, I don't think it's lost perfect play. At least that's my perception. Maybe I'm wrong here, because I don't see how the bishop is coming into the game. So far, I can block it temporarily, and if I can keep the bishop blocked, it's not winning by any stretch of the match. How will he push through a5? There's no way. Khatam, tata, bye bye candidates. देखो यार, it depends. If he can come second in his pool, gain 4 points, and he can win the next tournament, next Grand Prix, he can still qualify. But of course, chances कम है उस चीज के। निहाल कब खेलेगा? निहाल का टूर्नामेंट कोई है नहीं प्लान यार, आएगा बहुत जल्दी। Let's see. What is your story of FIDE rating journey? भाई FIDE rating journey में आपको IM बनने के बाद बताऊंगा भाई, confirm. How to lose from white position? How to lose? So how to lose? We to move the bishop somewhere, and then allow king f7, king g6, and trap this bishop. That's one way to lose. Start doing vlogs for tournament. I might record this beautiful session of meditation by Baba Sahil Dev. f5 and knight g6. So let's say white plays a move like, I don't know, king f1. You play f5, okay? And that is the idea. So bishop, let's say, to c6, and now you try to play king f7. But suddenly comes h4, and there is no f6 now to trap the bishop. That's the issue. So that's the issue here, chat. And the bishop gets out. So black can exchange, and white is probably winning now. दूसरे ग्रुप में कौन है ग्रुप में? अभी ग्रुप्स क्या आए नहीं है यार। अच्छा, my starting rating was 1905 today. I don't think it's holdable. His king will come and take the pawn, and also pushing pawns, the white bishop will be trappers. Yeah, but how will the white bishop come out? Yeah, I don't see how it can come out for now. If I play f6, my king will be trapped, of course, I agree. But I don't see how he can come out for the while. Queen f6 Aronian game. Okay, let's go to Aronian game and check it out. Queen f6. Oh, by the bishop. Queen f6. Possible, I think. Definitely cuts the diagonal. Definitely a good move. So let's go to the game of Hari Krishna now. Hari Krishna slightly worse, and the best move here is knight to b1, preparing b3 and knight d2. Not an easy move to play for Hari Krishna. Hari Krishna, this bishop is a strong piece now, even though it's on the same color as opponent or as his pawns. But because it's outside the pawn chain, it's a very good bishop. Bhai, tagda bishop hai. While the king be trapped, black will have king f7, no? Yeah, but with the king on bishop on e4, you can't really play king f7 because the h7 pawn is hanging. That's the issue, bhai. Does Vidit have any chances left? I'm worried. Jacob, bhai, honestly, no. I don't think he can win this. He can draw this, and then he can hope कि Keymer भाई अरुण को रोक दे. That's his only hope now. Sarang bhai, if you play f6 and king f7, there's no way you can go to g6 because I can just play h4 and you can't come to g6 until the bishop is controlling this diagonal. And once you play f5, I will immediately play h4 and then there is no f6 to control this pawn. आप I am हो या नहीं भाई, साल के एंड में बन जाऊंगा hopefully यार. Success bro, video give shout out, great work, thanks for Devlu bhai. Why is white better? His bishop technically can't move, right? Yeah, but it's not trapped. That's the issue. If let's say this was the position, let's say the position is something like, I don't know, where the king can come to g6, then it's of course good. But here you can't really approach the bishop and h4 is coming at any moment. 1905 WTF भाई, मेरी 140 मेरी रेटिंग स्टडी रेटिंग. सातिक भाई वही तो भाई, हम भी एक जमाने में जीनियस हुआ करते थे. फिर हमने चेस छोड़ दिया. f5 and knight g6. f5, let's say he plays king f1, you play f5, bishop g6, knight g6. But the issue here is chat, bishop to e8, and I'm trying to capture this now and king f7 is no longer possible. हमारा king बेचारा दो bishop ने trap कर दिया है भाई. And at some point I will simply start pushing this pawn, even take on g6 and then play h4, and with the outside pass pawn he'll be again winning. So black has to be really careful here. हाँ, कौन से साल के एंड में बनोगे आया भाई? इसी साल के यार, इसी साल के. अगर कोविड जी हमें थोड़ा विश्राम दे दे, थोड़ा रेस्ट दे दे हमें, तो हम डेफिनेटली बन सकते हैं. Hikaru said that he will give candidates to Ding if he wins in this tournament. It's even possible to do so. I am not sure if it can be done, Manab bhai, but maybe they might make an exception for him. It's possible. Justice for Ding. ये तो है यार. टिक्कू व्लॉग्स, अरे यार टिक्कू व्लॉग्स. Maybe यार, maybe. टिक्कू भाई मेहंदी लगाओ बालों में. अरे क्या बात कर रहे हो भाई? um 33 moves done chat. I think it is like 7 moves to go, and that basically means Vidit has like roughly 3.5 minutes of increment, so roughly I would say 1 minute per move exactly, not more, not less. And that means कि भाई time बहुत कम है and he has to find some critical moves here, and Dubov has a lot of time on his clock. So I think Vidit will do really well to hold on in this game. That would be awesome if he can draw here. I'll be really happy with this. When will you make me mod? Soon. Will draw be rating gain for VD? No, because rating बराबर है दोनों की. Why should one for white? Because two bishops outside pass pawn chat. Outside pass pawn is very difficult to stop. This will come into the game very soon. Your head is making you look like one of those folks who rides bikes without silencers. Nice. अच्छा, मैं पटियाला में कॉलेज पढ़ा हूँ, वहाँ पर तो ऐसे बहुत लोग थे. Have you played VD? Adiban is a popular Indian player. No, I have not played yet. 6.9 seconds sandwich. नहीं भाई, sandwich नहीं है यार. 1 के लाइफ में डायनामिकशिप का क्या हुआ भाई? वो लोग कर ही नहीं पाया यार. They failed the challenge. क्या ये पोजीशन ड्रॉ हो सकती है? क्या विद क्वालिफाइड कैंडिडेट्स? यार ड्रॉ तो हो सकती है, that I will say. But can he win qualified candidates? भगवान जानता है. क्या हाल हैंडसम हंग भाई? जैसे के पैसे आ चुके हैं भाई, तो मतलब पैसे हीरो बनोगे. हैंडसम हंग, हे भाई व्हाट्स अप? कैसे आर्यन भाई? Will you modify me? नहीं भाई. Are there any other routes to candidates with it? No. Only 2 spots are left, and this is the last 2 tournaments he has. Grand Prix 1, Grand Prix 2. Yo, Prakyat bhai, कैसे हो? Really losing? He's not completely lost yet. Let's see. Let me put this position with chess base which I got for free. Okay, Dalo bhai, Manas bhai. Can really draw? I think he can. चेसकॉम पेज ही ना हो, नहीं भाई भाई चेसकॉम प्लीज भाई, भाई कम से कम एक मतलब कोई शर्ट ही भिजवा दो यार, कम से कम कुछ भाई समोसे भिजवा दो यार, कम से कम यार पैसे नहीं दे रहे तो। वेस्ली ड्रॉ, क्या बात कर रहे हो? हाँ वेस्ली हैज ड्रॉन चैट, वेस्ली हैज ड्रॉन। तो हरी कृष्णा का जीतना इज एब्सोल्युटली एसेंशियल नाउ। इफ ही ड्रॉस ही कैन नॉट विन द कैटेगरी नाउ, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, इज ऑलरेडी वर्स। लेट्स गो टू द गेम ऑफ हिकारू वंस। Yeah, he's still better, but still kind of holding on. The black bishop is really passive for Grischuk, and Grischuk has 5 minutes. Let's go to Vidit game again. टिक्कू समय से मेरे अभी तक नहीं आया कंजर। भाई गालियां दे रहे हो यार, इज्जत है भाई हमारी स्ट्रीम पे थोड़ी बात। अभी वीडियो ने शाउट आउट दिया, तुम बेइज्जती कर रहे हो भाई, कम ऑन भाई। न्यू लाइटिंग नहीं यार, आई थिंक आई जस्ट चेंज समथिंग। वीडियो का सिचुएशन बताओ ना। वीडियो अभी कुर्सी पे बैठा हुआ है भाई, स्ट्रेस में है, वो सिचुएशन है। ब्रो आपको जोक समझ नहीं आया क्या? विद टाटा स्टील मास्टर। अच्छा टाटा स्टील मास्टर, अरे यार मैं ग्रांड प्री सोच रहा हूँ भाई, थक गया भाई। देखिए Dubov has bishop at advantage, he'll blunder. Yeah, if someone is playing for sure. Isn't plus 1.3 advantage a big one? I think it is, but the thing is, it's 1.3 with the best moves, and Dubov has to find the winning plan, and he will. But the issue is that I feel until this bishop is trapped, until I can see the bishop on h6 with no path out, as a human, you worry a lot about it, and you might focus completely on this bishop and not on the actual valuation कि ये bishop कभी trap नहीं हो सकता. So you might worry, you might play some moves which are not really that great, and that's what I'm hoping for. Duos time increase, नहीं भाई इतने टाइम उसके पास. Any idea about world team championship is going to help this year? Probably यार. Duos bishop at advantage, he will blunder against VD. भाई blunder तो यार पूरा उम्मीद है भाई, अगर डुओ ब्लंडर किया तो भाई फिर भाई डांस करेंगे भाई। Is your camera angle different today? Yes भाई, it's slightly different. यहाँ के बदले I think यहाँ के बदले it's like यहाँ something a bit different. Will shout out to chess was something I never saw happening because your guys haven't interacted on his stream. Nice to know he sees you. Yeah, check out, he was on stream in the chat once, and I've also interacted him over email once. So yeah, position print prior to chess base में है। भाई इतना फ्लॉन्ट क्यों मार रहे हो भाई इलीगल काम करने के लिए? मानस भाई बैड बॉय बनना है क्या? गेमर डाउन टू 2 minutes। ये अभिषेक भाई क्या बात कर रहे हो? गेमर की तो लग पड़ी यार। फिर अगर गेमर ने रुक दे दिया क्या? रुको भाई लेट मी रिफ्रेश, मैंने को ब्लंडर किया शायद। रुको ओ अच्छा सो आफ्टर बिशप e2 रुक के d8 ही प्लेड e4। मेरे को लगा भाई क्वीन दे दी उसने, रुक दे दिया उसने। ओ बट क्वीन h6 नाउ, क्वीन h6 लुक्स वेरी स्कैरी भाई, वेरी स्कैरी। प्लेइंग द रुक, गेमर भी अंडर प्रेशर भाई। वीडी विल रिजाइन। अरे भाई रिजाइन कैसे यार? कहाँ का रिजाइन? कैसे का रिजाइन? किसके घर का रिजाइन? डुओ को ब्लंडर करने की आदत है यार, बट कैसे करेगा यहाँ ब्लंडर? यहाँ ब्लंडर दिख नहीं रहा मुझे। इज इट विनिंग बिकॉज ऑफ पास्ट पॉन? यस भाई, पास्ट नहीं, पुराना वाला पॉन नहीं है, पास्ट मतलब जो एग्जाम पास हो गया। What would you suggest for a chess hobby player rating on 4-5 for improvement? I would suggest the foundation course on our website. 7 moves हो जाएंगे moves तो हो जाएंगे यार। क्वालिटी क्या है मूव की वो पता नहीं मुझे। What happens if Aronian loses today with draws and with wins tomorrow? Then if Aronian draws against Dubov, then they kind of they are balanced. Then they will be tiebreak. That's what I'm hoping for. VD draws today, Aronian draws against Keymer, and tomorrow Aronian loses to Dubov, draws against Dubov, and VD wins tomorrow. But then it's not enough, no. It's not enough, I feel. It's not enough. He's 1 point behind. Crap. पता नहीं क्या ही होगा भाई। अरुण हारना चाहिए आज। बिशप g3 ब्लंडर इजी। बिशप टू g3। ओके, कौन सा बिशप g3 जाना था? बिशप हाथ में अपना। कौन सा बिशप इस बोर्ड पे? हु वांट्स टू गो टू g3? e4 नो, h6 नो, d8 नो। ओके, मना कर रहे हैं भाई। अरुणियन शुड लूज भाई। अरुणियन विनिंग, क्या बात कर रहे हो? Can you read from black opening courses on website? There are no black opening courses on website. There are some black openings are a part of the courses, expert and but I think they are not such opening courses, so I would not suggest going for the courses because of openings. Opening से learner system का course है एक। 1-0 यार, 4-2 हो गया यार। रिफ्रेश करो बे नूब भाई, रिफ्रेश कर दिया भाई। Why Duo still playing? Because he is better. Keymer blundered. क्या बात कर रहे हो? Queen a4 played and now rook h5. Did he play rook h5? क्या आइटम आदमी है यार, कितना क्या आदमी है यार। केमर भाई इसको किसने बुलाया भाई खेलने? इसने बुलाया इसको खेलने के लिए भाई यहाँ पे ग्रांड प्री। घर जाओ भाई, घर जाओ। अरे यार ये क्या आदमी है यार ये। हद मूड का ऑफ कर दिया भाई इस बंदे ने। केमर भाई ये क्या था भाई? रूक एच का पॉइंट गेम देना भाई। ये रुकजीवान तो ऐसे खेला है साला फास्ट, इतनी जल्दी खेला रुकजीवान जैसे साला मेट करने वाला हो। कितनी जल्दी खेला रुकजीवान, जैसे मतलब ही इज कंप्लीटली विनिंग भाई। केमर इज 70। अरे आई एम नॉट बीइंग टॉक्सिक, आई एम जस्ट जोकिंग हर्षा भाई। He wants to threaten mate by doing what? My engines I just was white 84% and 1.34. 84% है ना, 100% नहीं है ना, बस let's hope. Levon in knockouts, really? So if Levon wins, he's 2 points ahead of VD now, and if VD draws, he's 1.5 points behind. Yeah, no chance, no chance. So if Levon wins, then VD has only one chance. He has to win. That's the only hope he has. So Levon is completely winning now, chat. So VD has very limited chances now. Okay, after the move bishop e4, bishop d8, king f1 played, preventing knight to check. Knight would be very well placed on c3. So f5 played now. Oh, he made a mistake. Bishop c6, bishop e8. He missed. He completely missed. Bishop c2 played now, but still slightly bit of a white. And now knight to g6, preventing h4 and f4 both at the same time. So now, of course, the idea is to keep the bishop trapped and not allow this pawn to push through for then a5. So VD might Hari Krishna blunder. भाई ये हो क्या रहा है इन लोगों को? ये गेम तो ऐसे दे रहे जैसे मतलब रेटिंग देता है। एक सेकंड भाई। ये क्या है भाई? How did he lose the b2 pawn? Let me have a look. After the move queen, okay, he played the move bishop d8, queen d8, knight d3, okay, queen b6, looks okay, but knight c5, okay, queen b2, free pawn, now queen f3. Okay, so the thing is, I think Hari Krishna is completely lost, but then I think he's trying to sack on d5 maybe. I think that's his plan. He wants to sack on c5, so maybe he'll have some practical chances. I think he's going for some sack, but it requires help from his opponent. So maybe he's trying to go for a desperate win. I think what Hari Krishna is doing, he's purposefully gone for this. He realizes it's lost for him, but he's going for an attack because that's his only way to win. I think it's not a bad deal for Hari Krishna because otherwise he'll just slightly worse. It's a good deal to maybe sack on d5, e takes d5, queen takes d5, and try to go for some attacks. So maybe not so bad for Hari Krishna, at least practically. But black plays the best move, bishop c2. And now Hari Krishna is losing. Keymer ही असली, अरे यार बेचारे बच्चा बेचारा। इस किंग को देखो यार, इस किंग को देखो, इस किंग को देखो, किंग की जाकर देखो। Oh, by the way, queen f4 only move for black, only move for black, queen f4 check, बाकी सब कुछ ड्रॉ है, बाकी सब कुछ ड्रॉ है। If he plays something like rook d4, then g3 threatening queen g7 mate, and surprisingly enough यहाँ पे queen f4 के अलावा कुछ है ही नहीं। Come on, come on. Aronian, this is the moment. You can blunder. Don't go for the king because मिल ही जाएगा. Go for the queen. Play rook d4. Come on, Aronian. Come on. Come on, Aronian. Rook d4. Rook d4. Rook d4. Rook d4. Rook d4. Come on, Aronian. Let's go. Rook d4. Rook d4. Let's go, Aronian. Aronian. Rook d4. Aronian. Let's go, भाई. Let's go. Let's go, Aronian. भाई rook d4. भाई come on, भाई खेल दो भाई. बस भाई दिल खुश कर दो रे भाई. भाई पप्पी भाई. Come on, Aronian. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Aronian भाई. Come on भाई, come on. अरे क्या आदमी यार यार, अरे गलती नहीं करता मैं, इतना दिल से मैंने बोला है, इतना दिल से, इज्जत नहीं है मेरी फीलिंग्स की, नहीं मिस करते जाते। टू ब्लंडर क्या ब्लंडर की टू हमने? a4, किंग f7, g3. व्हाट इज द ब्लंडर दो? क्या ब्लंडर है भाई? डू ऑफ का कोई ब्लंडर दिख नहीं रहा मुझे। क्या ब्लंडर है भाई? कुछ भी। अच्छा मजे ले रहे मेरे। अच्छा भाई कितने स्कैम करोगे, जीत गए भाई, तुम आज जीत गए। नाउ इट इज +0.4। क्या हुआ मनत भाई, आप तो कैसे विनिंग है। आई टोल्ड यू मैन, इंजन्स आर नॉट पीपल। बिशप C6 बिशप E8 फाइंड करना वाजंट सो इजी। डुबॉफ दूध केला। Okay, king f6. Now what he's trying to do, of course, is trying to move the knight and maybe trap the bishop, but not possible. Oh, by the king to... Oh, 2 moves to be for VD. Less than 1 minute on the clock, 2 moves to go. Come on, chat, do like the stream. Let's get to 1100 likes. And if you're here for the first time, do subscribe to the channel, guys. भाई family में शामिल हो, भाई दिल खोल के वेलकम कर रहे हैं। Let's go. Can Levon take the bishop? भाई Levon को गया, Levon तो जीत रहा है भाई, Levon तो बाहर में गया, वो जीत रहा है वो। Let's go to Vidit's game. Let's focus on Vidit's game. Mod Pro Robin is losing focus. Youngsters to be given chance. They will get a chance, Prakyat bhai. They will surely get a chance in the next year for sure. I assure you. I think we'll see Nihal Singh, we'll see Arigesi, Arjun, and others come up and play these strong tournaments next year for sure. Trust me on this. Chotu Pahalwan to gayo. अरे भाई E5 खेल सकता है, by the way. He can play E5. He can play something like Bishop B6, putting pressure on the opponent. I think Bishop B6 is a good move because it puts pressure. E5 also okay. और भाई 4 सेकंड पे मूव खेली है उसने, 4 सेकंड पे मूव खेली है भाई। मैं जैसे लिविंग रूम में आया, सब ब्लंडर करने लगे, वापस आने में रूम में। भाई रूम में आ जाओ भाई प्लीज, डोंट मूव अराउंड। नर्वस से आ गया हूं मैं भाई। 4 सेकंड पे खेला भाई। दे हैव टू क्वालीफाई, या दे हैव टू क्वालीफाई, नॉट इजी। अब से आपकी स्ट्रीम अप्रैल तक नहीं देख पाऊंगा, क्या हो गया भाई। Didn't do of Bishop बेकार, it is बेकार, but I think it's like the rich kid, yeah, बेकार भी है तब भी he earns, तब भी he has enough investment कि he can be fine। ये है extra investment उसकी। सभी भाई आप भूलने लग गए, पुचुक बोलना। guys do like the stream, let's get to 1100 likes, and if you're here for the first time, एक लाल बटन के सामने उस पर लिखा होगा सब्सक्राइब, उसको पुचुक के बाद यार हमारी फैमिली में शामिल हो जाओ। इतना इमोशन मनन को हटाओ। अरे नहीं यार, how do you will qualify Grand Prix? By winning. Last 12 बोल रहे रे। Good luck भाई, good luck. Let's go. क्या होगा यार, कम ऑन विषय 5, लेट्स गो, कम ऑन टिक्कू भाई सैंडविच लेके आओ। तभी भाई सैंडविच जब भी मैं लाया हुआ ब्लंडर हुए भाई। एंड बाय द वे चैट, आई थिंक व्हाइट कैन गो G4 नाउ, दैट्स अ वेरी स्ट्रांग मूव। इट ट्रैप्स योर बिशप बट इट अलाउज योर अदर बिशप टू ओपन अप, सो वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग मूव G4 हियर, completely trapping your bishop, but I think once you take, white can take here and the bishop will be freed. So even mistake भाई, अभी मिस्टेक करनी बाकी है उसकी। भाई इतना दगा मुझे लाइफ में किसने नहीं दिया भाई, सिर्फ केमर ने दिया। केमर भाई ये क्या हो गया भाई, कत्लेआम हो गया भाई। लेट्स गो टू दिस गेम। दुख होता है आपकी स्ट्रीम लीव करके जा रहा हूँ। अरे कोई बात नहीं भाई, एक्स ने भी नहीं भाई, किसी ने भी नहीं भाई, इतना धोखा किसी ने दिया। बारे में मजाक कर रहा हूँ भाई, सीरियसली मजाक। बच्चा है बेचारा यार, अराउंड से खेल रहा है, मोस्ट चांसेस हारने के ही है। इंडियन वीडी ऑन ऑल टॉप स्टॉकफिश मूव्स, भाई वो तो ठीक है। बाय द वे 39 moves played chat, 1 more move to go for VD he has to play. He played the last move with 4 seconds on the clock. 1 more. Hari lost, what? Why are we here to suffer? After bishop c2, कहाँ के bishop c2? Rook e1, b6. ये knight क्या करने गया था भाई, वापस से दो। Knight a6, वाह। Knight d2. He had a move queen e2. He did not play it, I think. Queen e3, queen c3. अरे यार, Hari Krishna is completely lost, chat. Hari Krishna is completely lost. If Hari Krishna even draws this, I would literally sell my kidney for 200 rupees. So I think Hari Krishna is completely lost. अरे kidney दर्द करने लग गई, मजाक कर रहा हूँ यार. So Hari Krishna is completely lost now. Now it's all about VD now. Will was regretting the way he played against Keymer, how badly he is playing every game. He's not playing badly, but he won a good game. I think against it was Dubov, and he also, I mean, Keymer's opening choice was not the best. I feel that was the problem there, and Keymer kind of went for this line jahan pe Vidit gains an easy draw, but he has no chances to win, and that was just sad for Vidit. Maybe the opening was not the best. Levon now will take Caruana. Oh, nice, yeah. So when I was making the predictions, I thought Levon would not be in great form, but he's crushing everyone. वीडी क्लब ड्रॉ ही करना था या सारा सबसे हारा भाई वीडी से ड्रॉ कर लिया, ये क्या पार्शियलिटी है यार, सबको हराओ, सबसे हारो, तुम अरोनियन से हारे, तुम डुओ से हारे, तुम अरोनियन से दूसरी बार हारे, तो वीडी से हारो ना यार, ऐसे दोगलापन है यार ये तो। वीडी को क्वालिफाई करने का सिनेरियो बताओ। सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी इन्वेंट अ टाइम मशीन। भाई हरी फालतू का हारा, फायदा क्या था, ये हरी तो फालतू का हार गया यार। आई मीन ही वाज मच बेटर एट वन पॉइंट। I want to have dinner. Aronian was worse. Hari was better. Only VD survived. अरे यार, Keymer time over. क्या बात कर रहे हो? I mean time घंटा फर्क पड़ता है। पोजीशन देखो यार, किंग देखो उसका बेचारे का A1 पे। Let's check out Hari Krishna's game once। कुछ हो रहा है क्या? नहीं, completely lost chat. Rook C8 और Rook A8 look completely winning. Let's go to Vidit game now. Do you think Caruana will now keep slipping from top spots? I don't think so, Kash. I think Caruana is in great form and he's a great player, man. I have huge respect for Caruana, I must say. I think he will not suffer. He will fight back. Folk hai yaar, but the thing is, why did he take with the bishop now? And now this bishop will come into the game. So it's not over yet. I also have 10th post. I already studied everything more. Also more than half of my 11th syllabus. इसलिए मैं तो आऊँगा। अरे भाई भाई इतना क्यों पढ़ाई कर रहे हो भाई? वीडी विनिंग, घंटा विनिंग भाई। स्टॉप गुजराती इन फॉर्म, कम ऑन गुजराती भाई, खेल दो। I have beaten Aryan Tari. There is still one anti-PCR that Aronian has to go through. The sad part is, chat, even if Aronian's test comes out like positive, I don't want to test positive. He would still be, I think he's 1 point ahead right now. He would go 2 points ahead, and VD draws. VD still cannot qualify. So that's how crazy it is. VD can win. Unfortunately, no, chat. He has to win this game to have chances, which is almost impossible. You have a huge Kayakin नहीं भाई, ये क्या बोला मैंने? मेरे मुंह से ऐसा कुछ निकला क्या? Mouthwash कहाँ पे? Vidit shouldn't have played Tarash. He should have gone for Ragozin. Or Queen's Gambit declined against Keymer. Yeah, but Queen's Gambit decline is also very drawish, bhai. I think he had a good position at one point. He spoiled it a little bit. It's 0.0 leeches. Yeah, bhai. It looks like a draw. Nakamura winning. Okay, who's surprised in the chat? Please say A. Oh ho. क्या पोजीशन नाकामुरा की भाई, क्या पिन कर रखा है। हिकारू इज क्रेजी मैन, क्रेजी। सारा ऑनलाइन खेलता है, प्रैक्टिस भी नहीं करता और इतना बढ़िया खेलता है। लास्ट ऑफिस आरटीपीसीआर, आरटीपीसीआर बेचारा किसने कहा था। चैट, लेट्स डू अ राउंड अप नाउ। इट्स टाइम टू डू अ राउंड अप। First of all, we have Hikaru against Grischuk. Hikaru is much better. All black pieces are passive. I think he's going to win. Next is backrot against Esipenko. Now, this was a dull draw for a long time, but now black is completely winning because this pawn is of course weak. Rook d8 followed by rook a8 should be winning for black. So Esipenko will defeat backrot. Next we have Rapport against Oparin. Rapport is, I think, worse here against Oparin. Very interesting. Rook on f4, d8 made a good impression on me. Very active rooks, and black has an extra pawn on the queen side. Next is Voracek against Fedosi, which ended in a draw very early. Next is Shirov against Wesley, also ended in a draw. Next is Keymer against Aronian, where after f6, Keymer is completely lost, and he has resigned indeed, and Keymer has lost. That is over. Finally, we go to the Indian games. Hari Krishna against Dominguez is completely lost for Hari Krishna now. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pawns. Black has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But the issue is in the activity of the pieces. Rook a8 coming up, rook c3 coming up, and this pawn is weak. Yeah, rook will go to c3 and then to a3, and this pawn will lost, and this pawn will win the game for Dominguez. Finally, we have Vidit Gujrathi, who's fighting against Daniil Dubov in a slightly worse position, but should be a draw. But a draw does not give him enough points to kind of challenge for the top spot. Vidit still qualify for knockouts in second Grand Prix set. Yes, he can. But in this pool, he has to come second. If he comes like third, then I think उसके कैंडिडेट्स क्वालिफाई करने के चांसेस बहुत कम हो जाएंगे, बहुत कम. So he really has to come second at least. If Levon wins today, Vidit will have to win today and tomorrow, and Levon will have to lose tomorrow. Then yeah, but Levon has already won. So but Levon is 2 points. Yeah, Vidit has to win today, but that's not possible. No, that's the issue. Vidit cannot win today. There's no way he can win this unless literally, Dubov takes the piece and hand slips to e4. It's really impossible. Please use Google Chrome. भाई मुझे literally वो meme याद है जहाँ पे there are three Internet Explorers. One is Chrome, one is I think Mozilla, one is Internet Explorer. So the head says, okay, so what are you going to do? We're going to stream the net. Okay, so okay, how fast we'll go? This speed. Okay, how many days we'll use this days? And suddenly वो last में बोलता है वो Internet Explorer. Okay, पहले वाले क्वेश्चन का आंसर करता है 1 घंटा बाद. इतना फनी नहीं हुआ है, मैंने अजीब से बताया. Anyways, Dubov could do a wishy rook blunder. भाई रुक ही नहीं है भाई, क्या ब्लंडर करेगा वो? Daniil Dubov becomes Daniel if VD wins. आश्चर्य भाई आपका नाम कर भाई, अपने बच्चे का नामकरण मैं आपके हाथ तो नहीं करवाऊंगा भाई. चलो दैट्स कंफर्म्ड. याद है फोर्स बचल था, Dubov still blundered. Yeah, that's true, but that was a complicated position भाई. वहां पे क्वीन थे, किंग नंगे घूम रहे थे. यहाँ पे तो कुछ है ही नहीं, यहाँ पे कुछ भी नहीं है. चैट लाइक कर दो. लेट्स गेट टू 1100 likes, and if you are here for the first time, do subscribe the channel guys. Aronian वर्ल्ड चेस के ऑर्गेनाइजर के मॉड पे खास दे तो कुछ भी भाई. अब कैमरा एंगल को क्या हो गया? ये अच्छा है कि पहले अच्छा था चैट? कौन सा कैमरा अच्छा मुझे बताओ. इज दिस द कैमरा बेटर और पहले वाला बेटर बताओ. अरोनियन वर्ल्ड नंबर 4 नाउ. क्रेजी भाई. इस क्वेश्चन में कैसे ब्लंडर करेगा Dubov? सो लेट्स फाइंड अ ब्लंडर फॉर Dubov. सो द टास्क इज टू फाइंड अ ब्लंडर. लेट्स थिंक. सो आई थिंक राइट नाउ फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल VD हैज 2 ऑप्शंस. ये बेटर है क्या? चलो ऑसम, बढ़िया. न्यू सेट बस बेटर, ठीक है, बढ़िया भाई. अच्छा है, मतलब इतना कुछ डिफरेंस नहीं है, बस लोकेशन का डिफरेंस है. बाकी तो लाइट सेम है, कैमरा सेम है, सब कुछ सेम है, बस थोड़ा सा मैं चेंज किया है. बढ़िया. पहला वाला ओके. न्यू सेट बस बेटर ओके. शो एक्यूरेसी लेवन मैच. लेवन की एक्यूरेसी की देखते हैं भाई. क्या है, रुको. लेवन की एक्यूरेसी भाई 94.9 और केमर की 86.8. 86.8. इतनी तो मेरी बुलेट गेम में होती है. ओके, लेट्स मूव टू द गेम ऑफ विदित गुजराती नाउ. Dubov ब्लंडर लिख लो एक पेपर पे. रुको भाई लिखता हूँ. पेन नहीं है मेरे पास भाई. किंग नंगे घूम रहे हैं इसलिए चेस राइट. यस भाई यस. कोई बर्थडे पूछ रहा है क्या? माई बर्थडे इज इन ऑगस्ट भाई. ऑगस्ट 14. इंडियन इंडिपेंडेंस डे से एक दिन पहले. तो मैं जैसे आज़ाद हुआ तो ब्रिटिश ने कहा भाई अब इतना अच्छा बंदा पैदा हुआ है तो हम आज़ादी देते हैं इंडिया को. ब्रेकिंग विंसेंट गेमर लॉस्ट टू जॉइन समवेयर स्ट्रीम. आ रहा है यार. Dubov ब्लंडर लिख दो. एक तुमने भाई बताया कि मतलब विंसेंट गेमर लॉस्ट क्विकली टू बिकॉज ऑफ समय. ठीक है. दूसरा तुमने बताया कि समय स्ट्रीमिंग. नाउ हमारी वॉचिंग हाफ हो जाएगी भाई, फिर तुम क्या करोगे? साकिब भाई फ्यूचर में ब्लंडर करना मुश्किल लग रहा है. या इस मुझे बहुत डिफिकल्ट है भाई. पाकिस्तान इंडिपेंडेंस डे है तो क्या कर सकते हैं भाई, मजबूर है भाई. ग्लास इज ऑलवेज हाफ फुल. सो इंडियन इंडिपेंडेंस डे से एक दिन पहले ग्लास इज ऑलवेज हाफ फुल. किंग G6 पॉसिबल. यस ऑफ कोर्स पॉसिबल तो है, बट फिर भाई बिशप भाग जाएगा. बिशप F8 and then black is probably fine, but white is also fine. समय स्ट्रीमिंग तो वीडियो में लूज. ये देखो भाई 60-70 लोग गए. समय स्ट्रीमिंग रियली? भागो भाई, टाइम टू गो. बाय बाय बाय. भाई सही है भाई. ओह मेरा पैर टूट गया भाई. गिव मी अ सेकंड चैट. ओके, that solves the issue. जो गए सब ट्रेटर्स थे. अरे नहीं भाई ऐसा कुछ नहीं है यार. VD lost on time. नहीं भाई. By the way, he has played f takes g4 just now. They have gained 30 minutes on the clock now. नेशनल सीनियर वालों ने अब दो रखा है फॉर नॉन स्ट्रक्चर्ड वार. Yeah, that's true. But They sometimes keep it that way, but they usually allow others also. समय कुछ गंदा सा खेल रहा है. Okay, गंदा सा क्या होता है भाई? Favorite rapper, समय है ना? Not, they have dual citizenship. नहीं, actually they might have. देखो, I don't care how many citizenships they have, but बस नीतीश ठाकुर का citizenship ना हो, because that's like embarrassing. That's very embarrassing. So let's hope that's not true. यो नीतीश भाई, क्या हाल है भाई? Love you भाई. पाकिस्तान का रिपब्लिक डे, अरे भाई छोड़ो ना यार. 1K likes हो गए. अरे नाइस गाइस, लेट्स गो टू 100 likes. अलाउ करेंगे अननोन भाई, अलाउ करेंगे, मैसेज कर दो उनको. डूबो ब्लेंडर कर सकता है, सिवा की तरह उसको उसकी मम्मी का फोन आता है बस. डूबो भाई मम्मी का फोन नहीं उठाते. वीडी नहीं सब्सिडी. व्हाट? वीडी कोई ग्रेन ऑफ राइस थोड़ी है, सब्सिडी चाहिए उसको. डोमिंगेज ब्लंडर, क्या बात कर रहे हो भाई? रियली? कितने स्कैम है एक दिन में, मतलब anyways, let's go to Vidi's game. You can tell us a bit about your furniture course. Sean bhai, I would say it's appropriate for anybody who's never had a personal coach, because it has information which every chess player just has to know, like absolutely essential. Like मतलब उसके बिना you will never progress past any rating, because वो जाना बहुत ज़रूरी है. So if you feel कि आपने coach कभी नहीं रखा है, you don't have a coach, you never learned officially, that is the best course to go for, because you will have many things you will already know, but you will learn some things that are absolutely essential. So that's the main part. It's like the basic foundation, basic knowledge which everybody has to know at all cost. Duo की मम्मी is Magnus Carlsen. ये क्या है भाई? Hikaru drew, what a game. क्या बात कर रहे हो? ड्रॉ कहां से भाई? जीत तो भाई. क्या पोजीशन है हिकारू की? होली भाई, क्या पोजीशन है? कैसे आई पोजीशन हिकारू की? भाई क्या आदमी है रे? क्वीन E3, रुक B3, G F6, Queen C3, setting Queen H8 mate, Rook F1, Queen H8, King F7, Queen H7, King H8. भाई हिकारू क्या आदमी है यार, ये क्या आदमी है यार, ये कैसे कर लेता है भाई, ये कैसे कर लेता है? And now chat, the H pawn is queening. The H pawn is queening. I am seeing the same 5 comments in a loop. चैट में 5 ही लोग हैं, बाकी 500 लोग तो भाई चिल कर रहे हैं. स्टूडेंट CBSE, बचपन तो गया, जवानी भी गई, एक पल तो हमें छीने तो. You like travel from GTA 5 in this new camera. क्या बात कर रहे हो भाई? ये चेस में चीटिंग कैसे होती है? Is that a question? एक इंक्वायरी है क्या? मतलब पूछ रहा कैसे करनी है यहाँ पे? भाई ये क्या आदमी है भाई? H pawn queen करेगा? हाय बेचारा Grischuk. Let's go to Vidit's game. How can I find OTP tournaments for low level? AISF.in सारे मिल जाएंगे, जो भी FIDE tournaments सारे वहाँ मिल जाएंगे. AISF.in. 5 लोगों से मेरा अटेंडेंस ले लो. ले लिया भाई. भाई मॉड बना दो, सबको समय की स्ट्रीम से बुला के लाता हूँ. नहीं भाई ऐसा मत करो यार, समय की स्ट्रीम मस्त है, किसी को बुलाने की जरूरत नहीं है. मम्मी का फोन नहीं उठाता, ओके देन बेस्ट थिंग कर जाकर उनको बोलो ट्वीट. भाई मैं लाइफ में बहुत चीजें देखी है यार, मतलब बहुत चीजें देखी है. आई हैव सीन अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स, आई हैव सफर्ड हार्ट ब्रेक्स, बट एक चीज मैं देख नहीं सकता, दैट इज क्रैकन्स ट्विटर. प्लीज उसका अकाउंट का पासवर्ड चेंज कर दो भाई. उस बंदे को मॉड, जो क्रैकन का पासवर्ड चेंज करेगा परमानेंटली, उस बंदे को मॉड मेरी तरफ से, प्रॉमिस, कंफर्म. उसको मैं कोर्स भी फ्री में दूंगा भाई, कंफर्म. मैं याद हूं बिल्कुल. डायमंड मेंबरशिप दूंगा, डायमंड दे दूंगा भाई, तुम बस ब्लॉक कर दो उसको. नाइट एसिस कैसा मूव है? Oh, by the way, he took on G4. So now he's thinking. He's नाइट कहाँ जाएगा यार? F6 ये स्क्वायर है. I am Karyakin manager. राहुल भाई प्लीज do the needful and you will be blessed by God. मुझे पहचाना कैसा? पहचाना ऑफ कोर्स भाई. इस पोजीशन नाइट. ओके हिकारू टेल टू की अर्निंग्स कम लग रही है शायद. I don't give a damn भाई. Hikaru is just insane. Imagine like you have not played professional chess, you're streaming for a career, and then you show up and crush everyone. It's insane what he has managed to do. He's really motivating me as well कि मैं भी पूरा 22 लेवल पे खेल सकता हूँ. Is there scope for dual to blunder? स्कोप तो बहुत है भाई, स्कोप बहुत है. जितना स्कोप आपका प्रिंटिंग इंजीनियरिंग का होता है उतना इसका भी है. एक्सप्लेन कराकिन ट्विटर. भाई मत पूछो भाई, आई कांट टॉक कराकिन. take on h7, I'll take on h3. That's the issue, chat. मतलब बहुत स्कोप है. Nice. टाइल से फर्स्ट प्लेस होता है. I think it's around $1,000. I feel $1,000 का सबसे. वाह बेटे वाह, ढक्कन लगा के पानी पी रहा हूं मैं भाई. ढक्कन ये है कि मुझे पता नहीं. Grischuk blundered again. Really? Let me check. Oh, after Queen G6 check, King E7 played, Queen G5 check, Rook F6. Rook F6. Let's go. H7. Come on. Hikaru is completely winning now. Duo भाई, come on. Blunder कर दे भाई. मार दे Bishop H7. क्या ढक्कन हो. Thanks यार. आपका बुक कब आ रहा है? बुक नहीं भाई, कोर्सेज बढ़िया भाई. बुक आई डोंट लाइक बिकॉज देयर इज लिमिटेड NE6 trapping the bishop. I mean, काहे का trap यार, काहे का trap. NE6, if H takes D4, NE6, is this pawn is hanging, I'll just take the pawn on H7. King कभी approach ही नहीं कर सकता. Just like you and your crush, there's no chance. So I think this is useless. मैं कराकिन के चाचा के बेटे की बहू के दूसरे पति के 5वें बच्चे के नाना को जानता हूँ. Okay, interesting choice. Okay, very good. Why not take F3? It's white to play. Why? You can't take F3. It's white to play right now. Can't believe Hikaru smashed Grischuk. Why Hikaru? Matlab, to be honest, like he's really inspiring. Yeah, regardless of he's not the most. He's very controversial sometimes. We have seen him play CSL. वो अजय देवगन की तरह दो खेल रहा था वो. He was playing Talent Tuesday, and I did not like that. But honestly, he's inspiring in some ways because. I mean, he just crushes everyone in online chess. How inspiring he is! And then even right now, look at how he's playing. Like इतना कतलेआम चेस खेल रहा है यार. मतलब he's I have no words. परफेक्ट स्पेलिंग बता दो OT ट्रांस के लिए. AICF.in. I am cracking Nepo's social media manager. तभी वो बेचारे इतना. तभी बेचारों की वाट लगी हुई है. तुम ही हो कल्प्रिट मुकुल भाई. Yeah, we were sort of expecting him not to play very well in classical. Yeah, in fact, to be honest, when the pandemic started, there was an interview by Carlson where he said, we did not even expect Hikaru to play this well in like Blitz and Rapid. So they were surprised by his Rapid play, and now he's surprising everybody with his classical play. So maybe What? Oh, what? H4? Hello, बचपन के कोच. या आपने मुझे बताया था कि पॉन फ्री के नहीं देते. हाँ, तो आपने गलत बताया मुझे लगता है. या सो आपने मुझे कुछ गलत बताया लगता है. पॉन तो फ्री के दे रहे हैं बड़े बड़े प्लेयर. ओके. Oh, they drew. Sorry, bye. They drew the game. They have agreed to a draw. So that is not a bad result. Or honestly, that's not a bad result because I think there was no way for him to win. So draw is a decent result, I feel. So with it, draws chat, that is absolutely fine. So now let's check out the game of Hari Krishna once. Does he have any chances? What to play when someone plays London against you? Queen C7 set to check out, bro. My greatest achievement, my parents' house is the same area as Rishi Anand, just down the road, and once I had 1950 rating. Very nice, yeah. So chat, I think it's time for a roundup now. I think it's very obvious. So I think we can do a roundup overall. So first of all, we have Wesley Slow against Shirov, just ended in a draw. Next we have Vincent Keymer against Aronian. Keymer जी पूरा VD के against साजिश रचते हुए और VD को बाहर कर दिया उन्होंने first position से. Keymer has lost to Aronian. Next we have Purush against Fedosi, which ended in a draw. Next we have Dubov against Vidit, who had in a draw. Dubov for a draw and Vidit took it. Next we have Backrot against Esipenko, jahan pe Esipenko is completely winning. Then we have Rapport against Oparin, jahan pe Oparin is much better. And then we have Hikaru against Grischuk, jahan pe Hikaru is completely winning. And finally we have the game of Hari Krishna. And Hari Krishna is simply a pawn down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for his opponent. 1, 2, 3, 4 for white. So I do feel it's slightly worse. Hikaru game, let's have a look. Hikaru game in chat, the issue is I can just play h7 and I'm threatening bishop f6, queen f6, queen f6, king f6 and h8 queen. And unfortunately there's no defense. If you play king d7, now I play queen to g8 and I'm literally queening. Rook f to check. I can just play king g1 and there's no more checks and it's just lost. I'm queening on the next move. I'll have 2 queens and you can resign. So Hikaru is completely winning. It's all on Hari Krishna now. Vidit drew bhai. Hari bounced back. I'm not so sure how much he has bounced back right now. I do feel he's worse. Levon officially wins Pool C. Yeah, chat. Levon, I think, has already won Pool C, if I'm not mistaken. Unless Dubov is half a point ahead of VD, which I'm not sure. We'll have to check. Players ka link nahi hai actually. This is just songs which I got from my website. This is not like proper songs, yeah. Here was called Endgame God. Here. Hikaru flagged. Pretty good chances for second place though. Yeah, true. Good chance for second place. Because tomorrow he's playing Keymer with the white pieces, so he can win and get second place. And Duo is playing... it's important. Dubov is playing Aronian, so he might end up losing or at least a draw. And VD is playing Keymer, so VD can push tomorrow for a win. And if he wins, he might come second. And to be honest, Levon deserves the place. Yeah, he played some crazy moves today. He totally deserves the win. So Levon OP, bhai. Levon OP. उल्टा हो गया, VD भी नहीं जीता और लेवॉन जीत गया. ये तो है. Hope Duo loses tomorrow. AD VD wins. At least VD would be second. That's true. Exactly my point. Second आके 4 point मिलेंगे, and that means if he plays the second tournament Grand Prix and he wins that and gains like I don't know 10 points or 12 points, then he will again have good chances. Have you seen Drunk Magnus streams? I have seen a lot of clips. There are many clips channels. मैं कुछ जलवे देखे हैं मैग्नस के. कुछ तो जलवे देखे हैं मैंने मैग्नस के. लेवॉन ज्यादा ही अच्छा खेल रहा है. अनीशा जी, आई थिंक यू नीड अ न्यू क्रश नाउ. आपने उसको बोल दिया ना, हर्ट कर दी फीलिंग्स यार, डैडी की उम्र का बोल के तभी. Vidit has drawn Aarti. He has drawn already. Vidit has already drawn. And now it's all about Hari Krishna. Good night, Shonak bhai. Yeah, Levon's a totally different level. Where does Magnus stream on Twitch? Drunk Magnus is uncensored Magnus. भाई क्या crazy है, मतलब he literally shows the middle finger to his opponents. भाई crazy है. लेवॉन अनीशा के पापा की उम्र का होगा नहीं है ना? If BD beats Keymer tomorrow, he finishes second. By Dubov के कितने points है? I'm curious. I'm not sure how many points Dubov has. Let me check it out because let me check here. So first game Dubov drew. Second game he drew, so 1 point. Then third game he lost. Fourth game he won, so 2 points. And next game he drew, so 2.5 points for Dubov. And VD का है loss in the first game. Second is draw. Then is win, so 1.5, 2 and 2.5. So 2.5 each, exactly. So that basically means कि मतलब if VD wins tomorrow, see, there's very low probability Duo will defeat Aronian. ठीक है, very unlikely. And it's very unlikely Vidit can defeat Keymer with the white pieces. So I think he will finish second. Yeah, that's not so bad. Muskinson on Twitch follow करो. कितना लंबा चलेगा Grand Prix? I'll probably watch candidates with my grandkids. तो अच्छा है ना भाई यार, फैमिली भी बढ़ रही है भाई, टूर्नामेंट बढ़ रहे आगे, अच्छा है ना यार. That's good, that's nice. What about knockout stage? Format में knockout stage भी होगा. हाँ, knockout stage होगा भाई. But if any Indian does not, by the way, like, do we stream the knockout stage if no Indian is there? Like, I'm curious if you would like to watch it or not. कि मतलब कौन जीतता है? Knockout stage. Yes or no? Let's do a poll. Like, honestly, मतलब because interest है कि नहीं? Because वो चक्कर नहीं है. कुछ और stream कर लेंगे वरना. At what chess.com rating should I start paying for OTV tournaments? I don't know. I don't really need to qualify candidate. I just want he reaches India #1. Yeah, Manas bhai. That's of course. Elon Musk gave you shout out yesterday. भाई तो where is my 50 million subs? दिख नहीं रहे भाई. VD match result. VD drew his game भाई. Devitosh. ठीक है. I'll do one thing. I'll stream for the first day and we'll see क्या होता है, कैसा रहता है. Stream but improve setup. यार इसमें प्रॉब्लम है कोई? बढ़िया है भाई. सारी लाइट इज ऑन मी. Okay. Tiku fake laughs at the mod jokes are hilarious. Bhai, I never laugh fake, bhai. There's some things live which should not be fake. Did Levon move to yes, bhai, he's in US. या वीडी की अच्छी पोजीशन आई थी फर्स्ट गेम में अगेंस्ट लेवॉन. टाइम मैनेजमेंट थोड़ा सा कॉम्पिटिशन होता है, ये बात तो है यार. अभी आगे कैसे है टूर्नामेंट डज नॉट हैव चांसेस बिकॉज कल का मैच पेंडिंग है. सेकंड कौन आता है थर्ड कौन आता है फर्क पड़ता है. इट रियली इन्फ्लुएंसेस द रैंकिंग्स. सेकंड भी इंपॉर्टेंट है एंड उसके बाद फिर नॉकआउट होगा. मैच होने के बाद रिकैप स्ट्रीम करो. हाँ देखते हैं रिकैप. आई एम नॉट श्योर रिकैप स्ट्रीम. आई मीन yeah, let's see. Either I'll stream the complete tournament or I won't do it because recap में यार जब result मिल चुका है उस टाइम पे क्या मजे है. We already know who won. कोई इंडियन भी नहीं होगा तो it will not be fun. But कल तो भाई बहुत important match है of course because VD second आना चाहिए. It's really important. If he comes third, honestly, he has no chance of qualifying for the candidates. So if he comes second, he has a chance still. Do you think otherwise the potential world championship potential? For sure, man, honestly, but it requires a lot of effort, which at an adult age is definitely difficult to put in. Hikaru blunder. 129% scam. Let's see, भाई. अभी proof करते हैं इनको गलत. देखा? कितना smart हूँ मैं, देख रहा तुम? Anyway, let's go to Hari Krishna's game. ये चल क्यों नहीं रहे भाई? When is CSL2? I have no clue when CSL2. यो गौरव भाई कैसे हो भाई? मुझे CSL2 का नहीं पता यार अभी क्योंकि I think because समय और सागा भाई ने कुछ बोला नहीं है recently. They have mentioned COB not CSL. But let's see कब होता है. We don't know as of yet. How's it going? All cool. कैसे हो भाई यार? फर्स्ट से कितने पॉइंट्स है भाई? देखो जो फर्स्ट आएगा उसको कुछ 13 पॉइंट मिलेंगे. जो सेकंड आएगा उसको कुछ 10 पॉइंट मिलेंगे. जो थर्ड और फोर्थ आएंगे उनको मिलेंगे 7 पॉइंट जो पूल स्टेज के विनर होंगे. देन फिफ्थ को जो मतलब पूल स्टेज में सेकंड है उसको मिलेंगे 4 पॉइंट. देन अगले को 2, अगले को 0. सो इफ यू विन 4 in one tournament and you win the second tournament, then you gain 13 from the second. So 17 points I think is good enough to qualify. Second half of the year. Okay, interesting. Sandwich OP. आज मैं डिनर नहीं किया एक्चुअली. मैं फ्रेंड के घर पे हूँ ना, सो डिनर मैं कर नहीं पाया आज. बाद में कर लूंगा भाई. 343 है बट लाइक्स 1K है. अरे यार लोग पहले देख रहे थे ना. वीडियो स्ट्रीम CSL नहीं. CSL तो अगले साल के एंड में होगा. वैसे भी CSL तो धार में वो करेंगे ना. अनलेस आई एम इन्वॉल्व समहाउ तो स्ट्रीम करने का पॉइंट नहीं होता. COB6 एनी आइडिया? आई हैव नो क्लू मैन कब है. मुझे पता नहीं है. इतना पता है कि बस आ रहा है. इस लाइक वो होता है ना जो 270 तक. हाँ बस पहुंच गया मैं यार. हाँ मैं पहुंच गया भाई. बस पहुंच गया. तू बाहर देख मैं उधर ही हूँ. मेरी टांग पहुंच चुकी है रेस्टोरेंट के अंदर. ये वो उसकी तरह है भाई. हंगरी तो हम भी है. अरे नाइस. वेनिस पिज्जा गिव करेंगे भाई. जल्दी करेंगे भाई. आज की सुबह की स्ट्रीम देखी समय की? मैं थोड़ी बहुत देखी थी यार. 5 मिनट देखी थी बस. If you think about it, Ding will play one event, then Raroslav would be unable to play, so we should not do it. Interesting. Saga CSL2 is in later half of the year. Interesting. पिज्जा स्ट्रीम कर लो जल्दी. करे क्या बोलते हो? आज वर्ल्ड पिज्जा डे है. क्या बात कर रहे हो? वर्ल्ड पिज्जा डे भी होता है. Oh my god! I missed World Pizza Day. How do I live with myself now? मैं शीशे अंदर को कैसे देखूंगा यार? मुझे एक दगाबाज की शक्ल दिख रही है. Oh my god! छी. Disappointing, man. I'm so disappointed by myself. Let's do it. Let's play that no bhai challenge. ये क्या है भाई? I never order one pizza, always two. अरे Joey Tribbiani fan. Same here. Have you seen Anish Giri roast Magnus on his tweet on Elon Musk? हाँ मैं देखा था वो भाई. Honestly, chat, I think if nothing happens here in the next 5 minutes, we'll end the stream because I feel this is just completely lost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And also the E5 pawn is weak. Like rook E4 is coming up soon, and this will also be lost. So, and you don't even have rook c8, rook f8 because the knight controls the f8 square. This is completely lost. Levon is already won. He's won pool C chat. Now it all depends for the second spot. With can, if he wins tomorrow, he's guaranteed second. समय से will be team went from 22nd. ये कब बोला समय ने? बोला क्या? स्ट्रीम पे बोला क्या? Really? कब बोला यार उसने? रितेश भाई? I deserve respect today because I am Pizzazz. Pizzazz भाई, welcome भाई. I am great to have you channel भाई. आपके पास एक Z extra है, वरना आपको mod बनाया था मैं. भी किस्मत खराब है, डूडा से हारा था वर्ल्ड कप में. ये तो है भाई, असली स्वतंत्र विदित की डूबो है भाई. इतना धोखा दिया डूडा सॉरी. मतलब एक डुओ को देखो भाई, हर बार बेचारा विन देता है, ड्रॉ देता है, जीत रहा हो तब भी ड्रॉ दे देता है. एक है भाई डूडा, शर्म नहीं आती भाई. कल रात की स्ट्रीम में हो, नाइस यार. तो फिर तो मार्च के एंड में है ना, फिर तो बढ़िया है. COV6 अनाउंस बाय सागर शाह भाई. एक्सीडेंट है भाई, there are no accidents in COV6. याद रखना. 1 second, second is way worse than first in this format. Yeah, but it's like it's much better than third and fourth, and at least maintains his chances of qualifying for the candidates. He plays well in the second tournament. Nihal Junior 4 now, interesting. Z की क्या बात है, अभी टाइम तो है भाई. It's too late भाई, it's too late. बोलने के बाद मजा नहीं आता यार. होता है ना, कभी गर्लफ्रेंड की तारीफ खुद करनी पड़ती है. उसको बोलोगे कि लाइक इफ शी टेल्स यू टू लाइक यू नो ऐसी तारीफ करने के लिए, तो इट डजंट हैव द सेम वैल्यू. COV6 में कितने स्टूडेंट्स एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं? मुझे पता नहीं यार, मेरे को कुछ पता नहीं. वो समय के हाथ में है. आई हैव नो क्लू अबाउट इट. होगा भी तो यार कई बार रिवील करना मुश्किल होता है, बट मुझे पता नहीं ऑनेस्टली. आई थिंक डूडा एंड डिंग आर स्ट्रॉन्गर फ्रॉम मैग्नस. डूडा फॉर्म में है. या बट डूडा हैज नो एक्सपीरियंस भाई. यस, नो एक्सपीरियंस. समय 20K वाचिंग भाई, क्रेजी भाई, क्रेजी भाई. 20K है क्या बात कर रहे हो? 18K वाचिंग, क्रेजी, इंसेन. नाइस यार. अच्छा, वो इतने सारे लोग हैं ना. हाँ, मेक सेंस. US जैसे सो स्ट्रॉन्ग यार, सारे के सारे वो है ना, मतलब इट्स लाइक इंपोर्टेड माल है उनका सारा. दिल्ली चेस टूर्नामेंट की एंट्री फीस 10,000 इज टू मच. गिरीश भाई, इट हैपेंस फॉर स्ट्रॉन्ग टूर्नामेंट्स लाइक GM टूर्नामेंट्स. इट विल ऑलवेज बी दैट मच, ऑलवेज भाई, ऑलवेज. Chat, let's do a summary and then let's end the stream. So first we'll do a roundup and we'll end the stream now. So first of all, we have Hikaru against Grischuk. I think Hikaru is completely winning and he will win, and he will of course win Pool A. So I think Hikaru will win from Pool A. That is confirmed. Esipenko will win this game, but still Hikaru will win Pool A. We have Pool B, जहाँ पे Upan is kind of fighting back, and Voracek is of course do. Then we have Pool D, जहाँ पे Wesley so drew against Shirov, and Hari Krishna is losing to Dominguez. So that basically means कि भाई Wesley so is running away most likely. And Pool C में Keymer भाई ने फिर से दगा दिया हमें और उन्होंने हार गए Aronian से. And Vidit drew against Dubov फिर से भाई, he's like the knight in shining armor for Vidit's play because he never managed to defeat him. So I'm very happy about that. So Vidit has drawn, but that means he has to play tomorrow and win to come second, and that will maintain his chances to qualify for candidates. अगर कल वो आके जीतता है, second आता है, तो he will have a chance still to kind of play well in the second Grand Prix and qualify for the candidates. He still has a chance. He will also have like 10 days or so to prepare for it, so he will have enough time to practice. That would be possible. So Pool C में Levon will come first, and tomorrow Vidit will fight for the second one. Start और मैं नहीं यार, 4 घंटे हो गए भाई, तो अभी मैं डिनर भी नहीं किया, कुछ खाऊंगा यार. तो और मुझे एक्चुअली मेरे फ्रेंड के घर, मुझे घर भी जाना है, so I have to go out at this time, so वो भी एक इशू है. Supporting Levon now in knockouts, yeah, let's hope so. So I think Pool A winner Hikaru chat 99%. Pool C winner clearly it's Levon. Pool D का most likely it's Wesley so, and Pool B का we don't know yet. ग्रुप पेरे क्या है भाई? ग्रुप ही है भाई, ग्रुप ही. ठीक है चैट, I'll see you tomorrow भाई. Thank you for joining in. बहुत मजा आया भाई. Hopefully stream में कोई इशू नहीं था. It was all fine, so that means I can stream from my friend's place as well. So thank you यार, thank you chat. कल मिलते हैं भाई. Thanks again. See you soon. Please ask Moss not to put in time out. For sure, Jonathan. Bye, chat. See you tomorrow. Take care. Keep smiling. Bye. See you soon. Bye.